This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, let's do this. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, look at that.
Your media destination.
Another show.
Another show. Yay.
Look at us go.
Yay.
Wow.
Another show. That's right.
Yeah.
Mars is gone, huh?
Where's Mars?
I can tell.
He's, yeah, it's a little...
As soon as I turn on the mics, I can tell if Mars is here or not.
Yeah. Somebody else.
They're all right, but it's just not...
it's different.
It's a little different.
Just a little different.
Where's
Takes
Mars?
A little while to get used to.
He's having surgery. He's out for like a couple weeks.
What? My rotator cuff.
What kind of surgery?
I don't know. I think shoulder surgery or something.
You were going to say soldier. You were going to say soldier
surgery.
Yeah.
Was it from his MMA?
I think so.
Was it from his MMA?
Yeah, a little wear and tear.
Yeah, it'll happen.
I don't like the sound of the mics, but we'll deal.
A little bassier than usual.
Right?
Not sure.
I don't need bass on my voice. I got a fucking kick-ass voice, man.
Yeah, you got to take the bass off.
My voice fucking rocks.
Yeah,
it's
Just treble it up.
Right. Didn't always rock.
No. We've heard some tapes. Fantastic.
Anyway, we are here and you are there.
Yeah, that's the arrangement.
And we got Jerry Springer in like 10 minutes.
What?
Give us time to breathe before you start bringing these people in.
Jerry.
Why is Jerry coming in at 7?
What is Jerry pushing?
I don't know.
Anyone?
I have no idea.
Sam, you know what he's pushing?
Is he still doing the Jerry Springer show?
Look at this fruit.
Why is Sal running
jogging
down
the
hall?
hallway?
He's bringing you your Jerry Springer pressure.
Thank you, Sal. Sal, why is Jerry Springer coming in today?
What's he pushing?
His new TV show called Tabloid.
What?
Isn't that his TV show?
Isn't that his TV show?
Why didn't he stick with the Jerry Springer show? That's my first question.
Tabloid. Are they going to chant?
Doesn't sound nearly as good as Jerry.
Tabloid,
Jerry.
working with outrageous characters, bearing all of the twists and turns and macabre motivations behind eye-catching criminal accounts. Tabloid unearths the most mind-blowing headlines of your favorite.
Is this,
favorite checkout line magazines exposing the biggest stars.
Isn't this a current affair?
He's trying to take on. He's trying to take on TMZ. What's wrong with this guy?
Is that TMZ, right? Yeah.
Fucking go retire, man. You did the Jerry Springer show. What are you doing? The first episode, the kids are not all right. The teenage years are challenging for most people, but Esme Zhang copes with pressures from her parents in a particularly bloody way. The blame. Right.
Especially young thieves. I'm sure it'll be very.
He's taking on the bling ring. That's 3 years ago.
They already made a movie out of it. It came out. It's coming on.
Jerry Springer, the opera, is currently playing in Seattle. Jerry is not in the play, so.
Jerry.
According to contribution reports for the political committee, Charlie Christ for Florida, Jerry Springer donated $10,000 to the committee on December 31st. Springer had his name.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy. He is the executive producer for the Steve Wilkos show. That damn thing is still on the air?
I guess.
He sucked on our show. He was a bore.
Well, and
I remember thinking, there's no way this guy's going to fucking make it.
Search will take him over.
How is that show still on the air?
What, Search?
Steve Wilkos.
It's not a game, people.
He was the mayor of Cincinnati for 1 year in 19.
Wrote a check to a hooker.
Right. He worked for Robert Kennedy at the age of 25. He was working for him while he...
Doesn't Jerry listen to the show on his way in?
Yeah, he does. We love you, Jerry.
Jerry.
Make sure you bring some kind of dessert for us this morning, or some kind of some kind of treat.
Sure.
Prep sheet should say he once called the Opie and Anthony show and begged them to stop having their listeners vote him through on Dancing with the Stars.
That's true.
We absolutely had power. I don't know if we still do. Who knows? I don't know. You think we have a little power left?
We got the knuckleheads.
Little juice.
All right, the knuckleheads. They're going strong out there.
Knuckleheads. Yeah, the knuckleheads. I watched DJ MC Search yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, I watched them going back and forth between white person and black person at it was a fucking alarming rate. It was fantastic.
And is he getting things done on that show, or is he proving that he's just trying to do the Jerry Springer show?
He's fixing problems. This guy is actually making a difference. And, you know, it's the same. And I noticed yesterday, you could literally take the same guests day after day and just maybe dress them different.
Right.
And no one would notice. It's the overweight, sassy black woman.
Right.
And she's not happy with her man.
That doesn't know how to keep sperm out of her vagina.
Right. Has no clue how to keep that sperm out of her vagina.
How about you start there? How about you block that shit?
So they both, they have a chow together. They have a chow.
What's a chow?
It's a kid, a son or a daughter.
Why is it called a chow?
Like a little dog?
No. Like, she'll go, and he the father of my chow.
Oh, chow.
Chow.
Oh, I gotcha.
Chow.
I thought it was
no.
I thought it was chow.
Well, it is.
Like
It's chow.
Let's get some chow.
My chow.
Oh, it's chow.
Chow.
Yeah, I had a little eye in there, just a little bit.
Not really.
No.
I've heard it.
Really?
Straight up chow.
Chow.
Like a fluffy dog.
Right, like a fluffy dog, a chow.
All right, so they got a chow together.
Yeah, and it's just her getting mad at him.
Yeah.
Him getting mad at her, and then MC Search.
Yeah.
Solving the whole fucking problem.
Yeah. Is he?
And you know they'll go home and really assert themselves to making things better and change themselves.
Oh, you think they're going to change their life around after an hour?
An hour,
Goofy
maybe,
show?
Of Search. Right.
Really? Oh, good for him. He must have
It's not a game.
superpowers.
I don't know what it is. Search looks into the camera during breaks, and he's like, don't go nowhere. And he's all mad.
Right.
He's just all mad at the camera and the show and everything.
You know what that's about? He's pissed off he never had a second fucking hit.
He didn't have a second hit after fucking...
That shit's coming out finally. I got to do this shit. 'Cause we couldn't figure out another song after Pop Goes the Weasel.
Pop Go the Weasel.
So you don't go anywhere. This is all I got.
Don't go nowhere. And then they it's just like, it's kind of a test show.
Yeah.
Still. It's
Is
not
it?
picked up yet.
Oh,
I think it'll get picked up.
We got to push it over the top.
I know. I think it'll get picked up.
This world needs Search, making believe he's solving problems.
But the fucked up thing is, they don't have any sponsors yet.
Uh-oh.
So when he goes, don't go nowhere, and then they go, coming up on Search, and they show like a scene from the next segment.
Right.
And then they come back.
Really?
Yeah, like...
Doesn't it have commercials?
Well, maybe one. It's like, Salino and Bonds, injury attorney, and then they'll come back.
Oh, it's local shit.
So I'm very pissed that Salino and Barnes changed their number.
You knew their number.
Well, that's some stupid song. It's like knowing the fucking...
867-5309.
Well, it's like that one.
That's the... Oh, and I know...
Or it's like... 777.
666-666-666. I don't know.
Or it's like if you have an annuity, but you need cash now, call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now, 877 cash now.
I don't know.
No?
I only know 867.
J.G. Wentworth is huge.
And I could get a car by just dialing a lot of sixes. That's all I know.
Yeah, Salino and Barnes, injury attorney. Call 1-888-2020, and now it's like 888-888-888-888-888.
How do you lose your number?
I don't know.
You protect that shit.
You gotta keep the same number.
It's everything to you.
Those fucking lawyer jingles, because that's all that Search has on his for commercials.
Right.
Are like shyster lawyers that are trying to find.
Right.
And they all decided they need a song to try to get their number out there, and they're so bad. Epstein and Schwartz, call them.
Is that a real one?
No, but it might as well be.
Speaking of the lawyers, it's funny you mentioned that. I like the lawyers that pick that specific thing that could happen to you.
Oh yeah,
that one thing.
If you've had a hip replacement and it's cracked in your pelvis,
right,
yeah.
If you had a pelvic mesh.
Oh, I love the pelvic mesh.
And it's leaking. Give us a call.
They're terrible.
But it's so specific to one stupid thing that could happen to you. Oh, yeah, of course, Cars for Kids. Thank you.
I see, know that
get
one.
lost. We don't need you. But I heard one last night. I got to write this shit down. I'm getting too fucking lazy. Because now we got to find it. There's a drug that can make you grow breasts.
Yes.
But that's their whole thing.
That's the lawyer.
If you took blah blah and you're growing breasts, give us a call.
Yeah.
But I can't. Can you imagine like making that phone call? How awkward that would be.
Hello, I just saw your ad on TV. You don't want to say it.
Right.
I saw your ad on TV about that drug.
Right.
And I'd like to get some consultation.
Because they're going to ask a million questions.
Yeah. So are they firm and perky,
Right.
or are they big sloppy tits that you grew from that medicine?
Did you wear a bra at this point?
And then you'd have to be in the office all embarrassingly unbuttoning your shirt and showing the lawyer your tits.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that whole scenario.
Oh, how embarrassing.
It's too embarrassing to.
Yeah.
And then you got to go to court eventually. And
Do you think could you imagine a grown man standing there with his shirt open, holding it open to the lawyer, his tits out, and he's like, he's crying.
You did this to me. You did it, your drug company.
His tears are pouring down his tits.
But I think they would allow you not to have to show them live in court. They probably would have a big picture, though, the big reveal.
Right, the picture.
This is how he looked before the drug. And now what you're about to see.
Yeah.
But that would be the holy shit moment, and then you would get your cash finally. Can you find that commercial?
That's a good one.
It's about growing breasts.
Yes.
If you took a certain medication.
Does anyone else know about it? Oh, wants to talk about the drug. This guy might know.
Oh.
I love drug commercials. They're hilarious. Greg in Boston, what's up?
What do you say, boys? It's been a while. I haven't talked to you since you were up here at AF days.
Ooh. And how do we know you from the AF days?
I used to play with Itchy Fish, bass guitarist, did some other bigger local cover bands. I was a bassist for them. So
Itchy Fish.
I remember Itchy Fish.
Itchy Fish.
Old Ziggy. I think he's a caller for you guys.
Yeah, I remember him, of course. What is he up to?
Last time he was doing, work on cars. I haven't talked to him in years. But.
Yeah.
I know. But Resperidol's the name of that drug you were talking about.
What is? Yeah. Okay. Yes, that sounds familiar. What is it again?
Res, R-E-S. I don't know how to spell it after that, but Resperidol.
You got that, Sam?
Resperidol. If you've taken Resperidol and you've grown breasts,
R-A-S Resperidol or something like that.
You have big fucking tits.
One more thing before I go. Frunkus!
A little frunkus for everybody. That's wonderful. Thanks.
Wow.
We'll put that on a shirt for you.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, maybe that's
we might have it.
Attention parents of boys who took Risperdal. Risperdal, a medication for the treatment of ADHD, autism, and bipolar disorder, has been linked to gynecomastia, a medical condition in which boys develop female breasts. Call
Perfect.
Bad drug today if your son has taken Risperdal and been diagnosed with gynecomastia or has grown female breasts.
The stock photo of the kid sulking in a corner because he's got tits.
Consultation, call 1-800-BAD-DRUG now.
And there's your phone number, 1-800-BAD-DRUG.
Bad drug.
Oh, my God, that's great.
Put what is it?
Gyno.
Put it in Google Images. I gotta see this.
Yeah, gyno.
Is it just a little plumpage around there, or do they get full-blown tits?
Gynecomastia images. Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
The nipples get bigger.
Oh, he's got
they get
womanly breasts.
They get Bud-like.
They do get like.
They get. Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Which one? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no. He can't take his shirt off at the pool.
Fuck out of here.
He's got nice tits.
Yeah, he does.
Come on.
Is that from this drug?
Look at those.
Oh, my God.
Go down. No, the other way.
Which way?
To the right. That's like nubs.
Yeah, that's like
my God.
That's like what a 13-year-old girl would look like.
And that's on a poor boy. Oh boy, God. Is he getting just fucked. Oh, God.
The drug was taken off the market, so there's class action lawsuits right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
People who made that drug must be so pissed that there's a commercial just about getting money from them.
It's like you're the monster that made that drug.
This guy wants to talk about Salino and Barnes.
Injury attorneys?
Yes. Derek on Long Island. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. It was just funny. I'm like Anthony. I can remember all these,
musical number shit. The number was 800-621-2020.
That was the one.
And right after that, you're going to hear, Dad, what do I do with all this scrap metal? Just tell her to call Two Brothers Scrap Metal. Right after that.
Well, they get you remembering about their business, though.
Yeah,
They're doing
those
something right.
Those little jingles, they fucking put the phone number right in your brain.
Right.
That's it.
Absolutely. All right, boys, punching out.
All right, man.
Good job. I want to talk about this female breast thing more. Springer's here already? We just started our show. How needy is this guy?
He's an old man. He's an early riser.
Oh, my God. How long do we have him for?
As long as you want him.
Oh, my God. It seemed like a good idea yesterday. I even retweeted the guy because he's excited to be on our show.
It's going to be great. We'll talk to you about MC Search.
Can we get you guys prepared for the telling us you got to go? Yeah. Maybe you guys can, like,
do you want to say what's the safe word?
There is no safe word. The safe word is get the fuck out.
Okay, all right. That sounds safe.
What's wrong with you guys?
Oh, boy.
I want to look at some of this. How do you say that word again? Gynecomastia. Gynecomastia.
Keep scrolling.
Gynecomastia. Do you have any gynecomastia videos? Oh my God!
Oh, what a sloppy-titted mess he is.
That looks like an old lady's breast.
Yeah, they're hanging.
They're long and wrong.
Oh, look at the nice perky ones.
Which ones you like? Oh my God! Banana
tits. The guy's got banana. It's like bad enough that you grow tits, but you don't even grow nice tits.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. Well, that's
the big puffy nips.
Yeah, that look like they're a bit swollen from a little excitement.
Oh God, that guy can't take his shirt.
This shit really happens just from taking a drug?
That's terrible.
You can't even wear a T-shirt. Your titties pop.
No, you got to wear like fucking a bulletproof
That one looks like
vest and
Ziggy's
a parka.
nose.
Oh,
the old Ziggy cartoon. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
See if there's a video.
Poor bastard.
Wait, we got a guy that has gynecomastia.
No.
I'm starting to learn how to say it. I think it's gynecomastia. Andy in Indiana.
Gentlemen.
Hey.
Hey, sugar tits.
Hey, I had it in high school. I got that shit cut off, though. But, yeah, they called me weasel tits in high school.
Why weasel tits?
Because my nipples were all swelled up, and I wrestled. So they called me weasel tits. They'd fucking stick out of my singlet and shit. It was pretty embarrassing.
How did you get it? Sorry, we just found a video where the guy is doing a selfie video and he's topless and he looks completely ridiculous.
2 flapjack tits.
It's called My Gynecomastia, Man Boobs, in parentheses, and Me.
Okay, he's going to talk about it. How long is this video?
It's 4 minutes, but we'll punch out.
All right. Anyway, Andy, how did you get yours?
I was a chubby boy growing up, and it just happened.
Oh, so it wasn't from a drug or anything?
No. I had it just naturally.
Okay.
Did anyone ever pin you down in the locker room and titty fuck you?
No.
How embarrassing would that be?
That'd be embarrassing.
Kids can be brutal, though.
They can be cruel.
They can be brutal when they're tit fucking you in the locker room in front of the rest of the boys.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You and your tit story.
Let's go to Chris in New Hampshire. Chris, I want to talk about gynecomastia, he says. It's a teenage boy's dream. I can play with my tits while jerking off.
Oh.
Go ahead, Chris.
This is perfect. I mean, when I was a 14-year-old kid, all I could think about were boobs. So now I got my own pair and I can whack off. This is awesome.
You think you'd do that, or you think it would just be shame?
Of course, you'd be just
shameful.
You'd be crying in your room every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be crying because I had great boobs.
Good one. Thanks. Let's see the first part of this video.
All right.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Chris here.
Uh-oh.
And hello.
I'm detecting something.
I'm giving you a little free show.
I think he's mysterious.
Sorry if I offend you. Oh, believe me, there's a good purpose to this video.
He's standing in front of a mirror.
I'm making this video just to...
Floppy, hairy tits.
Just to make a statement.
I'm
not depressed.
You gotta be.
Yeah.
You look like a
Not at
fool.
all. Yes, I'm sad. But I'm not depressed. What I am, however, is very frustrated.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
I'm frustrated with the cards that I've been dealt. And I'm frustrated.
It's a 7-deuce offsuit.
That a person with my issues would look for help just to find that someone with my issues sees other people with my issue.
What a bore.
Yeah, really.
You got female titties and you make a boring video?
You're boring.
What the fuck?
You're boring.
Is there any other ones?
I think he's got other issues besides the tits.
A little mysterious.
A little mysterious.
Some would say that's not an issue, though.
It's not.
Remember that.
Justin here, and today I want to talk about self-mutilation.
What?
And how gynecomastia led me to actually kind of hurt myself.
This ain't
so I've heard a lot of stories out there, first off, so I'm going to state those first.
Yeah.
Where people have, gone to the point where they've almost committed suicide, or they cut themselves. Some people have even wanted to just shave off their chest and things like that with a knife.
Oh, yeah?
And I don't have an extreme story like that. But I do have experience with self-mutilation in the fact that I used to take duct tape and wrap it around my chest. And this started at the age of about 12, 13 years old.
Right at the
and it was
point
right
where you were
after
molested.
I found out that I had a problem. I didn't know that I had a problem, and I thought it was completely natural until a girl came up to me and she said, "Ha ha ha, what's wrong with your chest?"
Ha ha ha.
So right after that, every single day before school, I used to walk in the backyard.
Apparently, if you have tits, it makes you a real dull guy.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
It just takes all the fucking thrill out of your life.
Let's say hi to Steve in Connecticut. Steve.
Yes.
Yes, my man boobs swing like a pendulum.
Jesus.
Yes.
All right. We're big fans of characters on this show.
Yeah.
Where's Jerry Springer?
I'll bring him in.
A Jerry.
Is he in our brand new green room? Oh, that's right. We don't have a brand new green room yet.
God, this is...
What?
Screen protection that's just for guys. Now it's your turn. Get my training tips at guardyourmanhood.com.
Welcome. He's trying to sell it, man.
He is selling it like it's all man to piss yourself.
I respect the fact that he's trying to sell it, but...
Yeah, he's like, he jumped in.
Right.
And he's like, this is what they want from me. I'm giving it to them.
The fact is, it's panty shields for guys.
It's panty
shields for guys.
You're making a little wee-wee during the day.
Right.
You don't need a full diaper, but perhaps you just need a panty shield.
It's a panty shield.
What a disaster.
Oh, fuck.
Throwing tits, pissing yourself.
Shit.
It was terrible. So what's up?
I left my underpants with a horrendous racing stripe.
No.
Laying around.
Uh-oh.
That's something you got to keep to yourself. I usually wash it out myself in the sink.
The wife's going to pick it up and be like...
I pray she doesn't. That's not good, man.
Oh, man.
But it was... I guess my underpants were like stuck in my crack all night.
Oh, my God.
And this was a horrendous racing stripe. Like just a big, thick brown crayon right down the middle. And usually I get right in there and I wash it out in the sink. I take my palm like old school, like I'm down...
Scrub down by the river?
Like I'm down by the river with a rock, and I just fucking scrub it out. And then throw them nice and wet into the hamper.
Nice.
But I just realized that, fuck, I was too tired when I woke up. They're just laying there.
Oh, she's going to pick them up and be like, give it that little... Whew.
I gotta ask.
Shake and be,
I gotta ask Kenny if he could go to my apartment and just remove them.
Like the wolf for fucking skid marks.
He needs to remove them.
Gentlemen, I hear there's a pair of underwear in here with a skid mark, and we have 15 minutes.
Seeing Tony Saragusa, they remind me of that.
Yeah.
Fuck! No, this can't happen today. It only happens every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's not an issue, but
even those rare occurrences you don't want.
What do you do with your underpants?
You don't want those out
get
there.
a racing stripe every once in a while.
Yeah, I'll wash those fuckers.
Do you wash them by hand?
A little bit. Yeah.
You have to.
You got to.
It's your own duty, and you can deal with that.
God. Jesus.
Jerry!
All right, look who it is. Jerry. Jerry Springer, my good friend. How are you, man?
Jerry, you don't age. What's wrong with you?
He's living the life.
He doesn't age.
Jerry's
what are you, a vampire?
He's living the life.
Guy who can lie. Isn't that strange?
The life of Riley.
Dude, you don't age. It's creepy.
It's creepy. Yeah.
It's kind of creepy at this point.
Born 1817.
Jerry Springer.
What's up? You're not doing the Jerry Springer show anymore.
Yes, I am.
Oh, he's
So you're doing two
Good
shows.
Lord, pardon?
You're doing two. I don't know if they're reruns or not.
No. Every Monday and Tuesday.
So you're still doing new Jerry Springer shows, and then you got another show.
Yes.
Yep, this is the new one that's coming up.
The one, Tabloid.
But
Tabloid.
Have you seen Search yet?
Oh, have you watched
Being huge Jerry
MC
Springer?
Search?
We're huge Jerry Springer fans, of course. We've watched it for years, and now this guy's trying to do your fucking bit.
It's another show where...
And he's trying to make believe he's not, he's trying to help people through the nonsense. Look at Jerry.
Yeah, well, if you're on television, you can't be helped.
You can't be helped. You don't think these people that actually come on can be helped in an hour?
This is true. We actually tell them, do not come on the show to receive, because I'm not trained to do that.
Right.
I'm not a professional.
That's why you've lasted so long in this business. You're honest.
Well, yeah, but I mean, anyone would be. I mean, you can't. I'm not trained to. This would be horrible. You give someone advice,
right,
and then they take your advice and they jump off a building. I mean, you can't do that.
Well,
Search is trying to do just that.
This guy
I have no idea.
Back in the 80s, he was...
Don't worry, we can talk about him because the show's not going to last.
No, I wouldn't worry about it.
You relax. We got this. We got this one.
It's like the set looks like yours. The set looks like yours and everything.
It's the same people, but he doesn't want to... He wants people to think that he's helping them.
He's like, laying your hand on another person is not the answer. It's like...
He's taken my final thought.
No, he calls it Search is 60.
I got to go back and rewrite it.
His final thought is Search is 60, and for a minute, he gives a final thought.
He's doing your show,
It's
Jerry.
ridiculous,
and we're not
Jerry.
happy about it.
Okay.
I know.
Well, you can lead the campaign then.
We're going to.
Yeah, I know. I know about your campaign.
We're going to, Jerry. We got this. Don't worry about it.
But we do the show up in Stamford, Connecticut.
Right.
Now.
Right.
We're up the road.
Yeah. Now, I was very curious as to how you get the guest or the studio audience in Stamford.
You get people that don't have lives.
Honestly, that was a concern when when NBC said they're moving us to Stamford out of Chicago, because for 19 years we had been in Chicago, and obviously that's a great city and all that. Mm-hmm. And I really didn't want to go, because I said, why mess with it? It's working. But I was wrong. Stamford, first of all, it's a suburb. It's right outside New York City.
Sure.
And then you got all the college campuses. You get them. From Boston, from Connecticut, from New York, from New Jersey, Pennsylvania. I mean, it's like, so we have had no trouble. I mean, we're sold out every show. So it's been great. And I guessed wrong, because I argued against moving.
You did.
And
but why do they want you to leave Chicago?
Tax breaks.
Oh, really?
I mean, it was a pure corporate decision. They moved a lot of the shows out of New York.
They
moved Maury out of New York. They moved Deal or No Deal at the time out of California. And they moved us and Wilco's out of Chicago.
Yeah,
so,
economically, it's just got to be a lot
that was
cheaper,
the reason they did it.
You ever look at your audience and get scared?
No, the audience is regular.
Well, we did
the audience of college kids or whatever. No, the people on stage sometimes.
The audience is just having fun. I
have a second part to that. Because when we did the John McEnroe show, the short-lived John McEnroe show.
Oh, right.
We came out on set, and the audience was downright frightening. And it was homeless people, and people were sleeping in the audience. It was like they came in to get warm, I think.
Ex-cons.
I'm serious.
Well, we turned down the heat because we don't want people
just to get warm.
We're really cruel.
But I mean, colleges love you, so you do get that type of person in the audience.
Look, the only reason the show is lasted is because it's a niche show, you know, and the only advice I would have, if you're starting a show, aim at young people. Because that's the only way you get longevity, because there's always a new group of young people.
Right.
In other words, if you do a show aimed at 30-year-olds, in 2 or 3 years, they're tired with it. They've seen it.
Right.
Your tastes don't change between 30 and 33, but your tastes do change between 13 and 19. So all of a sudden, you're old enough suddenly to watch when mom isn't home, that kind of thing, the giggle factor. So every year, we suddenly get new people old enough to watch.
Smart.
And that's why the show keeps going. This show could, I mean, it's not. I'm going to at some point stop. But the show could go on forever simply because there are always new young people.
Yeah. How many years are
we're in our 23rd year now.
23rd. We're up to 20. This is our 20th year in radio.
Yep. And you look just the same.
Oh, right.
When I turn on that radio, I see the same.
Exactly.
I see the same guy. No, you guys are great.
Tell us about the new show.
The new show is called Tabloid, and actually it premieres tonight. Oh. Yes.
It's on Discovery, right?
Yeah, on Investigation Discovery.
Okay.
And it's
I love
on
that channel.
9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. And, yes, so it's a 1-hour crime show. And these are some of the incredible headlines over the last 20, 30 years that you see as you're checking out in the grocery store.
Sure.
In the tabloids.
Right.
But the true crime stories, and we go into the backstory of it, and it's pretty dramatic. I take none of the credit. I mean, I didn't create the show, so no, I'm serious. I have nothing to do with this. I'm the host,
right?
And when I saw what they've done, it's dramatic. It's one of the stories I vividly remember. It's a story about this guy was dating this woman, this young woman. And she broke up with him. He gets ticked off, hires these guys to throw lye.
Oh, right.
In blinding this woman for life.
Yeah.
I mean, right in her face, blinded her for life. And there was this big trial. Everyone was talking about it at the time. He gets convicted. He spends 14 years in prison. Probably the sentence was longer, but he got out after 14 years. Finds the woman again. They get married. And they stay married for 34 years. She just passed away last year.
That's
34
crazy.
Years. And it's an incredible story. It really is. You can't, that stuff you just can't make up.
Could you even imagine trying to start an argument with her?
I was going to say, you think that comes up from time to time?
You think that might come up during a dispute, you know?
Yeah. Well, a cynic would say she didn't know it was him.
Oh.
Very good, Jerry.
That's a good one,
But
though.
that's only a cynic, not someone, not someone like me,
of course,
who thinks that's not the case.
Wow,
but no, that's an amazing story.
Do you remember that story when it hit?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
I vaguely remember it.
Well, yeah, when they told me about it, I said, "Oh my God, I remember that."
Yeah. What other stories you?
Well, tonight they have the bling ring. These kids in California,
right.
That broke into Paris Hilton's house, and they figured out a way, just as a kind of a fun thing to do. You know, they were stalking her in a sense because they were fans,
right?
And they figured out with Google and everything else how to get into her house. And then once they were successful, stole a ton of jewelry and stuff. You know, stayed in the house when she wasn't there, played with the dog, just everything. And then they figured, well, we can do this to other celebrities.
Wow.
And it went on, and it had a horrible ending, but see,
a horrible ending.
I like that.
I like a good horrible ending.
Jerry's good at the tease.
Tabloid.
Tabloid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Wow. I'm going to watch that one.
Jerry's keeping busy.
Yeah, you are always a busy guy.
I have expenses.
That is a lot of expenses, because you think it's slowing down at all?
My expenses? No. I wish they were. No, no, I mean, and you always roll your eyes, but it's true. I'll show you how lucky I am. Okay. We all understand that doing my show is, adult could do it. But then you do these other things. Well, it's true. And then this is a phone call. Someone called me and said, we're having this new show, a crime show, and we'd like you to host it. So what did I do that's what I mean. This business is luck. It is luck.
Fell in your lap.
People say, well, I work real hard. Yeah, I work hard, but a lot of people work hard and don't have, what I got. So I'm grateful.
And you taped all the shows already, so now you just sit back and enjoy it, right?
The first 10 weeks, yeah.
Wow.
So what do you do at the beginning? Do you walk out by a police beacon and police tape, and you're like, tonight's story? Is it something like that?
You've seen it.
I love it. Come on.
This is what happened.
The red siren in the background, just spinning.
December 7th, 1941.
There you go.
I can do Walter Cronkite now, but you know, the young people don't.
They don't know who it is. That's the problem with getting impressions from, you know, years ago.
Well, now I'm old. I mean, I'm officially old.
Officially?
I'm 70. So you can't say you're middle-aged. You know, I'm not going to make it to 140.
Well, you never know.
So you're not middle-aged at 70. I'm an old man, and that is the truth. It's depressing. Well, considering the alternative, it's nice.
Well, yeah.
It bothers you that you're 70?
This is the first time. It didn't bother me when I hit 60.
Right.
70, I got to admit, I think about it. Because, you know, all of a sudden you realize, you know, I'm having such a great life. You know, you don't want it to end.
Right,
you know? So it's like, oh, geez. So I get depressed sometimes. Well. But not long, then I get
People
happy.
are living a lot longer, though, Jerry.
Yeah, the 70's the new 69. Yeah. Oh, it's unbelievable. I am living along. But I feel good. You know.
Is that the constant drive that you have? Do you feel like if you do slow down and take some time off and stuff, you'll fall into this retired guy syndrome?
Well, it's not anything I really thought about until recently because it becomes a subject of conversation. Your birthday's coming up, blah, blah.
Right.
I honestly, as long as I'm healthy, I can't imagine retiring. And that is scary. And in fact, there was an article just the other day in one of the papers now about because this generation, what do you call the people born 46?
Boomers?
The boomers, yeah. Right. Jeez, I'm really losing it. It's great to be on your show, George. The boomers, the baby boomers, there's so many of us now, and all of a sudden, you know, because of technology and medicine and all that, you know, we are healthier as a whole class of people. And now all of a sudden, you know, we're going to have years after 65.
Right.
And so you don't want to just sit around. I mean, I really don't. That scares me. I take these jobs because, well, you know, in this business, once you stop, you stop.
You stop. You got to keep your face out there. You're right.
Well, yeah. I can't say, I'm going to take a few years off, and can I come back when I'm 80?
Yeah, you got to keep working.
Dead
You're right.
People, starring Jerry Springer.
Yeah, that is true. I've seen people who retire, and in a very short period of time, they go downhill.
They're done.
It's amazing what that drive to get up in the morning and have something to do.
It's the whole thing with the adrenaline keeps you happy, keeps your mind going.
Right.
You keep sharp.
I don't even think about.
But what do you do when you're not working, Jerry? What are some of the things you like to do?
Now I am just. My grandson has taken over my life.
Oh, yeah?
It sounds like just, you know, you always say it. It is God's truth. It is like, I'm telling you guys, if you're lucky enough one day to have grandchildren.
Grandchildren? I just started having kids.
I know.
I'm not going to make it to grandchildren.
That is tough.
Are you kidding me?
If you could find a way to have grandchildren without having kids, you got it made.
I already accept that I'll never be a grandfather.
Honestly,
I got 2 kids, Jerry. They're very young. They're very young.
Well, it's way
How old's your
grand? Our daughter's 38, and our grandson's 5.
Nice. That's a
so
great
the other
age.
day I'm taking him to school, preschool, junior kindergarten, and I said, "Come on, Richard, we're running late." He says, "Don't worry, Opa, they're open till 3."
They're open till.
I mean, the kids.
Good
attitude. Oh, he's going to have a show.
Great attitude.
He's but it's just the best thing in the world. It really is. I mean, like this last Christmas holidays for 2 weeks, I had him.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just great.
Does he know that you're on TV or?
Well, yeah. This is again true story. He's. You know, I'm walking with him down the street, and people are going, Jerry, Jerry. So he's figured. So he asked me one day. He says, "How come who's Jerry, Jerry?" Because he knows me as Opa.
Right.
And I said, "Well, that's like my real name. Like, you know, Mimi's name is Mickey. You know, my wife is grandmother. So that's just my real name." And then people are always taking pictures, so now he always wants to be in the picture. So anyway, so I said, my real name is Jerry Springer. And this was last year, but we're walking by his room, and he's saying his prayers before going to sleep at night, and we hear through the door, you know, God bless Mommy, God bless Daddy, God bless Mimi, God bless Oprah, and God bless Jerry Springer. So, you know, that's just like, how cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that you're on TV yet at 5?
Well, he does. Because obviously we don't let him see the show.
No.
But there are enough other appearances that
I would assume you would let him see like the first part when you walk out, or your final thought.
Well, at some point, we were just talking about this actually last week. At some point, I'm going to bring him to Connecticut and let him, just see the first part, and then obviously take him out.
Yes,
that'll blow his mind.
Oh, when he sees all those.
My son's starting to figure it out. He's like, he's trying to figure out why my voice comes through. He doesn't understand it's even a radio yet. But he's like, what?
Sounds like the audience. They're trying to figure out why.
Daddy, why don't you come out? Yeah. Are you in there? Yeah.
Right.
How do you make yourself so small?
And it's hard to explain it to him.
Yeah.
Because this is a silly job. This is a joke job.
No, but you do, and
God's work. Do we do God's work?
We're doing the Lord's work here. Right. Yes.
No,
not at all.
No. If this is God's work, we wouldn't have Earth.
Yes.
And he'd say, no, I'm.
But you're also involved with Steve Wilkos, who used to be your security guy.
Yeah, we produced that show.
You produced that show. Now there's a guy who's trying to make a difference. He's actually, telling people.
The show is definitely a little different.
Because he's no longer a cop, but he was a cop. So so he plays the tough cop role, and in your face. Our show is just a circus.
Right.
We try to do his show as a more serious show.
But are you flattered by all these shows that kind of rip you off? I mean, we were talking about Search, but I mean, as soon as we saw it, we're like, this is Jerry Springer, man.
So many.
Period. Yeah. He's trying to make it sound like it's different, but it's not.
They love that over-the-top confrontation.
Why? Does it bother you, or?
No, but why does anyone want to be me? I mean, think about it. This is my goal in life, man.
But you're the best at it.
No, I mean,
who came before?
At it. Okay.
I was going to ask that. Who came before you?
Well,
who was the closest show to you before you? Phil Donahue, maybe?
Well, no, because he does, even though Phil Donahue has a relationship to my show because it's the same company, and it was because Phil was retiring that they came to me and said...
Oh, is that the whole reason?
Yeah, Walter Bartlett, he was the CEO of Multimedia, and I was anchoring the news for 10 years on the NBC affiliate in Cincinnati, where Multimedia was. But they also own talk shows. They own Phil Donahue, Sally Jesse Raphael. So one day he took me to lunch and said, Phil's getting close to retiring. We're going to start another talk show. You're going to host it. So I was assigned to this. I never auditioned. I never tried out. It was never on my radar. I want to do this. And even when he told me, it didn't make much of an impression. I wasn't excited. I enjoyed doing the news. I didn't want to go into a daytime talk show. And they just signed for 13 weeks. So I figured, well, this, Wow. But I remember it wasn't like I ran home and said, you'll never believe what happened. I got a talk show. I just thought this was, how they give you different things to do. They adjusted the pay and all that. But it was nothing major at all.
If we watched some of those first episodes, would we even recognize it as the Jerry Springer Show? Or
probably not. The very first show, I guess the reason I remember is because, they always show clips of the first show, that kind of stuff. It was a reunion show. A mother and son hadn't seen each other in 35 years. So, that was the big thing back then.
Right. That was a big topic.
That was.
Yeah.
And then, so the mother's there, and I say, I forget what the son's name was. Come on out. But I turned to the side of the stage, but he was coming out the other side. So you see, so my arm is going out here to the left, and on the right you see this guy. I mean, it was very amateurish.
Yeah. Wow, that's a little clip.
Yeah.
Of right there on the monitor.
Oh, there it is.
A little clip.
Just checking around, making sure everything was, getting open.
Wow. Everything's online
Look at
now.
that set.
Yeah,
that's different. A ghost threw her down the stairs.
No, this is a different show.
A ghost threw her down the stairs.
Yeah.
Do you believe in ghosts, Jerry?
Not particularly.
Okay.
And then Jerry said, and let's bring the ghost out. You want to see the ghost, people?
Yeah. What do you mean you can't see it? Right there.
Right there. She starts fighting, throwing her shoes at the ghost.
No, I guess my point is there was nothing really edgy before you. That's why I said Phil Donahue.
There was. Oh, gosh. I should remember his name because he was here in the New York area.
Morton Downey Jr.
Well, yes, but he was confrontational with the guests.
Right.
That was different. I'm never confrontational.
That's true.
Richard Bay.
Oh, Richard Bay.
Right.
He probably
He came before you.
He came before me, but it was more local. It wasn't a national show.
That was Channel 9, I believe, here in New York, right?
Yeah. That was more local show. But I guess we didn't look when our show started out. It was a more serious show.
Right.
It wasn't like we were trying to help people, but it was a political show. We had Jesse Jackson on, Oliver North, because that's my interest, politics. So we did most of that. But then Universal bought us and said, you got to do crazy.
Here you go.
Oh, so you remember the twist. You remember that day when it was like, okay, we're getting rid of everything we know, and we're going down this road.
Well, I'll tell you how it happened.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example of unintended consequences. We had been on for about 2 or 3 years, and it was a normal talk show, frankly, kind of boring. But there were 20 of them at the time. This was in the early 90s. There were 20 shows, and every one of them was trying to be like Oprah, appeal to the demographic at that time, which was middle-aged housewives. And then along came Ricki Lake, and she really was the first show to go after kids. When I say kids, I mean high school, college age. And so one afternoon, I'm walking down Michigan Avenue with our executive producer, and I say, just as a business model, why are we trying to be 1 out of 20 going after Oprah's audience and get a tiny piece of the pie? Let's go after Ricky's audience, and even if we split it or get a smaller percent, it's going to be 1 out of 2. We'll have many more people watching. So we decided, and then we went to the company and said, okay, so from then on, we only had young people in the audience, young people on stage, young subject matter. Well, young people are wilder and much more open about their lives and whatever. So the show started to go crazy. Then Universal bought us and said, from now on, you can only do crazy. And that's how that happened.
What was the first crazy topic? Do you know? Oof. That might be a tough question at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't that we picked a crazy topic. It's that we had young people. And see, we never picked the topic ahead of time. It's after the show is taped, then we figure out what's the title of this show. Because we don't know what's going to happen until they're out
these
there.
People. Right.
So you don't know. So the titles always come after the show.
How many times did you have duds on that stage?
Oh, quite a few times.
And what do you do? Do you show that show, or you bury it?
Well, if I'm talking a lot during a show, then you know the show's dying. The best show is when you hardly see me and I hardly talk.
Gotcha.
Because then it's just moving.
I like when you have to step back out of the action because there's a fight going on, but Jerry gets this look like, oh no, don't do that. Oh,
you're loving it.
Oh,
no,
it's like this. Oh, look at the world we live in. Like, oh,
but inside it's ching, ka-ching.
Yeah, I mean, I have that face because I'm not sure what time the bank closes. And I'm thinking, are they going to get this done in time? Because I really would love to get.
You brought the fights to TV. I can't remember a show that had fights before Jerry Springer.
No, not like that.
There was one, but it was only one time. In the 80s, Geraldo Rivera had a big fight where he got
the Klan on.
Whatever.
They broke his nose, right?
Yeah, they broke his nose.
That was the only time there'd been a fight.
That got some press, that one. I remember
sure
that.
Did.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, the fighting, and then they at some point they made you tone down the fighting, and they cut away from the actual.
Yeah, there was. I think Barry Diller bought us. And there was about a year period where we still had the exact same show, but they edited it.
They edited it.
So.
Like the second the fight would start, they'd go to the audience
I
or
remember.
something. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
And that's when I was still watching a lot. Our lives have just changed. That's all. We still love Jerry Springer. But it used to piss me off. Like,
I know.
Who thinks this is a good idea? They figured out the formula. They got huge ratings, and now you're going to try to take a huge element of the show away from everybody.
But that only lasted a year.
That was only a year.
Yeah,
I feel like it was longer than that, but
people just like watching trashy people beat each other up.
It's horrible.
I don't know why.
It's horrible.
They just love it.
I love Springer.
It is entertaining.
I love your honesty.
Yeah.
Hey, when you were the mayor of Cincinnati, did you ever close a bridge?
Oh, good subject.
Thank you. Because we know Jerry.
Dirty tricks.
Jerry loves his politics.
Yeah. Yes. No, I never closed the bridge. I never closed the bridge.
Any dirty tricks?
But you understand the power of the position, right?
Yes.
Did you ever feel like you had a little power? You were only the mayor for a year, though.
Yeah.
Use your power to retaliate?
The honest answer is no. And I think most don't. I mean, I could be political and all that, but you'd never involve the public in it.
Well, yeah.
You know,
because they're going to vote for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not a good thing to do. So it's not like, oh, should we or shouldn't we? It just never even, you know, if you're angry at someone, then you have that argument with that person and you deal with it that way. But you don't, you know, and I don't know the full story, but here's one observation I'll make. Look, I'm a liberal Democrat and all that. But if there had to be a Republican, you know, I kind of liked Christie.
Yeah.
So, but and to a certain extent, I feel a little bit sorry, not if he did it, not because of what he did, but because here, if you're in the conversation running for president, if you get in any kind of trouble, you're alone. Because you're not even having your own party backing you because everyone else in the party wants to be president. It's not like the Democrats are beating up on Christie. The Republicans are going, oh, this is great because now I got a better shot. So you're not going to see Rubio jump, you know, or a Cruz.
No, you don't defend because that's the guy that's going to be in your way.
He's really hanging there, and the party is not coming to his defense. Because they're all ambitious.
What do you think happened there, Jerry? I know it's pure speculation, but what do you think?
Well,
you think he knew at the time? I mean,
if someone's holding a gun to my head and said, "You better be right, or you're gone," I would say it's more likely he knew than he didn't. But that doesn't mean if it came out that he actually did. It's amazing and this goes for everybody, and not just politics and business. It's amazing what the person at top doesn't know. And when something bad happens, we all jump on that person. But we're not being realistic. Because when you're running a huge operation, and you got literally thousands of people working for you, there's no way. In fact, if you were so hands-on, you'd be a horrible leader because you wouldn't be getting the big picture because you were involved in everyone's conversation about what they were doing every single day. No chief executive is there. You have people under you, and you trust that they're going to, you know, here's how a chief executive day starts. You have the morning meeting. And it's the same thing whether you're running a newsroom or whether you're running a city or whether you're running a country. You have the first meeting in the morning, and they go through all the things that are going on, where the hot spots are, where it could be a problem, how we're going to deal with the press, all these things. So that's as close as you get to it. So now the question gets, and this is where Christie has a problem, I think, is at those morning meetings, did no one mention to him, or when he's going from place to place with his assistant, the woman, her name is
Bridget.
Yeah.
I forgot her last name.
Yeah, but anyway, didn't she at some point mention something, oh, man, I'm getting it today? Well, why? What's going on? So that makes you think. But I am not shocked that there could be things going on in any administration, Democrat, Republican, business, Walmart, whatever it is. And we all blame the chief executive because everyone says, well, the buck stops here. Well, it's fancy to say that.
Yeah.
But in real life, look at Jimmy Carter. Everyone jumps on Jimmy Carter, and sometimes justifiably, because he never got the big picture. He was always detailed. He wanted to know every memo, what everyone's doing. That's not what a chief executive should be doing.
Micromanaging everything.
Yeah, and I think that's happening. So it's possible he didn't know. I think he might have, but I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think if he knew anything, it was after the fact. Like, I don't think he was in on the planning of this thing or knew about it before, but he might have known. If he knew anything, I think he might have known something after, and
he had to have an inkling after.
Kind of just said,
I think what does happen.
A
chief executive does set a tone, and everyone wants to please their boss. So if you've got a boss that normally goes around saying, I'll get that SOB, he's not going to, well. So all of a sudden you're sitting home saying, I got an idea. And he's going to really like me when we do this.
Yeah, he's going to love this one.
He's going to wink at me and say, nice going.
Right.
That's more likely how these things happen.
I like your take on it. Very good.
You kind of build that environment of, as they call him, a bully. They call him a bully. Yeah.
Well, I remember in my generation, it was Lyndon Johnson. So you either, with admiration, said, boy, this guy was a wheeler dealer, but he got things done. And then in today's age, you'd look at him and say, "Oh my God, that guy was a crook."
This guy's a bully.
Yeah. So it's, you know, we always want the tough guy when it's getting something done that we need. You know, Harry Truman, give him hell.
Yep.
And all that. So we're fine. You know, we want the toughness and the bullying when it's bullying something that we want.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But and if it's not, oh, that guy's a bully.
Well, this guy's a piece of shit. Yeah.
Subpoenas are going out for people close to Christie, so they're not letting it go.
Well, no, and
they're still trying to get to the bottom of the whole thing.
Well, that's why the guy at the top or the woman at the top gets in trouble. Because, you know, at the end, they're going to go to someone really close to him and say, you know, they won't admit it, but they say, you know, you could be facing 15 years. But, of course, if you cooperate.
Yeah, then they'll start yapping.
That's when this is going to get interesting.
Exactly.
When people start yapping.
The power
and people are going to start yapping.
Yeah.
They're going to do a little yapping. We got a great question coming in for the Jerry Springer show itself. Michael in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Jerry.
It's actually a silly question.
No, not silly question. Hey, is there some kind of contract that has to be signed for your guests that whenever the bell rings that they have to fight? or, you know, like when the audience chants for them to do something, if they have to do it?
No.
A lot of times those people look like they don't want to do it and they're hesitating before they do it.
It is, no, there's certainly nothing in the contract, and they're not told they have to do it at all. But anyone who is on the show has seen it 1,000 times before. Right. Let's be honest. First of all, the only way you can be on the show is if you call us, okay? This isn't the kind of show where you could go out and recruit people.
You're not shanghaiing people,
no one would want to, 90% of America would never be on the show, me included. But 10% would, and 10% of America's 32 million people, that's a lot of shows.
Sure.
So the people call us, so they've watched the show 1,000 times before. Therefore, they know the drill.
Right.
They know what happens. You could get these, I've always maintained, you could get these same people, and if they were on Oprah, let's say she was still in the air, if they were on Oprah, they would behave perfectly. Their language wouldn't be much better. I mean, but they wouldn't curse. They wouldn't, in other words, they wouldn't fight. They wouldn't jump out of their seats. So they know the drill, and they know when the bell goes. That's just like in a boxing match, So
I love that.
Yeah, but no, you don't.
Ding, ding. And they just fucking swing
was there ever a show where you went home feeling really kind of bad or depressed about what you saw?
Well,
no. And if so, okay.
No, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
First of all, our show doesn't deal with any serious subjects. We're dealing with people that, their lover was out with someone else, and so they're angry. That's real. But the next day, they're dating someone else. So we don't deal with life and death situations.
Right.
It's a crazy circus. So that's number one. So I have to put in perspective. Oh, come on. There are things to be upset about. But if someone's dating someone else, I don't get that upset.
Right.
We have wars going on. Okay, so that's the first thing. And the second thing is these people are told ahead of time, very seriously, we're not a serious show. If you do have a problem, don't come on it because we're not qualified to deal with it.
You let them know right away.
Right off. This is, what the show is. It's a circus. You want to be on it, be part of the circus? Welcome.
Yeah.
But please don't come on here on the mistaken impression that I'm a doctor.
Yeah, that this is a shrink's couch, right?
And because I don't have a clue. I mean, I know how I'd advise my own daughter, but that's just one parent to a child.
Right.
No longer a child. But so...
And you can't know these people long enough to think you could make an assessment of their problems.
Well, no, it's almost disrespectful.
Right.
It's like your problem is so trivial.
So trivial.
Just come to me, talk to me before the next commercial break, and I will save your life.
Exactly.
But I asked that question because we kind of play in the same arena, obviously. We're going for the same people, more or less. And there was only one show that bothered the shit out of me after all these years. And we've had some crazy stuff go down. And it was the dumb gay off we did last year.
But that was more because it was just...
It was horrific. It was a bit... I didn't want to do to begin with.
Yeah.
But we ended up doing it. Me and Ant were completely horrified what we were seeing. It was basically straight guys coming in and seeing how far they would go for money.
Oh, okay.
But here's the twist, Jerry. Their wives and girlfriends were sitting right in the corner.
Oh.
And I saw one particular woman getting extremely upset, and I'm like, this is so fucked up. And we know if we didn't stop it, the guy would have done
anything.
He would have. He would have went all the way. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
That didn't bother me that much, though. It bothered me because it was just like disturbing to watch.
Yeah, it was.
But,
it wasn't.
I didn't feel bad or anything.
That was the only time I ever felt really bad after I left this place. I was like, man, that was pretty fucked up. That was a fucked up, because you could see that the guy really needed money. And at one point he tells his, I'm not sure if it's a wife or girlfriend, he's like, no, you cannot tap out. Because the thing was, the women could tap out when they felt like, all right, this is enough. And this guy was basically telling her, you're not tapping out.
Don't you do it!
Right. But that was the only time.
Yeah.
Because we see this as entertainment in the end. So I'm not.
Yeah, well, we go out of our way to first of all, I think I've said that the last time I was on, when there's a surprise, you're given a list ahead of time of 21 possible surprises.
Okay.
And you have to agree to everyone, to the possibility of all 21 or you don't get on the show. Now, so you don't know which of the 21 it's going to be, but you've already agreed that you're okay if it's any one of them. You may get upset, but you're not going to say, I never would have said that on television.
Right.
So that is done away with. So it's hard to go away feeling upset after they've said, look, if my guy is really a woman, let me know.
It's on the paper. Uh-oh.
Got another great question coming in. Let's say hi to Rick in Texas. Rick.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Yep.
You're like a liberal Democrat, right?
Yes.
So you moved your show from Chicago to a less taxing state. Doesn't that make you the worst kind of piece of shit fucking hypocrite in the world?
If it was my decision,
Wasn't
yes.
his question, but
I wouldn't say in the world. But
because you're a fucking piece of shit, man.
Jerry. I mean, Rick. But why did you fake your question? We would have. Oh, now he hangs up.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
just so you know, I mean, he faked his question. Yeah. It said, "What do you feed these people backstage to make them act like they do on the stage?"
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of a funny question.
He was sitting there going, "I gotta come up with a question."
We would have taken that.
Idiot.
We would have taken that phone call. No problem.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. But anyway, we don't feed them, and they don't get fed unless they go out.
Get out there and.
Plus, you explained
Plus,
you explained the moving the show was a corporate decision. It wasn't. You
NBC
going...
Universal moved us. Yeah, I was opposed to it, and it was a big fight in the newspapers actually, because I didn't want to move for exactly that reason. In other words, there were people in Chicago that had these jobs, and not all of them could move their families to Connecticut.
Right.
So. It was a big fight. There were meetings, and finally we worked out a compromise where we could take the people that could make the move from Chicago to Connecticut, and that's what we did. But yeah, there was a big fight over that. What the guy who just called didn't understand is that I was on his side. Better language, but I was on his side.
And we would have taken your call, buddy.
This piece of shit was on your side, sir.
Yeah.
And the other thing, Jerry, you've been on our show many, many times, and I don't remember you talking about this, but you worked at one time for Robert Kennedy?
Right.
When you were 25 years old?
I was right out of law school.
And you were working for him when he was assassinated.
Yeah.
Why haven't we ever talked about this?
Because you don't care. No, I don't know. We don't talk about everything in my life. Well, it was only a few months, obviously.
But still.
Yeah, it was, well, I've been very active in the civil rights movement and then in the anti-war movement. This was 1968, 67, 68. And a professor of mine was a friend of his. And one day he was passing through Chicago, and they were going to have dinner that night. And so I was invited to join him because at that time they were trying to get Senator Kennedy to run against Johnson in the primaries. And he didn't want to do it, primarily because Johnson had replaced his brother. They never were on good terms, and he didn't want to make it look like this was just revenge. Not revenge. Johnson didn't do it. But, I mean, this White House belongs to the Kennedys, and, you know, you shouldn't be president. My brother was killed, so therefore I'm running. I want it back for the Kennedys.
Right.
There was a bad taste about it, so he didn't want to do it. But those of us who wanted out of Vietnam said, forget what you personally feel about it. You're the only one who has a chance of beating Johnson in the primaries. And at that point, it was pretty unheard of to run against the president of the United States when he's of your own party and beat him in the primaries, because he controlled the political machinery. So anyway, he says, why don't you join us for dinner? Because the senator didn't need to hear some of this stuff, because they were trying to convince him to run. While he was hesitating, Gene McCarthy stepped up and he ran in the primaries. Eventually, Bobby did come in and run.
Wait, but you had dinner with him?
And then I went to, well, a lot of people, well,
that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was, to this day, he was the most significant political person I ever met or was associated with. Yeah, he was great. He was great. But again, it was a short-time job, obviously. He was killed in June. Yeah.
Damn. Jinxed the whole thing, Jerry.
Yeah.
Brought you on board.
But for that dinner.
What happened there?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's the last time someone's had dinner with me.
That's it. Don't take a dinner with Jerry.
Where were you when he was assassinated?
Coincidentally, I was in Cincinnati, having nothing to do with what became my job then. But I literally, because my job at the time for Kennedy was to, there were 6 or 7 states where I would go on the college campuses to get the McCarthy kids to switch over to Bobby for the Democratic Convention. Because back then the kids were, even though originally they would have been for Kennedy, they were upset that Kennedy was stalling and not running. And Gene McCarthy stepped up, so all these kids then cut their hair. Back then the slogan was, get clean for Gene. So,
wow.
Well, because, you know, we were all hippies with hair down to our shoulders, et cetera, and all that. And, but the way to beat Johnson was not to beat a hippie, because they, back then in the 60s, they thought, you know, they'll rip the country apart. So we all cut our hair, you know, all the McCarthy kids, and had crew cuts and really cleaned up and went to New Hampshire door to door. And even though McCarthy didn't win in New Hampshire, he got so close that the election was on Tuesday, March 12th of 68. On Wednesday, Bobby Kennedy, they catch him coming out of the office at the Senate office building. He says, I'm reassessing. And then on that Saturday, March 16th, he announces. So then he was again called ruthless, opportunistic. You're only getting in because now McCarthy showed that Johnson was vulnerable. And clearly that was part of the reason.
Why. Yeah.
But it was also a significant part of the equation that he was considering. Why get in the race if there's no chance to be the Senate
Why wouldn't
president?
you use that information and say, okay.
So he did get in, and then he won all the next primaries except Oregon. But then the final night, he won California, and then right after the acceptance speech.
Oh, we all know what happened there.
Yeah.
Don't go through the
That's
kitchen.
fascinating.
Yeah.
So is there a picture online of you with long hair? We're gonna try to find it right now. I gotta see Jerry Springer with long hair.
There probably was. I mean, it wasn't so long as because that was back in college, probably, or law school. Probably not. But even when I was mayor, it was kind of long. There's one anti-nuke rally.
Oh, yeah.
They showed this picture. Well, it's reasonably
You
long.
went to the anti-nuke rallies?
Well, I led them, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I was really
How'd that work out?
A hippie.
Let's say hi to Jason.
Well, we haven't been nuked.
That's true, Jerry.
So pretty good. But I don't want to take all the credit.
You make a valid
I don't want
point.
to take all the credit.
Jason in Philly. Jason.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Big fan, long-time listener. Jerry, huge honor to talk to you.
Thank you.
Being in politics, I was wondering, how corrupt is politics? I'm a college student. They always say politics is corrupt. But is politics as corrupt as they say?
It's not. Look, there are tens of thousands of people in politics, people holding offices, local, state, federal, people that work for them. So you've got a population, let's say, of 50,000 people that have political jobs in America. Are some of them absolutely corrupt? Of course. Just like if you got 50,000 dentists, you'd find some that are not paying their taxes or doing something shady or whatever. So the answer is, yeah, there's some that are. Where most of the dishonesty comes in, though, is not in the stealing of money and that kind of thing. It's the intellectual dishonesty. It's what happens is you're in politics, and let's say you're in elective office, and you've been elected 5 terms in a row. You're now in your mid-40s. This has been basically the one job you've had as a grown-up for 20 years, and you've got a family. And the next election is important to win because you're trying to put food on the table for your own family. And if you're suddenly out of a job at 45, you've got to join the masses in trying to find a job. So the reality is people in office often talk themselves into saying and doing what seems most popular at the time because they have to win the next election because that is their livelihood, not just their economic livelihood, but also the way they see themselves, their emotional livelihood. In other words, this is their life.
It's their career.
It's their career, and you don't want to blow it. And so it's very easy to say, well, I'm really not for this issue, but I can only help people if I get reelected, and therefore I'm willing to compromise a little bit on this issue if it gets me reelected. And you keep compromising one after another. It's always a little bit, and before you know it, you've sold out. That's the corruption that takes place in politics.
Do you think term limits are an answer to that?
No, I don't like term limits, even though it goes against what I just... In other words, term limits would cure that problem.
Right.
But we have a democracy, and people have the right to have whatever leaders they choose. And I don't think we should falsely say... Let's say during the time of, you know, and I keep saying I'm a Democrat, let's say during the time of Reagan, if people wanted Reagan for another term, or if people wanted Clinton for another term, why should they not be allowed to make that choice? Now, maybe people would have, I think in both cases, they might have said no.
Right.
But if a person wants to run, let the public decide if they're happy with this leadership, they're happy with it, or they're not. I don't think you need to put a limit on it.
I think there's a comfort factor that comes into play, though, where people will vote for somebody just because they've been in the office for so long.
That used to be the case.
Yeah.
But nowadays, frankly, incumbency is not a plus. Because you get so ripped up when you're in office. I mean, really. By your second term, why do you, you know?
You want out.
So I don't know that it's an advantage anymore. I really don't. I think if you're the outsider, you've got the advantage.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, let's make sure people know about Jerry's new show.
Absolutely.
It's called Tabloid. It's premiering tonight at 10 o'clock on Investigation Discovery.
9 o'clock Central Time.
Anything else about the show, Jerry? I want to make sure we sell it properly for you.
You are such a good salesman.
We're trying.
We're trying. Here's what I didn't know, but Investigation Discovery, the whole network, it's like number 4 of any network for women.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
They love watching those shows
These
where women get back at their man, is what it is.
All evening, yeah.
You love that one.
Yeah.
I
do.
I love the show. I do. I watch so many shows.
Well, you're a girl.
On that. Yeah. I've been called that.
Well, we're home during the day, so, yeah.
It's great.
I watch New Jersey Housewives.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And Beverly Hills Housewives, yeah.
You watch them.
They're wonderful. Yeah. The guy called back. Rick.
Yeah.
We would have taken your call.
Yeah.
I got cut off.
I swear to God we didn't hang up on you.
I got cut off. I called back.
All right.
You know what, Jerry, you're talking about the corruption of politics. Okay, you made a good point about being elected 4 or 5 times. Isn't that a great argument for term limits? So we don't have career politicians in there for 40 years. You think they're royalty, you do backroom deals, and sit there and fuck the populace.
Yes, it is. Okay, I'll answer. Okay, easy. I'll answer you.
Rick,
why are you so hostile?
Yeah, where's all this anger coming from, Rick?
Well, the haters coming from is, I'm working more, I'm making less. My fucking bills are skyrocketing because fucking Obama has skyrocketed everything.
Well, that's what I figured it was about. He just doesn't like Obama. Okay,
I understand, but it seems like you're. Hold on, Rick.
Easy,
Rick.
You're going to be okay.
I swear you made your point. I understand, but why?
Like a guest on your show, Jerry.
Yeah, but why the anger toward Jerry Springer about all this?
Because Jerry's a very political person who comes out as a major fucking liberal who pushes all this shit.
Okay, all right. Okay, you're going to be okay. We don't have to hate each other. I happen to disagree with you about Obama, but that's all right. That doesn't make you a bad person.
Really?
And honestly, it doesn't make me a bad person. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay, good. All right. Now you feel better.
I think Jerry explained the term limit thing, saying that it should just be left to the American people.
He's right. This guy is right in terms that would solve that particular problem. But as is true in life as well as politics, you could solve one problem, but then create another problem, which isn't good. I agree it would solve the problem of career politicians. But there's a bigger issue, and the bigger issue is, in a democracy, shouldn't people have the right to choose who they want? So, for example, this fellow who's calling up is really angry that Obama is president. But most of the people who voted wanted Obama to be president, and they wanted him to be president. Most of the people, just as if, and you, let me finish.
And a lot of dead people voted.
Okay, I know a lot of dead. It was unbelievable. You should have been to some of those rallies of the dead people. It was great. It was great, except it smelled a lot. Now, there were a lot of people who didn't like the fact that Bush was elected president and thought, oh my God, you know, here we have these wars.
I was one of them too.
Yeah, okay, and they get upset. So you're always going to have people that are upset with the result of an election. But God bless America, because we all get a vote, and the more people chose someone. So live with it, you know. You'll have another election and vote for a Republican next time.
That's a good way to sugarcoat it. But look, if you take out, you know, the fact that they can keep going over and over and over and over again, getting reelected, you know, there should be term limits on it. So there is an influence peddling. And once you're voted out of office or retired, you shouldn't be able to get a fucking lobbying job to push your influence in Washington, D.C.
I agree with you. We're on the same side on that issue. Let's have a meeting. You and I. We agree. We agree. If you tone the language down a bit, I'm really with you.
I'm sorry. Jerry Springer's never heard the word fuck?
I have heard it. I have. No, I have heard it. But normally it isn't directed at me. So I'm okay. It's okay. You seem so hostile toward me. And I don't know you. We're just having a discussion. We can disagree. It's the same thing I told the people on the show. You're not making your point by screaming at me.
I disagree with you, but I also want to get my point out there because, you know, that's how I feel.
Okay, hold on a minute.
I respect that.
I'm going to show you Jerry's point because now we got Laura on with you, Rick. Laura's in Michigan. Go ahead, Laura.
Hey, Jerry, it's a real honor to speak to you. I want to say you are not a piece of shit. I love your political views.
Thank you.
And I love how you handle that guy. I mean, I want to channel you the next time I ever run into somebody who wants to spew their venom. I just want to channel you.
Where in Michigan are you?
What, are you going to stalk her?
No.
What's the point?
No. Where in Michigan are you?
Oh, please stalk me. Please stalk me. I live in Richmond, which is a very conservative town. They fly Confederate flags, and they play Sweet Home Alabama at the football games. I fucking hate it.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, maybe you should just go back and burn your American flag and, and do it that way.
Good Lord.
The thing about it is, I go through Detroit every fucking day. You know, that's one city that I know that fucking the unions and the Democrats have fucking destroyed. They've taken the jewel of fucking industry and turned it into fucking Beirut.
Which thankfully was saved by Barack Obama, President of the United States. Thank you for saving the auto industry, Mr. President. Thank you so much. Look, these two people are screaming at each other.
Owe me $10 billion.
Ding, ding, this is how I do my show. I don't have to do anything.
We want you feeling home, Jerry.
Oh, yeah, all of a sudden.
Obama wrote it off, so fuck you.
Yeah, oh, that's polite.
Wow.
Is that how you talk to your wife? Do you talk to women like that?
Hey, Chevy's going to go bankrupt again because they didn't go through the right thing.
This guy.
I don't know, but...
This guy needs meds, I'm telling you. Barack Obama did not destroy Detroit.
No, he saved it at the end.
I grew up in Detroit. I love Detroit.
Yeah, she knows more about it than you do, sir, but thanks anyway.
The largest bankruptcy ever.
They say that love is a gentle thing, but it's only brought me pain. For the only girl I ever loved is gone on that midnight train. I never will marry. I'll take me no wine. Okay.
All right. I think I've had it with
Thank
these
you,
two.
Rick.
But thank you for calling, ma'am.
And thank you, Laura,
You're a
from
sweetheart.
Michigan.
That was nice.
All right, Jerry, we got to take a break.
Jerry, again, always a pleasure to have you in.
Absolutely.
You guys are great.
Continued success. The new show, of course, Tabloid, premiering tonight. And that is on Investigation Discovery at 10/9 Central.
And Jerry Springer on Twitter.
Yes.
Yes, go follow Jerry. All
I'm
right?
on Twitter.
Apparently so.
Really?
I felt good. I retweeted yesterday because I thought you tweeted that.
Yeah, I'm sure it was me.
Oh, wow. Awkward.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Oh, wow, that sucks. I thought I had a celebrity friend on Twitter.
No, we're friends.
We are? All right.
Oh, yeah.
It said that you were excited to do the Opie and Anthony show. I saw that. I'm like, oh, we're excited too, Jerry.
Oh, well, that's true. Oh, now I know how that happens. No, let me tell you how that happens. We talk in the morning, but I don't know that that's for tweeting.
Oh, okay. Then
and then they tweet something?
Yeah.
See, it's the,
I mean, really,
like
that
you're saying, the
happens. We go over
CEO, he delegates responsibility. It goes.
Well, no, this is true. We go over the schedule, what tomorrow is. Do you want to do this? You want to do that? You know, what was it, a few days ago? And I said, hell yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
So that's how that happens. But I don't actually
do the tweeting.
Physically tweet.
I know
it,
I should. I got to get one of those.
You should. You'd have
what
fun
do you
with
call
it,
them? L phones? iPhones.
Come on, Jerry. You're only 70. That's not that old. Get a smart. You don't have a smartphone, do you?
How smart am I?
You really don't have like an iPhone, or what do you got? If you pull out a flip phone. Jerry, come on, Jerry.
There you go.
Jerry, come on.
Like the jitterbug.
You know what you can do with the phone now? It's exciting.
What?
Get in trouble.
Yeah, all sorts of apps and
Oh, Jerry would be sexting and get in trouble.
Oh,
Little Snapchat.
You could do that?
Oh, that was it.
Jerry, what are you doing with the flip phone?
I love it. I love it.
What's
Jerry's
the
got
point?
a 1997.
It looked like a jitterbug. You're not that old yet, Jerry. Come on.
Not wrong.
All right. All right.
Is there an app for Lawrence Welk?
I don't think there's a Lawrence Welk app, but you should get to work on that.
If they have one, I'm getting it.
Did you like Lawrence Welk? That's the show.
Well, my parents watched it.
Okay,
so
all right.
Yeah. My parents watched it. That's really
my parents watched it. My mom loved Lawrence Welk.
Lawrence Welk was up for a while.
What a snooze fest.
I'll tell you what I love is when I was a kid, I loved Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke was good.
And I am now watching, unlike, what is that, Encore Westerns on cable. So you can see, like, late in the afternoon, they have all the old Gunsmoke. So now my assistant found on the internet, you can get all the old shows, because it was on for 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years.
So I ordered 20 years of Gunsmoke. My grandson and I, we sit and watch together. This is going to be great. I am set for the
Can I blow your mind now?
Yes.
You can watch Gunsmoke on your phone, Jerry.
Oh, man.
What? You can watch it on your phone. Well, not yours, of course.
On those L phones, iPhones?
L phone, a P phone,
you could be sitting around.
I got to get one.
When you're bored, you can throw a Gunsmoke episode on. You'd be.
But then what happens if someone's calling you?
Who cares?
Does it interrupt?
No one uses their phones
I hate
to call
when it
people.
interrupts when I'm watching.
Who calls?
Who calls? You don't
That's
use this
right.
to call anyone.
Well, then why do they call it a phone?
That's a good
Exactly.
point. We don't know.
That is a good point.
They're going to get rid of the phone part and just call it smart.
Yeah.
Because it is, I mean, it is hard to carry around, Mike. I have a computer. Mm-hmm. It's hard to carry that around all the time.
Yes, all the time.
I can
Just
only
trying
imagine.
to text with
a
a tower system.
You're just carrying
I'm
a tower
carrying it,
system
and then I
around.
got to find a plug someplace or a socket. It's horrible.
All right.
Jerry,
the legend.
thanks so much.
Jerry Springer, the legend. Yes. Always a pleasure, Jerry. We'll see you soon.
Guys.
Opie and Anthony have been creating broadcasting magic for 20 years. Dug from the O&A vaults, this is a 20th anniversary O&A radio gem.
Watch for the changes and try to keep up.
Hold up. I want to. Yeah, but now you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up fast. Okay, let's see. Here we go.
Wow. All right, let's see.
Chubby's getting up. Let me hear it again.
Getting up.
Yeah. Once again, when I cut down, I want to cut. 1, 2, 3, ha! Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. the twist. My daddy is sleeping, and the mama ain't around. Yeah, daddy's just sleeping, and the mama ain't around. Gonna twist it, twist it, twist it, till we tear the house down. Come on and twist, yeah, baby, twist. Ooh, yeah, just like this. Come on, little miss, and do the twist. Work it for me, baby. Just like this. Come on, little miss, and do the twist. Come on. Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. Twist so nice. Twist. Talk to me.
That is a legendary performance.
Wow, Chubby Checker.
With Sabracadabra. When are you going to see anything like that? This is amazing. Chubby Checker backed up by Sabracadabra.
Next week on a very special Opie and Anthony show. The Sex Bagel battles his demons.
Everything could be saved if you come in and take a shot.
When he throws a celebration for himself.
Tequila Day was my idea.
But when things go wrong, E-Rock gets personal.
I can come with a woman, you can't.
And the things that usually help no longer do the trick.
Maybe I need a donut.
Humiliating his friends, family, and his wife.
I didn't grab her tits, no. I don't think she's proud of this particular show.
Then insulting his radio idol.
Oh, turn it off. Give your final sign off. Go home. No one needs you.
E-Rock's years of radio training go down the drain.
908, 8 minutes after 8 o'clock. Just like a chandelier, I'm hooked on the ceiling. Here's hooked on a feeling.
And awful cliches are used improperly.
Well, large to go home.
We may get the truth.
And I know that he doesn't like me.
But when humiliation sets in, the sex man's emotions become out of control.
I don't even know that I'm crying.
Sexy B learns a lesson the hard way. Next week on a very special Opie and Anthony show.
Morning BJs.
And now, back to the show. Aren't you glad you didn't drive off that bridge?
Love Jerry Springer.
He's always a fun guest to have on.
Absolutely. He gets the people talking. Don't forget about the Opie and Anthony podcast. The new one came out yesterday. Wednesday is podcast day. And this week we're going with Jim Norton Hates Animals. And it's doing really well. I'm looking at the numbers right now. Wow. Very cool. So go get the latest podcast. Jim Norton Hates Animals. All right?
Yeah, that's some good shit right there.
Absolutely.
Those were some funny fucking segments.
Absolutely.
Jimmy's in L.A., I guess, right?
I think he's on Leno maybe for the last time tonight, so make sure you check that out. And also, we're trying to come up with a brand new Opie and Anthony T-shirt. We got to get on that. How are we doing with that?
I saw some examples on Twitter. A little busy, but it's amazing what some people can do out there.
We don't want busy.
Not busy, no.
Not too busy. Not busy at all, actually.
No.
Actually, more looking for, oh, wow, that's kind of cool.
But that's like
that's
the
very
one that's
busy.
all... it's a minstrel show, kind of a racist one. But he also did another one that looks pretty cool, but it's a little Rolling Stones-ish looking with the big lips.
Oh, really? Where is it?
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, try to find
that
that
So are these guys emailing their designs, though, as well? If you just throw it on Twitter, it's going to get lost.
Opie and Anthony show. It's got 20 years, a little lightning bolt thing coming out of an open mouth, 20 years.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like a Rolling Stone shirt.
Yeah, it's a little too Rolling Stones-ish with the thing. Or Twizzlers.
Right.
I am a mouth.
Because we're looking at two shirts. We're looking at one Opie and Anthony shirt, because we haven't had one out there in a while. And then we're going to do a 20th anniversary shirt. I got the idea for the back of that one, so.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really cool, but we just need a design for the front.
Hell yeah, yo.
So what do they do, Sam Roberts?
Send an email to opieanthony@SiriusXM.com.
Okay, and we're going to give you money for your design. So,
ooh, cash.
Yeah, some cash.
Cash money.
And a little fame.
Nice. A little fame.
A little Twitter plug.
A little Twitter fame.
You might gain 20, 25 followers.
Hey.
For coming up with an amazing design for a t-shirt.
Every follower counts.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. Thank you, Kenny. Hey, look who's there. Thank you, sir.
Let's see. There was something I wanted to talk about, and then we had Jerry Springer for a really long time.
Jerry.
Which was great.
Yeah.
Trace Adkins, I guess.
Trace Adkins.
I thought we were team Trace Adkins. What is he doing?
No, we're team Penn. Come on.
Are we?
Yeah. We were team Penn the whole time. Bobby's.
Are you that
Bobby's
needy, or are you
peeking
just making a joke?
I usually come. Let's get on the microphone because that's how radio works.
Yeah.
There's people waiting, and you sit down, and then they go in.
Yeah.
There's nobody around.
All right.
And then I followed Kenny down here, and then he walked in and shut the door, and then he smiled at me.
Oh. Shit. He smiled at me.
But you're just staring at the window.
You get a light staff. There used to be like 30 people around.
That's true.
They've been knocking them off one by one for years at this point.
Knocking them off.
We lose one a year, and we're down to like a skeleton crew
They
now.
don't replace them.
They
Jimmy's
don't replace
not here today,
nothing.
Yeah, they really do snipe you. It's like,
do they
it's like
snipe
the government
us.
is taking.
Oh, you won't see him no more.
You're gonna come on down.
Jesus, Bobby.
What's up?
You're doing it.
I know.
You are doing it, Bobby. I was going to say it, too.
Holy fuck, how much you lose?
No sugar, no grains, baby.
Oh, yeah?
No sugar, no
grains. Are you
grains.
losing your mind, though?
No. I eat more than I've ever eaten.
Wow.
I just don't eat no sugar, no grains, baby.
You got a loose sweater on, and even with the loose sweater, you look thin.
You're definitely
35.
You're down 35.
35, yeah.
He's definitely thinner.
I told you I was going to do it. I knew that I lost all the weight before.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I was quitting smoking. And I told my wife, I said, look, I'm going to get extremely fat.
You let her know.
I just can't.
After the smoking, you mean, when you quit the smoking?
I've quit sex with hookers. I've quit sex on the side. I've quit all the dirty things.
Right.
For the, for the most part.
Sure.
Except the occasional iPad.
Yeah.
When I go on the road, awful things.
That's completely normal.
And then I quit smoking. I don't do drugs. It's slowly getting these things out of my life, but you got to. I'm an addict. I can't do it all at once.
Right.
Yeah.
But I can't just Joe Rogan and go, I'm done doing that.
I'm done doing that.
The universe.
Yeah.
What?
That's the caveman. I mean,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan is a very smart individual, but he also has that caveman gene in there.
Yeah, he
that
is
pops up every once in a while, where he
switch.
could just go, I'm done with that now.
He's the guy. I love Joe so much,
He's amazing.
but he's the guy that I hate because when I think of what would Joe do?
Right.
What
Joe
would be able.
do?
Joe would be able to just quit smoking and lose weight and learn kung fu.
Yeah.
But what are you replacing it with, Bobby?
I haven't. Replaced it with a kid, dude.
Yeah.
It's the kid thing.
I like Bobby texts me every once in a while because he's trying to figure shit out. I love it. He finally realized that having a kid is really expensive, and it makes everything so much more expensive. Just traveling. I used to travel by myself, and now I gotta buy 4 fucking seats just to go away now.
I used to hate my parents when I started making money in my life. I used to look at my parents like, well, you know, what losers! You didn't take me anywhere. You took me to New Hampshire every week. You know, an hour drive, Hampton Beach, at somebody else's cottage.
Someone else's cottage.
I used to get like quarters because my cousin worked at the arcade, but I could only put them back in.
Right.
Like, here's some quarters, but you can't leave with them.
Right. Because they'll know.
I only get an hour to run around and play every game, and then you got to give them back. And
oh man!
And now I get it. I mean, I took my kid to Marco Island, and I took him to Bermuda. It's not. He doesn't even know. It's like Christmas presents.
Right.
He ate the wrappers.
Right.
He played with the wrappers more than the car and the other thing.
Dude, I could have saved you on that one. One of the Christmases real early on, we just had boxes with wrapping paper and bows on it.
Yeah.
That's all you needed to do.
Yeah, just put Snapple lids in a box and let them suck on them.
He's not lying.
I don't, and I'm at the airport. You know, I got cars. I have a car for the first time in 12 years.
Is it weird to drive again on a regular basis?
I don't know why.
Because I remember for many years you would just rent a car for the day, which I always found strange.
I liked it because you could have whatever car you wanted.
Right.
I could have a fancy car, a little car, a big car, whatever, a truck.
You could try some shit out.
Yeah, but now I got, a Honda Pilot, and thank God for this show, by the way. This show, let me tell you about this show. I use this show as Siri. I go, what should I get, a Honda or the Ford? And then 9 million O&A fans, the Honda Pilot.
Fuck the Honda.
The Ford. Stay American,
you gotta go with the Ford.
The guy
That's wicked cool.
My friend from the show, from Terrytown Honda, come down, cousin. Cousin.
Yeah.
All right. We come down, Terrytown Honda hooked me up with 2 leases on them.
Isn't that great?
The show is magical.
Gotta love the show.
But you're talking about a lot of stuff here. Oh, so the kid taking him to these places.
I had to pay. Here's the deal. I was like, I'm not driving to the airport because long-term parking. I have a suitcase. I have a huge suitcase that I bought for me and my wife when we go away.
Right.
That's his suitcase now because the kid has to eat.
Right.
The kid has to poop. The kid has to be changed. The kid has to have 2 or 3 different outfits during the day. He has his PJs in the morning. Then he has his little morning routine. Then he's going to drool on that or throw up on that. So you got to change his shirt 5 times. Okay. And then you got to have some pants because he's going to pee or crap through that. So you got to have like 9 outfits. It's like a little supermodel. You got to like walking around with
different.
But
looks.
Your kid is Joan Rivers' assistant.
Your kid is less than a year old too, so he's going through a shitload of diapers.
And it's unbelievable how many diapers he's going through.
And they could go through 10 diapers a day. Yet.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, easy at that age, right?
10? Yeah.
Easily.
10, yeah. And the shit is all different, too. Now that he's eating solid food, not solid, but, peas. And so the shit went from shit that you can, no scent.
Thank you.
No scent.
To holy shit, that's the shit of a homeless man.
I could build a house with the Adobe mud that comes out of this baby's asshole.
Jesus Christ.
I want to actually save some of these and make a necklace for him later in life. Like, just put him out in the sun for a day. They're shaped like his little butt cheeks because it's like this mud that smells.
I finally had a conversation with my kid. I'm like, this... he was a little late with his potty training, a little, not too bad. Right. But I finally said, dude, this has to stop. This is horrific. I told him, I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Call him dude?
Yeah, pretty much.
Look, dude.
And because it was right on the fence, I'm like, this is it. Yeah. We can't do this anymore. This smells too fucking horrific.
Yeah. It's.
But at first, you don't care. You laugh at it. You can smear it on your face.
I don't know how to explain it.
Because it's your kids. But it does change, and it gets unbelievable how bad it is.
I don't know if this makes sense, that it's the worst thing that's ever happened to me, but it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Running parallel.
Yeah.
Because it's literally, you hear him in the middle of the night, and you know the pacifier fell out, and you got to go over and put that cork in its mouth. But then you're like, oh, fuck, what did I do?
Oh,
I used to sleep until 12, and then you walk over, and then he looks up at you with these little tired eyes, And then he smiles, and you're like, this little motherfucker, I made this with jizz. You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe he's looking at me.
It is weird you make children with jizz.
It
really is strange.
To think I threw jizz away like I was on a Mardi Gras float my whole life, just flicking it on walls and pillows and chicks' backs, thinking of all the beautiful little bobbies that I've thrown away, and now I look at this kid, and they grow so fast, and it's just.
How old is he now?
He's 7.5 months.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow. We still have something for him. I forgot you were coming in today. I could have just handed it to you.
It's funny too, all the stuff that people give you. It's like you should, what you should give people? Diapers. Just give them diapers.
Yeah.
Diapers and baby wipes.
Right.
Don't give me sneakers because he's not going to walk for 2 years. Don't spend the money. Don't give me anything else. Don't give me a onesie. Don't give me the friggin' pacifier with the mustache. How many of those did you get?
A couple.
And every time, this is so good. Look how funny this is.
Look, he's a little baby with a mustache.
They did it once, and that was it. But my daughter doesn't do the pacifier. How
What?
fucked up is that?
No way.
My son was all about it. I mean, that was a little late, too. That was getting a little uncomfortable for everybody.
Yeah, let me tell you how uncomfortable when you're sitting on the couch and he grabs your thumb and it actually, you're like, why does this feel good? You start,
my God,
you're like
Bobby.
this. No, I'm kidding.
That's funny.
It's not a sexual. It's weird that kids take away the sexual thing of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's all gone. Like you don't look at, you change your kid. It's not a ding ding. It's just his, you got his little payu. You got to clean it. You got to make sure the circumcision is nice and pull his little helmet back so it doesn't stick, so you don't get a Colin Quinn dick.
I clean a vagina every day.
Yeah, I don't know.
I clean a vagina every day.
See,
that is beyond bizarre. No one like sat me down and told me about that. I just assumed it would be whatever. It's really strange.
Did you ever go back to front by accident and fill a vagina with poop?
All that. Yeah, you learn by doing.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
But every day I'm cleaning a baby vagina. I mean, when you wrap your head around that, it's bizarre.
It's bizarre, but it's not. It just.
Not sexual whatsoever.
It just goes out the window.
Yeah, of course, but it's still strange.
It's really strange, man. It's crazy that they. I can't believe that I am a dad. Like if you look back 20s, my 30s. Yeah, like
we all can't believe.
Yeah, I get it though.
No, that's just a stupid joke because I always saw you as a father.
I know I'm good with kids. I'm cool. I get it. Like, I can't believe you have an animal in your house.
Oh, little Beavis.
Yeah, but
it's all I want because I could fucking
He
leave.
loves the Beavis, too.
Little Beavis, great.
He's a
but
cool
I
cat.
can
He tries to downplay it, but he's really into it.
I love the little
He's really
guy.
into
He's
it.
so much fun. But I could just dump out some fucking food, make sure the water's fucking there, and then hightail it to Atlantic City for an entire weekend.
Yeah, but you can do that with a kid, too. You just got to get a Mexican and a kid.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
There really is ways around it.
I know there's ways around it, but
it's
I
a lot
don't
of
want
work,
ways
but
around it. I want
complete freedom
to go, oh, we're going? Yep. I'm out the fucking door.
You think about complete freedom, but I don't miss complete freedom. I don't miss it. I think about it from time to time. Of course, that's normal, but I don't.
When you walk in the door and your kid's there and then you see his head perk up, and when you come in and he does that bobble thing because he gets so excited that he can't hold his head right, and then his head just collapses in your wife's shoulder because he's so excited he doesn't know how to deal with excitement, and he giggles. You're like, there's no. I used to get annoyed when husbands would be like, I miss my kid. Well, what about your wife, dummy? Of course you miss your wife, but there's something about your kid that is
pretty special,
fucking phenomenal.
Wait till the kid walks around all day just yelling daddy. I'm at that stage with my daughter.
I see.
Daddy, daddy, daddy. I turn around and she's just showing me some ridiculous dumb thing. Yeah, great.
Imagine
and
just
then I
being
turn
the guy
back around and she starts all over again, all day
the
long.
guy that just turns around and goes, shut the fuck up!
Well,
just creating a problem.
Well, that's the sad part. There certainly are people out there like that.
That's what I can't get now that I have a kid. And I remember my second stepdad, like him punching me in like second grade. I'm like, how the fuck could you even think about hitting a kid like these people who abuse their kids? I don't get it. The kids are so fucking... I'm surprised there's not more babies with, like, bite marks in the hospital, like in the emergency room, like accidental fuck. I'm sorry, I just bit his fucking cute face.
Right.
I can't take it sometimes.
Right, yeah. I'm with you on that. I get really mad. I'm like, really? How could you do anything to
this childbirth thing has really changed Bobby's outlook on things?
Well, but here's the thing, though. You have to have either you got to go ghetto. You just go ghetto. Get the ghetto carriage, the one you get at Kmart for $5. You know, leave the kid in diapers all day. You know, let him be ghetto, which I love. I love ghetto baby. I love when I'm with the kid, ghetto baby, diaper on the couch, on your stomach, chewing on a friggin' Snapple cap. You know what I mean? But my wife, you know, wants to be.
I was just talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Like when I leave the house with one of my kids, I throw a diaper and a few wipes in my back pocket and I go. And she needs everything. I'm like, this is why we don't do much, because everything has to be planned way too much. And you have to bring too much stuff. We will get by. We live in New York City. So any problem, there's a store right around the corner that we can take care of it.
Yeah, you're not in Africa in the bush.
Right.
We're going to have to learn build a fire in a lean-to and clean his ass with a certain aloe leaf.
When I take a kid and go out to Long Island or something, it's a diaper, or used to be. My kid's finally out of the diapers, but a diaper and wipes in the back. Let's go. Let's do this.
I got my little bag, and I'll put a bottle. That's one thing you learned. The kid has to eat. I was out with the kid one day, and he started crying. I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" It's like 4 hours since he ate. I'm like, "Oh, I forgot about that. Let's go
find a bottle.
Let's get a CVS ASAP." But she hands me a bag. I mean, packed.
It's like 20 pounds. I'm like, I'm not going to use any of this stuff. And you know, even when a kid like gets, you know, wets himself, whatever, he don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's you that gives a fuck that he's wet.
Yeah.
He'll sit in a wet diaper all day.
Yeah.
Not saying I would do that, but you know, you get away with a little of this stuff before it becomes an actual issue.
Yeah. Women are a little different. I had this thing. I go to the restaurant to meet my friends for lunch. I just grab the kid, there's nothing cooler, right? I wish to be a single dad.
Yeah.
To have a kid, I don't know if there's any fucking other pussy magnet than a cute little kid with hair. A 7-month-old kid, and that's the way I say it, by the way, 7-month-old, before you jump on me.
Right, 7-month-old.
It just flows better.
We were walking from the playground back to my apartment, and my wife was meeting me, and all these women were saying hi to me, and she's like, who the fuck are all these women? I'm like, because it's me at the park during the day. All the real working men are working.
Yeah.
So it's just me and women at the park.
Yeah.
And I know all of them.
Yeah.
She's like, who is that one? I'm like, oh, that's blah, blah. And her kid is blah, 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 blah. You know?
A nice walk home. Let me walk you home. You want to come up for coffee? Sure. You want to put the kids in the playpen for a little while? Yeah, sure. Go down on your messed up vagina. your fucking unkegelled vag.
It is a weird chick magnet, though.
It really is. I mean, I'm in the mall with the kid. And
especially if you have a cute kid.
Yeah. Thank God I have a cute kid.
It's like having a cute dog, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to talk to the person with the cool-looking dog.
3,000 times better than a cute dog. Having a cute kid, thank God my kid's cute, because I've seen some messed up babies.
Some disasters.
Yeah, the eyes are too close. I know that it's gonna get better as he gets older.
Right.
But, you know,
at the baby phase, ugly.
Yeah, like you know.
We got to say hi to Jim in Philly. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, hey guys, I just want to go over one thing real quick. No one cares about your kids.
Oh, you're that guy.
I get it though.
Dick jokes, please. Dick jokes.
All right, we'll get back to the dick jokes.
I get it though.
I haven't seen Bobby in a while though.
I get
it.
Bobby!
Oh.
I'm a fat fuck still.
I don't know. I think it's pretty. Let's go to John in New York. John.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
How we doing? I was going to ask a kid question, but Philly's got a point.
Don't let him back you out.
Yeah, what were we going to say, John?
Have a spine.
Ask your question.
My wife's having a kid a couple months out, and I need advice from you guys, because you're talking about your kids. You sound like you might know a few things here.
Yeah.
What's the worst possible thing that happens that no one sees coming?
I'm going to give you two things that I think people should tell you, and they don't. One thing they tell you is get your sleep. That's idiotic, because you could sleep for 3 months straight. When the kid comes, you're still fucked. Okay,
You're done.
You know, you should learn to live without sleep. Go hang out with Navy SEALs
right now.
And learn how to stay up for 9 days. Okay, go on a mission in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you need. Don't get your sleep. Lose your sleep.
That is hilarious because everyone says, "Get your sleep now." You know, because
yeah, and you like.
And I want to strangle them every time I hear that.
Yeah, please don't do. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Stay up for 3 days.
Go on a hunger strike.
Yeah, seriously, go on a hunger strike. I want you to take all your shirts and I want you to spit and jizz on them, right on the shoulders.
Right.
Okay.
I can do that. I can definitely do that.
Here's another thing.
Throw everything you care about in the mud. Do that now.
Yeah.
Do that now.
And then I want you to take your finger and stick it in your ass and wipe it under your nose and get used to that smell.
Right.
Okay.
This sounds like a slow Tuesday for me.
Okay,
and get the first one out of the way. Take a brick and throw it at your flat screen TV.
Yeah.
Just so you understand the feeling of when that happens for real.
Yeah.
I had to replace a huge flat screen TV because my son decided to practice t-ball in the living room one day with a really hard. I can't. It was a yellow hard ball with like a bell, like a thing in the
jingle
middle,
bell
like
in
a
the
jingle
middle?
bellish
Yeah.
thing in the middle, and he fucking smacked the line drive right into my nice flat screen.
I'd love that. And here's the last thing I'll tell you. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Stop playing with your balls. You don't know. Listen.
How am I supposed to stop playing
Listen.
with my balls?
One day your wife's gonna go, "Can you hold the baby?" And you're gonna grab the kid and you're gonna look up. He's gonna be sucking on your fucking knuckle. And you forgot that you've been playing with your balls and taint for the last 30 minutes. And he's going to look like he just ate hot sauce. And his upper lip's going to be swollen. Okay? Because he's allergic to your asshole and balls. So stop. Listen to me. Stop playing with your balls. Unless you want to fucking wash your hands every 30 seconds.
Oh, God.
I'm not ready for any of this. But thanks, guys. Have a great day.
It's going to be awesome, dude. You're going to love it.
How often would you have your hand literally down the front of your pants, though, Bobby, playing with your ball?
Here's the thing, dude. You don't realize it, but you're watching TV and you fix your nuts, or you fix your junk, or you move your balls, or you just play with your little Chinese relaxation nuts while you're watching the game on Sunday.
Hey, you give it a little how you doing?
And you forget you have a kid, dude. Your life flips the fuck upside down in one day, and all of a sudden, and she's like, "Can you hold the baby for a second?" And you're like, "Yeah, give me the kid." And then he's just sitting there, but you're watching TV, and then he starts sucking on your finger, and you're like, "Oh,
where has that finger been?"
Oh, no.
Boy.
I mean, you try to wash your hands a lot, but then there's a point where you're like, I'm done. Fuck you.
Have a second kid, and you realize all that washing stuff is nonsense.
Yeah, you fucking pick up the pacifier. It has like a piece of gum from a homeless guy. You take it off. You fucking throw it in the kid's mouth.
But for the first kid, that pacifier hits the floor. All of a sudden, you're like putting it in boiling water for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Second kid, you just wipe it on your fucking pants leg and throw it back in.
Yeah, you learn he needs a little sidewalk aids just to get his immune system up. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck. Do you get sick a lot because of your kid?
No, my kid got sick once. Once so far, which is...
That's pretty good.
It's awful.
Let's say hi to Keith. Keith.
Hey, I got something that's going to gross Anthony out before it does Bobby this time. Bobby, think about your kid. If he has trouble breathing right now and the only way to unstuff his nose is to suck the boogie out with your mouth, what are you going to do?
I'm not afraid of boogers. I don't know if you guys know this, but I used to pick my nose.
Suck them out with your mouth to get him to breathe again. You're going to suck him out and suck the boogie out into your mouth.
Dude,
you would laugh at that.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
easy.
When I was a kid, I used to pick my nose and eat it. That was my thing. So
that was
my thing.
It was. I used to do this right here. Look, this is. I know it's bad for radio, but I used to put my middle finger and whatever that fucking finger is.
Yeah.
What is this finger, by the way?
The ring finger.
Is that the ring finger, the middle finger in my mouth, like that, and then put my finger in the nose, put my pinky in my nose, roll it around, get a big booger, make it into a little ball, and then roll it on my upper lip.
Yeah, why are you rolling it on the upper lip?
What is wrong with you? What is that?
He's told us before. Why?
I remember that.
I don't
yes.
know.
Why on the upper lip?
Because it was nice and a smooth surface,
You're teasing your mouth with all that goodness.
Oh God!
Why would
damn
you
it.
tease your mouth with the goodness?
Opie's a connoisseur. Apparently.
No, I've slowed down.
Have you slowed down on bugs?
Yeah, my nose is always itchy. But now that you said that, now I'm kind of itching my nose.
You tease your mouth with all the goodness, the crunchiness and the saltiness of a booger chip.
Yeah, fuck sea salt. I know sea salt's all the rage, but you're making your own sea salt right there.
Hey, get one out, throw it on there before, right in the middle of an omelet.
Right. All right. Well, we haven't seen Bobby in a while, and I want an update on the kid thing.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I find it fascinating.
It's great. This
it really does change your whole outlook on life. I say it this way: something turns on in your brain that you didn't realize was there.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
When that kid pops out, all of a sudden there's something that just turns on in the brain.
Yeah, you become a better person just automatically. But but the thing is too, I thought I was going to change sexually, like I was going to stop being a deviant, like I was going to stop. All of a sudden, I was going to like softcore. Cinemax porn. Like I would, but it 9 days, and all of a sudden, once you realize that the kid can't see into
your
what
mind?
you jerk off to,
right?
Yeah, like there's that moment where you think like he's gonna know what's in my mind, but he can't. So then you go back to cranking it out. That's when you know you're a creep, when you jerk off in the same area as a kid's toy, and you don't even move it. You just jerk around it and then just assume you didn't hit it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because the tub used to be my place of I used to be almost like a Thai jungle, and I would I had logs I could put my legs up, and Asian women would come from behind and clean me from behind, and the rainfall. The waterfall would come down.
Sure.
I'd get blown and tickled from behind.
Nice image.
Now there's just, there's a tub, there's a green turtle, some type of fucking floaty ducky thing that tells you what temperature the water is.
Yeah.
I'm a bath guy as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. Most people think that's weird.
Yeah, it's very English.
But what's wrong with a guy like soaking in a bathtub? What is wrong with that? You don't do it. You don't soak, right?
I do not
soak?
take a bath.
Yeah, because
I am
they
a
don't.
shower
I like to get the water as hot as humanly possible and just fucking soak for a few
My
minutes.
shower's like a gymnasium, so you could just turn on all the jets
and just go.
Just let it just slam on me all over.
But now it's like I gotta push all sorts of toys out of the way.
Oh God!
Your dick pops up and hits a fucking ducky. Your dick is like a piece of wood in the river in the Hudson. You can't. I don't like tubs because first of all, they don't. You'd have to get a really big tub to fit in it, and your knee sticks out, and your dick pops out, and your tip of your cock is cold, and your knee is cold.
You're losing weight. You're gonna be ready for a tub soon enough.
Yeah, but even you though, you're a big guy. You're tall. You're not gonna fit in the tub.
I don't know. I feel like I do though.
Your shoulders are out. You really.
Oh, I know. I kind of get all the way in there.
You gotta get one of those fucking jacuzzi tubs.
Like a big. If I had a big ass tub,
with the jets in there and stuff. Oh, fucking great.
Yeah, but I like a walk-in shower. I like a bench.
Oh yeah.
Around 4 or 5 heads.
That's what you need.
Sit down,
spraying all your shit at the same time. Just blasting away.
I got 4 jets on the side.
Yeah.
One up on front.
Yeah.
Another one on the side. It's just
you go rain
daily.
You go rain shower.
I don't have the rain shower.
You get rain shower?
Why? What's
I
wrong
want
with you?
that. I like that.
That's
thing.
easy to fix.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one of those.
Gotta
put
go
in.
rain.
I had my old house, my New York apartment had rain. I had the handle, I had the bench, and then I had the 3 flat Kohler tiles that you can maneuver. And when I put them in, I had the guy.
Oh, it goes like.
It went to my face, to my chest, and my dick.
Your balls.
Me perfectly.
You gotta be careful with the jets hitting your dick. Though.
Oh yeah, look out.
Not the Kohler.
Pressure could really fuck you up.
Not the Kohler tiles.
Oh, really?
It's 52 individual little nuggets that come out. It's not that hard spray.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's very soft.
Yeah, very soft. It's like a little massage.
Yes. You got the house. So
I just bought the house. Yeah, I just bought a house.
Fucking now, when was the last time you lived in a house?
I've never owned a. Oh, lived in a house.
Lived in a house.
I've never.
Probably with the retards, right?
Oh, Jesus. What, the one in the basement?
No, yeah.
I was going to clobber on the head with a boulder or something?
No, that was she jerked me off with lava soap.
Right.
That was, it hurt.
Yeah,
it was worth it, though.
Yeah,
The pain was worth it.
Of course it was.
It was, Yeah, I think it was when but that was an apartment. That was a house, but it was a little apartment.
Right, but you were in charge.
I lived in a house once when I was in like 6th grade.
Wow.
We had a house. That was the only time I ever had a house.
So what? How are you digging?
What are the differences between living in the city and living in a house? You hear all those weird noises outside your windows now.
Yeah, but I don't know why. I don't
you.
know why I ever lived in this fucking city.
Right.
When I lived here, it was the best. It's for 20-year-olds. It's for maybe 30s. But when you become an adult, I pull into a fucking driveway.
Thank you. Will you talk to my wife? I want out of
beings.
this fucking place.
There's no noise.
I want to just jump in my car and go get a cup of coffee in town. That's all I want from my life. And maybe go to the hardware store, even though I'm not handy. I just look at shit.
Have a key made.
Just so I could smell a hardware store.
You might need an extra segment of hose for the yard.
I don't even know what I'm looking at, but I just know I want to be in a hardware store with my cup of coffee.
There's nothing.
And then jump back in my car and then drive back to my driveway.
Your wife goes, I'll get it. Jump in your car.
Right.
Park in the Rite Aid parking lot next to Magic Walk.
Oh,
okay?
Look at you.
Go to the Rite Aid, spend like an hour and a half in the made-for-TV aisle. Right?
As seen on TV.
As seen on TV.
Right.
As seen on TV aisle. All that shit in there.
I got a 50-foot hose that goes down to 2 inches.
Nice.
The sticky for the iPhone, it just sticks and you pull it right. There's nothing better. I don't know what I was thinking. There's no noise. You wake up to no noise.
Right.
There's no noise. There's birds.
Right.
And you can make noise without worrying about some fucking neighbor underneath you or something.
I'm learning to play drums. I got a drum kit.
See? You could do that.
You can do that.
I'm playing drums at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, knowing it's not going to bother anyone.
No one.
When I play fucking Call of Duty, you would swear there is a war going on in my living room.
Nice.
The subwoofer is fucking rattling.
Right
the walls. And you don't have to worry about some fucking neighbor.
No,
fuck that.
I got yelled at the other day because my bike's in the hall.
Yeah,
because
none of that.
I mean, I'm lucky to have a bigger spot in New York City, but it's still, relatively speaking, it's still small. So, I'll go for a bike ride. The weather changed, so I jumped on my bike, and I just left it in the hall for like 2 days because it just felt better in the hallway instead of shoving it in a room. I got yelled at by the building. They had to show me the handbook.
Yeah, I remember that. I lived in the co-op, and one of the gate guy tenants would forget the passcode for the door, and he'd be rattling, "Hello!" at 3 in the morning. I gotta go out in my topless in my underwear, have him look at me disapproving, and my self-esteem's fucked, and I'm up. You fucking
and you're
asshole.
doing him a fucking favor.
Yeah, I got Modern Family judging me at 3 in the morning.
They also yell if our umbrellas are outside our door for too long on
Get
rainy
the
days.
fuck
You know
outta
when you have
here.
a 2 or 3 day period where you're going to use your umbrella a lot, whatever. So you leave it outside your stupid door in an apartment building.
You know what
they yell at that
shit.
You know what I have, Opie? You know what I have that you'll love?
What?
I have a front yard and a backyard.
Oh, it's great.
I go in the I have nothing there yet, but I'm getting this massive barbecue. And I know we got this table coming. So in the summer, I got these trees.
You're killing me. I'm serious.
Very exciting.
This is what I want.
We're going to put a fire pit up in the corner.
Oh, I love the fire pit. Yes.
And I think next
Don't
summer.
say hammock. Don't say hammock.
I'm going to get a hammock.
Oh, God. You're killing me.
So
I just want to go in my backyard on a summer night with maybe a glass of wine or a beer.
It's amazing.
And just lay in a hammock and watch my kids run around a little bit.
Dude, I got a front yard that they can sled down, and the street is so dead. It's like this awesome street. Families have been there for 50 years.
Right.
And they can sled right down my front lawn. There's no sidewalks.
Right.
And it's like this quiet neighborhood street.
Perfect.
Golf course 2 blocks away.
That you'll never use, but it's there.
It's there for people to say I have golf course.
That's all you need is to be able to say it.
Right. Here's the thing, too, that's better like for you guys than it is for me, is that, you guys are loaded, so you can hire people to do everything.
Oh, right, the landscaping and whatnot.
Yeah, like I'm going to do that.
The lawn. You're going to cut the lawn. You're going to fucking mow the lawn.
I went down to Home Depot has a whole new meaning. I bought a shovel. Not for me, for my wife. But I got a shovel. I got her the best shovel that I can get away.
Is it a feminine shovel? At least?
No, it's a it has a little bend in it.
Ladies yet?
Oh, the bend little snow shovel thing.
I don't want the bitch to hurt her back. But when she's shoveling out there, when she's making that path right, I want her to. I got her the best shovel there is.
Did you buy a rake?
I have a garage. I have this little garage for all my tools.
Oh, tools.
So I have a 5-gallon bucket with a tube belt that goes inside the bucket.
I gotcha.
And I have I got my screwdrivers. I got my wrench.
You
I
got
my
yourself
utility.
a DeWalt fucking cordless drill?
I do have a cordless drill.
Good.
Here's I clean my gutters.
Oh.
This broad I bought the house. She hadn't cleaned her gutters in 20 years. So there was like it was
dirty gutter bitch.
It was pretty bad.
Yes.
I was all gung ho for the first hour and a half, and then it was just me, lying on a roof on my belly, just barely hanging onto the roof. I almost just said fucking rolled off into a bush because it was so hard. So now I'm going to have to hire somebody.
That's
to
a
do it.
coincidence because the gutter guys came just yesterday.
You have gutter guys?
Gutter guys they come fucking 4 times a year.
Can you come
fucking
4 times?
clean out the gutters.
I think gutters are a scam.
No, I got
There should
a
be
lot
a better
of gutters.
design where everything just rolls off your fucking roof.
They can put nets over your gutters.
I have wonderful copper gutters. I don't need nets over them.
Copper
You can't
gutters.
see. What are you? Plane's gonna look down, look at those
They're
gutters. Have
beautiful.
nets. But they have the net you can put over the gutter so the stuff doesn't go in the gutter.
Yeah, but then it just clogs up the net.
No.
And then it fucking, the rain and shit goes over the top of the clogged netting and falls on. No, just clean the goddamn gutters.
Here's the thing that does suck about a house, though, is that you need these guys, and there's like I'm trying to find a chimney guy. Okay, they know you don't know what chimneys.
Tweet it out.
They know. I did. It doesn't work for chimneys. Chimney guys. They know you don't know, so I had 4 chimney guys go up, 4 different prices, and it went up each time.
Wow.
Like the first guy was like, "What the?
Because they're in cahoots with each other, probably.
Got to get Fred from Brooklyn.
Dude,
Yeah, we got a guy.
Fred from Brooklyn. He's a chimney guy.
Everyone knows
He
Fred
plays
from
poker
Brooklyn.
at my house.
He's a chimney guy.
Is
for
he
real.
really?
Yeah.
I need a chimney.
He builds them too.
But it's not. It's a fake chimney. It's a gas furnace with those fake I got a 1950s contemporary, like those Brady Bunch with the windows and the But it's that fake fireplace, a fake chimney. So it's like metal. I don't even know what the fuck they call it. You can't even Google it.
So why are you worried about it?
Because you have I'm on the roof with these guys, and it's like playing blackjack. I get nervous because I have to count. And then I'm on the roof with these guys. I'm afraid of heights, and I'm standing up there, and I'm trying to be alpha male with them.
But they
they're
can sense it.
They're so fucking alpha male.
Yeah.
What you need. He grabs my roof and throws the top of the chimney. I'm like, that's my. I own that. I have to go pick that up, you fuck.
I own that.
What you need here?
What you need is you're gonna have to get it. This is the way this is. This spout.
No. That's
not code. That's not code. I'm like,
code.
Okay. All right. So it's around $3,000. You want to sign now and give me half now? I almost gave a guy a check. Like he almost got me because I'm like, yeah, okay, I gotta go. Honest to God, this is what I said, and I gotta go. Let me just go talk to my wife for a second.
Oh, you had to do the talk to the wife
just to calm yourself down.
I had to go in and go, honey. The guy wants $3,000. He wants half now. She's like, no. I'm not giving him fucking a half now. He didn't even do the job. I'm like, well, he followed me.
Yeah.
Like back to the other house we were renting. He's waiting. I had to go outside. I go, you go. You go. So she went out. Well, I'm not giving you $3,000. We'll call you. And he was pissed. Fucking pissed.
Wow.
Do you have in the lawn sprinklers?
No, I have to get. That's the thing I'm telling you. I got to get. I got to get a lawn guy. I got to get sprinklers. I got to get a lawn guy. I got to get a landscaper. I got to get an arborist to look at my trees.
Sure.
Why?
I have to get. We're replacing the bathrooms, the 2 bathrooms in the kitchen.
Wait. Why do you have to look at your trees?
Because we have to cut some of them back. They're like 100-year-old trees.
Oh, all right. So they don't fall in your house.
Yeah, there's a couple trees that
look a little dangerous.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Gotcha.
I'm sure in 5 years, me having a wife and kid, I'm going to be like, please tilt.
I am all about fucking yanking trees out of that fucking Adam, I fucking destroyed more trees in my fucking yard.
You had nice trees, too, man.
No, you know
nice
what?
Big trees.
I'll tell you what I had. I had trees where the squirrels would go up and throw their shit in my pool. Fuck you, your tree's gone, bitch.
You and the...
Find another yard.
Funny.
Yeah. No, but that one tree was rotting. So
he's like Rodney Dangerfield in fucking Caddyshack.
Right.
Just comes in, fucking rips all the trees
Biggest
down.
waste of prime real estate. Exactly. Yeah, but one of the trees was rotting, so I had to get that taken out. And then I had to go to the town and get a permit and shit. Oh, wait till you have to deal with the town to do things. That's a fucking treat.
But do you have to do it, or do they do it?
Well, I had to get people that do it.
Right. You need people.
You need people.
You got to get people.
For everything. I have
it's
pool
worth getting
guys.
people.
I have the pool guy that does the pool, and then the pool guy that does the mechanics for the pool, you know? Like takes care of the filter and all that. And then you got the fucking... people around the house, like electricians and carpenters. I have a guy that's like on duty, a fucking handyman that comes over and does things like, all right, a fixture needs to be replaced, or the top of the bar is getting a little fucking, thing, so he'll sand it down and stain it.
You need a handyman.
Or any electronic work that's got to be done. And then how about your security system? You got a nice security system?
No,
you need an alarm.
door.
You need a fucking...
There's a door.
I have a door, and I have a light that goes off if someone comes up. There's a sensor.
Alarms,
Oh, you got a sensor.
cameras.
That's kick-ass.
Oh, yeah.
But Bobby just needs a good, solid,
good handyman.
local handyman.
Yeah, but here...
A guy you can trust.
Yeah.
You need that after you got to. I have to do all this stuff. Like I have to get the. I have 3 contractors came and gave me 3 different quotes. And then there's personalities. You have to judge this. Like this guy walked in like Joe Pesci and De Niro in Casino. So something's not happening with these 2 guys.
Something's not right.
Yeah, I mean something's not right.
How about I fucking put your fucking head in that pipe?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll finish when we're fucking done, you cocksucker. You fucking.
What were the other personalities? Do you remember?
The other guy was the perfect carpenter. I mean, he is he came in with the.
That shows problems too, though. What is he hiding?
Fleece vest. He had a pencil.
Behind his ear.
Yeah,
behind his ear.
His truck was flawless, brand new truck.
Right.
Perfect lettering of his company name on the truck.
Everything I said, we'll bring it to the shop. We'll do all this in house. When someone uses the word in house, that means he has a big garage.
Warehouse.
Very expensive.
Right. Then the last guy, is the Mexican dude, the dude that works for somebody else, and he'll show up at 5 after he does his job, and he'll work through the night.
That's the guy.
Yeah. Well, that's the guy you want, but
That's the guy you want.
That's the guy you want, but in 3 years, when you realize that he fucking routed the plumbing through your bedroom,
that's true.
because it was easier, and there's no exhaust for the dryer. It's been blowing into the baby's room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It sounds like the dating game.
Yeah, you really do have to
It's
choose
like the
wisely.
dating game.
It's fucking nuts. You just want a guy to come up and go, look.
Hold my hand.
Yeah.
Just hold my hand and take care of everything.
I need a guy to finish my gutters, because as a man, I can't do it.
I'm one of 5 boys. Only 2 are good with their hands. And my dad looked at me one day. He's like, look, you're going to either have to start learning this shit.
Oh, boy.
Or make enough money to pay somebody.
Yep.
And thank God the second thing came true. Because he was absolutely right. I had no interest. My dad was rebuilding our childhood home, and 2 brothers were staring and studying this shit, and they're really good to this day.
Yeah.
My brother Brett owns F.H. Riley's. He rebuilt the whole fucking restaurant. That's because he was watching my dad when I was like, I can't be bothered with this shit.
That's funny. Is pep talk. Listen, I'm going to tell you something, son.
Yeah.
I want you to pay attention. I want you to get a personality.
Right. One or the other.
Right. You need to make a lot of money.
He knew, though. He's like, oh, boy, you either learn this shit or, find someone that could do this and, pay him.
I got the Angela, who's like my personal assistant and stuff. She arranges for the workers. Like, I don't even arrange to have the workers come over. I want to
know how many people you got. Let's talk about how many people you have. Who has the most people?
I
think
have the
Anthony.
most people.
Anthony has the most people.
I have a lot of people.
Yeah.
I have a lot. Like yesterday, there was literally, and this happens like every week, a gaggle of little Mexican women running around my house cleaning up. That's what they do. They come over every week. There's a little troop of them, and they clean my house once a week. And then Ange comes over and has to take care of my fucking bullshit that I do on a daily basis. But then I'll come home and, like, there'll be the guy Pete, my fucking handyman. He'll be on a ladder doing something, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? And Ange will be like, oh, yeah, he's replacing some fixtures and stuff like that.
But can I add to this story?
Yeah.
Well, this is our 20th year doing radio together, by the way.
Yeah.
I remember the days I'd go to his house, and his car would be up on blocks.
Well, yeah, that was a while ago.
No, I know, but it's so funny that I'm
why
the only one, basically, that remembers the old aunt.
Oh,
But that's why
it's amazing to me that it has gotten to this point.
I remember the
and
old
God
aunt.
bless him. You know, it's awesome.
But that's why he's got people. That's why he lives the way he lives.
I did everything.
But he went the other way. He used his hands for so long. He finally got fed up and said, fuck this. I'm never doing this again.
When the car would fuck up,
he knew how to
matter
fix everything.
What month it was, you were underneath in freezing cold temperatures, turning a fucking wrench, smacking your knuckles on a cold fuck. Do you know the cursing that went on when you got some crescent wrench, an adjustable wrench that's barely working. It can't go tight against a strip nut, and you push, and it goes wham, and you smack your knuckles, and it's 10 degrees out.
Now the other thing
you could literally kill somebody.
The other time you scream is when you find out they're 19.
What?
What?
I tried to change my oil once. And I said, fuck this.
It's so worth.
And I found a Jiffy Lube, and I was making no money, but it was worth paying.
Oh. And then I got
have someone else change my oil.
And then every few weeks, I'll be watching TV, and outside I'll just hear it like coming from nowhere. And there's a Mexican with that backpack thing just blowing leaves around my yard. I don't care.
How
I don't even know where
amazing.
it came from.
How amazing are those guys?
It's fucking amazing.
They come out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Like three of these guys with things on their...
And then they just leave.
They blow the leaves
and you're like, what the hell
into
was
a
that?
fucking pile.
It's amazing.
And then another thing comes, they're gone. And you never see them come, and you never see them go.
You're like, what the hell was that?
They're just there.
That's weird.
They come out of trees. I think they live in the trees.
That's they live in the trees.
Listen, we do have to take a break, but I want to certainly continue with this. Bobby, where are you going to be? Hasbrook Heights Bananas?
Hasbrook Heights, Friday 1 show and Saturday 2 shows at the Bananas.
It's got to be selling well.
Bobby's
local, and people got to go see Bob Kelly.
Jersey's always good to me. Those Jersey fans are the best.
Bob Kelly blows me away every time I see him. Every fucking time I see him. He is one of the best out there.
Thank you, buddy.
Period. So it's Friday and Saturday, Bananas, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
And, of course, the Riotcast, the podcast, doing very well.
You know what, dude, is killing it. You know what, dude's really killing it. So, we just signed, we got Nick DiPaolo on it now.
Fucking
Nick.
So the
fucking Nick.
Dead fucking. Dude, Terrytown. I used to live in fucking Terrytown. Fucking cucks. We're in and we're out. Fuck these cocksuckers.
Nick's got some great fucking house stories, too, and stuff. Here talking about his house and just living as a guy in a house.
His house is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
really?
That's what I hear.
Dude, his house, people say it, and then you pull up on it, and I've already seen it, and I pull up on it again, and you're like, what the fuck? it's the Godfather house in Godfather 2.
Yeah.
Really? It's Lake Tahoe. It's Lake Tahoe.
Really?
It's fucking Lake Tahoe. The brickwork, he's got a pond, he's got a river that runs a waterfall.
How fucking great is that?
A legitimate little river. Wow. And he's got a pond with fish. Like, I could bring my fly fish. We could go fly fishing.
Match the hatch right there in the yard.
Yeah.
Match the hatch.
Yeah, it's at the dead end of this road. And it says, typical DiPaolo, no trespassing.
And he means it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
He didn't just buy the sign. He means it.
You got to get out of the city, dude.
I want
go
to
up
badly.
to Westchester.
Badly, I want to go.
Go to Westchester.
I'll keep a little place in the city. You know, a little place.
Get a spot. Go up to Westchester. Don't go to, no offense, don't go to Long Island.
No, Long Island's too expensive.
Westchester, dude, the Sawmill Parkway, the Sawmill is the easiest. There's no bridges, no tunnel. You go right into the city.
Oh, I know.
Nothing.
I know.
No crap, no traffic ever.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
And it's a half hour closer to Roscoe, New York, so when we do our fly fishing in the spring.
We got to do it. It's been a couple of years now.
Yeah, I got a boat now.
3rd annual.
I got a boat. We'll get on my boat.
Well, we don't have to. What about Rick?
Oh, yeah, Ricky, yeah.
Or Rich?
I know.
Rich or Rick? I always get that wrong.
It's rich. It's rich.
Right, it is rich.
Let's not do the boat thing. That
You don't like the boat thing?
Dude, we spent 8 hours on a boat. We didn't catch shit. Except we both got shoulder injuries.
I love the boat.
Yeah, but they sent
It was fun. We just floated.
Yeah, but they sent the boat. You can't have two boats and the one goes before you,
right?
Catching all the fucking fish.
They're the ones getting the
Dude,
fuck.
these guys.
That sucks.
All we heard all day. I got another one.
And you're in their wake of fucking bullshit.
But I might not. I might not cast properly. I'm probably fucking up everything.
No, you casted great.
I was doing all right,
the
right?
shit out of me. This guy, he teaches us there's a different way of casting. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And then you bring it. This motherfucker.
I was hitting the shoreline or just before.
Nailing it for 8 hours.
But I didn't get anything.
No fish, though.
Well, I got a fish I was the only one that got a fish that day. But it was when I was dragging.
That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
And I was the only one that caught a fish.
But if you understand,
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord be with you.
But if you understand the basics of fly fishing, which is all I know, it's ridiculous. You can't catch a fish the way I caught it.
Yeah.
And I just casually went, I got one.
You hook it by the tail.
This is what happened.
We were trying to get in a stream in a pretty rough stream, by the way. We were trying to walk to a spot.
Yeah, we're
and as
exhausted.
I'm walking to the spot, I got a fish.
You're not, listen.
I was dragging my line in the water. That doesn't
so you weren't
happen
even
with fly fishing. No.
Fly line is so delicate that you really have to, when you walk with your rod, you have to be very delicate with it. You have to hook it up, make sure everything is, because you'll tangle, you're fucked. We're so tired at this point from casting for hours
all day.
that he's dragging his rod in the water behind him like a fucking 9-year-old, right? And all of a sudden, we're walking to this spot we're supposed to go fish, and he catches a fish. Just fucking random shit luck.
It's impossible.
That is. Wow.
It was a shitty tiny fish, but still.
Well, it was a fish. The only fish all
Bobby
day.
got.
And we pulled in fucking midnight, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Yeah, pitch dark.
Oh, you scared the fuck out of me when you guys left.
Oh, we left them.
That was dark.
We hooked the boat up and we left them in the complete darkness. There's dark, but then there's country dark.
Oh, country dark is fucking. It doesn't matter how long you do that thing where you're trying to open your eyes real wide. You ain't seeing shit.
No exaggeration. Yeah. I could not even see the hand in front of my face, and I just saw their taillights leaving. And I knew it was a great gag, but even though it was a great gag, I was scared for those 3 lousy minutes.
Great.
I was by myself in the pitch dark. I was fucking frightened.
Yeah, country dark is
brutal. And then I try to walk out. I'm like, wait, I think they went this way, and all of a sudden I'm in a tree.
There's no way you can.
So I had to stand there waiting for them to rescue me.
Helpless.
Because there was no sign of lights. I didn't even know where I was anymore.
Yeah, you just look up and you see galaxies.
Yeah. It's not even stars. You're seeing spiraling galaxies.
And these asshole animals, they have a better sense of smell.
Oh, they see everything.
They see everything.
Night vision animals.
You might as well be a blind guy.
You are.
In the middle of Manhattan.
Yeah, you hear footsteps.
Oh,
leaves crinkling.
Animal sees you like the Predator saw Schwarzenegger. You're fucked.
I love it, though. All right, we're going to continue with Bobby. But once again, tomorrow and what day is today? Thursday. Okay, yeah. Tomorrow and Saturday, Bananas, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. Fucking go and see Bob Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, dude. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, dude. Hold my hand, man. I gotta squeeze something.
On the side.
Hyperextend. I broke my knee, man.
Oh my God.
It bent backwards. I broke my fucking knee, dude. I heard it break, dude. Fuck. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, dude.
it's fucked up. You mother. What the fuck? Hold my hand, man. I gotta squeeze something. Dude, I don't move. Hold my hand, man. I gotta squeeze something. I broke that fucking thing. I broke it. I broke my leg, man. I broke my leg, man. I broke my leg. I broke it. I broke it, dude. I felt it crack. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, dude. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, dude. Hold my hand, man. I gotta squeeze something. I broke my leg, man. I gotta squeeze something. I'm in so much pain, dude. I'm in so much pain.
Welcome back to the Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM. You can put your penis away, miss.
Oh. Bob Kelly in studio. Playing Bananas Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, tomorrow and Saturday. And hold on, I want to take this one phone call here. Frank in Jersey. Frank in Jersey. Frank in Jersey. What's up, Frank?
It's a horror movie.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey.
Speak.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I called because, like I was telling the guy on the phone, my car broke down about a week ago. It's been in the garage, so I have my parents' car. I listened to Stern faithfully for about 20 years. My parents' car did not have Stern in it. So I've been listening to you guys for about the past week now.
Oh.
And I have become hooked.
Wow, look at that.
Switching over.
God damn.
And I'll tell you what got me. I mean, well, the fact that you mentioned Crescent Wrench a couple minutes ago is he's isolated from the common man. He doesn't do anything. But the thing that got me is I started, Googling stuff about you guys and old stuff. And the fact that he banned you guys from talking about him is the biggest pussy move I've ever heard of in my life.
Well, we kind of think that too, sir.
Yeah, that was.
We kind of think that was one of the biggest pussy moves ever in radio, but...
Hey, I was a huge fan for years,
his
too.
audience, how he wouldn't hold anybody back and doesn't want to affect anybody's career.
Right.
What a fucking pussy.
Well, and that really happened. He finally admitted on Letterman, so...
he did?
Yeah, which pleased us, because for a while, people just didn't believe that actually happened.
Yeah.
And Letterman asked him about it. Yep. Frank...
Unbelievable.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
New addition to the family.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Take it easy.
Oh, wow. Who saw that? I didn't know.
Well, because of it.
I didn't know he wanted to talk about
broken
that.
down car.
I thought he wanted to talk about, you know, living in the suburbs instead of the city. That's weird. Tricked us with that.
You do need a city crash pad, though.
Oh, boy, do I love fucking turning the screws.
You don't need a city crash pad when you're married.
Crash pad.
No,
well, that's true.
For your side push, you do. I was thinking of renting a storage unit and just putting a couch in it and a lamp. Maybe a small battery generator.
You know, you
just tell some broad.
Something there.
I gotta go get some boxes.
Yeah,
and
gotta
bring
put
her in there.
I gotta get one of those boxes.
Yeah, get one of those 10x8s.
I would imagine that is being done.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I mean...
No, people have got to be doing that.
Someone's lived
Please give us a call and tell us.
A storage container.
Yeah, that'd be...
I bet these guys are getting some things done with a storage container.
Yeah, storage unit.
A little side puss, bring a chick in. Hey, listen, I got a place to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You got to pimp it out, though. You got to get the treehouse people.
Yeah, you get, a couple velvet paintings to hang up on the wall.
Dude.
Yeah.
Treehouse.
A treehouse.
Do you watch the Treehouse show?
I've seen that show.
I do.
It's pretty wild. I'm all in. If I ever get a house, I'm calling those guys, and I'm getting a fucking treehouse. A nap pad, I call it.
It's pretty cool. They do amazing fucking... It's not like
the old
tree houses
anymore.
when I was... You used to go raid the construction sites, get as much lumber as you could fucking drag off, and build these children-engineered structures of death up in the trees.
I love the Treehouse show.
We tried to build one. We didn't have trees in our backyards in the neighborhood, so we tried to build it in the ground, and we dug this kid's backyard up.
Oh, no.
I'm talking. We spent all day digging this hole. It was 6 feet by 12 feet.
Great.
His mother came home. Dude, we hit like pipes. His mother came home, dude.
I'm so pissed.
I've never seen somebody get hit with a shovel. This bitch lost her fucking mind.
No shit.
We just ran. This fucking loser had to fill in the hole by himself.
We went underground.
Yeah.
It was, the air was stale and it was kind of creepy.
It
but
doesn't
we did
compare
go
with the tree
underground
fort, yeah.
for a couple summers.
Tree fort's the best.
Tree forts rule. Look at this tree fort that Sam just pulled up.
Yeah, but that's another home.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
But go start from the beginning. Where were you? At the bottom there? I saw something different.
Yeah, that little
go,
fucking
Yeah, go all the way to
bridge.
the bottom. Keep going, keep going. This is what it looks like. Look at that. Fucking, how great would that
It's like
be?
an Ewok village.
That's badass. But you need
fuck a man cave. Get a tree house.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Look at that one. I like that one.
Holy fuck!
That's
how
pretty
cool
crowded.
Did you see where they like use these special things that go on the tree and then they give an element of movement so when the wind blows nothing cracks or creaks?
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah, pretty
man,
amazing.
you got room for a tree house.
I took all my trees down, remember?
But look, I mean, that tree's barely there.
It's barely part
that
of
shouldn't
the-
be called a tree house, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, is you'd be psyched for like a month, and then you'd be like, yeah, I'm just going to stay in. I'm going to stay in the living room.
No, man, it's like
outside,
heated, or you
I
got
was
the
think-
AC, and you got...
When I was buying the house, I was thinking all this stuff, too. Like, we got to get the basement and the thing. And I'm like, honey, me and you watch TV, we sleep, we eat, and we're going to get an office. That's it. We got to get a kid bedroom. I go, are we really going to have all this stuff?
Are you going to be entertaining? You need stuff when you're entertaining.
I'll entertain, but I got a backyard. I'm not going to
That's
entertain
it.
in the winter.
It's a fire pit and a fucking barbecue.
Yeah.
But I want a place where I could go and read Bridges of Madison County.
Oh, God.
What?
I went
We've been
to
on
the
a Bridges of
treehouse
Madison County kick.
because it's terrible.
We started talking about, we got dragged to the movie when we were living in Boston.
Right.
And that's when you realize you're really not in love with that person next to you. Because you'll sit through a shitty movie if you really care for the person.
Yeah.
But I had my hands folded and I yelled. I swear this is a true story. I couldn't take it anymore. I yelled out, "This is bullshit." I was so mad. And there's a double date with Ann and his ex. And we're sitting there looking at each other like, what the fuck's wrong with us? We're fucking kicking ass on the radio. People think we're rock stars, and we're sitting in a stupid movie theater watching this.
Bridges of Madison County.
So then we just retold the story out of nowhere, and then we learned that it's coming to Broadway.
Broadway musical.
We should all go, and you should yell out bullshit halfway through.
Bullshit.
Just leave.
Again,
It's still bullshit.
I was just so mad. You realize that women and men really are different.
It looks so boring.
with
And any
things.
man that's sitting in that audience was dragged there by some fucking wife. Oh, and he's just going to be, like we talk about the drive home. There was your fucking night out. There, I hope you enjoyed it.
Right.
Now I got the next 7.
Yeah, now you owe me.
I picked the next 8 movies.
I thought it was beautiful. Did you like the Shut Up? No, I hated
What else
it.
do you want from me?
Can somebody tell me why Sam is dressed like Doctor Who?
There's been way too many Doctor Who references on the show.
Really
for my
has been. Well,
comfort.
E-Rock is
E-Rock's a
completely
big
into
Doctor Who fan.
Is he really?
I've never watched Doctor Who.
Yeah.
The new one or the old?
I've never watched it.
I
For
think
real.
E-Rock likes every incarnation of Doctor Who. But I've never got into Doctor Who.
No.
I didn't either.
That whole British sci-fi thing is so cheesy.
Well, their effects stink on the BBC back in the day.
Those BBC effects were so fucking bad.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like Land of the Lost bad. Fucking bad.
My brother's reminding me of our 3-story high tree fort. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because we had to go really high to get the trees to line up so we could finally build our tree fort. It was so ridiculously high off the ground. It was scary. And then part of it, we used like you said, whatever you could find, and we had rotting wood, and we just knew you couldn't really stand in this one part of the tree fort.
Oh no!
But it just looked cool that we had the whole floor done. And we couldn't
use
replace
the
it because
lumber.
we couldn't find any other lumber.
Depending on who your friends were, you had the guy that was willing to fucking put a 2x4 over his shoulder and climb to a dizzying height with a mouthful of nails and a fucking bent hammer.
Right.
Like, he's the guy. And then you had the little shithead that was just a dope that you used to just throw him the bent nails to straighten out on a rock. It's like, here, take this rock and straighten the bent nails out and hand it to someone that knows what they're doing.
Hey, asshole, I was that guy. I swear to God, I had to fucking
straighten the fucking nails.
I had to straighten out the nails, and you had to do it on a rock.
And then there was the engineer, the designer that actually designed and told the maniac that was willing to do anything, all right, put that 2x4 there. And then once you got the 2x4s across and you were able to span it with a couple of planks,
right?
Then
you were in.
Then you're in. Now everyone could get up there and start working.
Just picturing poor little Ope sweating over a rock.
Just fucking banging a nail with a rock on another rock.
Right.
Because, you know, you needed a hammer to actually do the real man
You ended
work.
up hitting your hand because you knew you had to like get close to your hand to get the. I know it all. Man.
You didn't know
that was me.
Nails cost nothing.
Oh,
just
yeah.
go in and just grab a fistful and leave.
No, you're trying to build something with every nail look like a pig dick. Fucking.
I think it was illegal when we were growing up to sell nails to kids.
Maybe.
I have a feeling that you
Maybe
just
that
wouldn't
was
be
it.
able to do that.
Just up to no good.
Let's say hi to
Fuckers.
Chad in Tennessee. He has a story about the storage unit thing we were talking about. Chad.
Hi, what's going on, fellas?
Hey.
Yeah, I got a story about a police chief in a town north of me here that he had a mistress, and they would go meet at a storage unit. He had like a little air mattress set down and some candles, and they'd been doing it for a while. And he got caught, and he went to resign, but now he's changed his mind, and he's trying to fight to save his job.
But he was doing it. He was using it as a little fucking.
Well, you got to think
fuck pad.
Some guys did that. Yeah.
It's cheaper than a hotel.
Doesn't say much about the woman that would go there.
Says a lot about her. She knows this is just for fucking.
Yeah.
We're just fucking. I'm not romancing you with a storage unit.
It does set a tone.
It does.
You know what I mean? Look,
it lets everyone know where we're all standing.
Let me push my old bowling trophy out of the way so we have more room in here.
When you walk by 9 Haitians with umbrellas to give a blowjob, yeah, this isn't forever.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and they got nice. Let me tell you something. They have nice storage units. Like they're all different shapes and sizes.
Oh yeah.
It's like
I've
picking
seen
an
some
apartment.
Yeah.
Some of them
this
like
is
have
nice.
2 rooms.
It's like L-shaped.
Yeah, L-shaped.
What is that?
I'm trying to get
The lack of windows is a little.
trying to get a storage unit in
concerning.
our building, and it's like closing on a house. You can't just fucking buy it.
Oh, really?
It's a
Get the
closing.
fuck out of there,
It's a
dude.
closing.
How can you live
Parking.
in that? I know it's beautiful. I know it's great.
Dude, I told you earlier, I'm on out. I'm
But
trying to
you
convince
gotta
everybody
get
else
the
around
fuck
me.
out. And the schools, let me just say this, up by me, top schools in the country for kids. There's no private schools up in Westchester because they're
Don't need 'em.
the public schools are better than the private schools.
Do they have I don't know. Do they have mansions up there?
Do they have mansions up in Westchester? Yeah, you jackass.
You know, I'm looking
That's where
for,
the mansions are.
What they call a mansion.
Bobby keeps talking about living in his area, but I just want to know where the mansions are.
want
Are they close to you?
mansion.
Yeah, dude, you got big, huge mansions. They have
Love a good
roads at the
mansion.
end. There's just one house mansion.
A thing.
Let me ask you a question though: Is your house gonna blow everybody's house away? Does it have to be that?
No, I'm not. No. But I definitely want something really nice. But no, I don't have to be that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, you gotta get a pool, right?
Gotta have a pool.
Yeah, I'll have a pool.
You gotta have a pool.
Come
Gotta
over,
have
you
a
kid.
pool. If
Yeah?
you want a house,
Yeah.
you gotta have a pool.
First of all, wait a second. How do you know I don't have a pool?
Exactly.
You didn't mention your pool.
I'm gonna get
Are you getting a pool? Because I know you don't.
yet another
'Cause I do
fan.
listen.
Another fan from the show. This show's.
You got to get a pool.
I might get, not now, maybe not this year, because I get too much in the bathrooms. I get too much other work to do.
Yeah.
But I think next year I'm going to get a swim spa.
Oh,
It's
one
a
of those
swim spa.
small things that.
It's not small.
The jets of water.
Well, you can. It's a swim spa. It's like
It's like
it
a
has
treadmill for swimming. Pretty much.
It has a 5-person jacuzzi. With crazy jacuzzi. Then there's like a little separation, and then there's this 19 by 13 pool or something like that, 19 by whatever, and like 10 people can hang out in it. But you can also hit the button, then you can swim against the current.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
but they
workout.
drop it off. It's year round, and it costs at the most $200 a month for heating. It's heated. So instead of
$200 a month, that's a big bill.
$200 a month. Talk to him.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
3,000.
Yeah, 3,000 a month. But you have your. It's like walking on the sun.
Three months where my bill is $3,000 every month.
I go in the jacuzzi to cool off from his pool.
I know. I really have to fix that. It's because the thermostat feature isn't really working very well.
First time I went in your pool, I almost had a heart attack.
It was so fucking hot.
Dude, I went in the jacuzzi. I'm like, I'm going to jump in the pool, and it was hotter.
It was hotter.
Was it really hotter?
Yeah, well, it was about the same.
What temperature are you talking?
It was probably 98 degrees.
The pool.
The pool.
Yeah, the end of the rope on my the plastic on the end of my rope on my shorts melted in this pool.
It was wow. It was up in the 90s.
Why do you like it so high?
I don't. I like it where it's not the least bit cold. I like that. I don't like the least bit of like well, you got to stop when you're getting in a little. Oh. No, don't want that. Right. I like fucking nice comfort. But my thermostat thing was fucked up, so I had to pay attention and be like, all right, I got to turn the heater off. Now I got to turn it back on. Now I got to turn it off to try to keep it. And I was just chasing. It's like going up and then back down a temperature, but it's getting fixed.
White people problems.
It really is a great. It's called
the thermostat.
Successful people problems. Yeah, so it'll be taken care of though.
These swim spas though, they drop them off on a fucking truck.
Yeah.
And you can
put it yourself.
You can put it in the ground, or you can leave it up top.
Right.
It's either or. You can put a deck around it.
Bury it. You put some nice fucking.
A little white trashy if you keep it.
Yeah.
Really?
You bury it.
A little bit.
You get some nice fucking paving stone thing around.
That's where it's expensive.
There you go.
That's where it gets expensive. The stonework is what kills you on a pool, right?
It really is. That stonework is fucking crazy expensive.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Good old fashioned.
See when it's done that
There
way.
it is right there. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Are you out of your mind?
Fuck.
You wouldn't have that?
I didn't realize they were getting that good.
That's pretty
cool.
And you
wouldn't
put a
have
flat
that?
screen TV on the lower tier like that.
Oh, man.
Wow.
If I had that in my backyard, come on, let's go out. Let's get some burgers and then go on the jacuzzi.
Pretty good.
And then let's take a little swim. Hey, do you want to do some laps? Turn the Michael Phelps button.
And then you look.
The Michael Phelps button.
There's fucking Bobby at the barbecue. What do you want? Cheese on this?
Yeah.
Shirt unbuttoned because it's your house.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank God I lost weight.
Be great.
Hopefully. By this summer.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm going to get the pool next summer.
Bobby's looking all right, man.
Well,
down 35. And how are you doing it?
The no sugar, no grains.
No, I know that, but for the people, we didn't talk about that.
This book, this guy, Vinny Tortorich, the angriest trainer. He wrote a book called Fitness Confidentials, and it's just all about food. Here's the thing: is every time I lost weight, I did it by
Weight Watchers and all those types of things.
Some diet where I starved myself, or I didn't eat certain things, and I just for a certain time, and I worked out like a fucking animal, which sucked because I'm not an athlete. I don't want to go to the gym 6 days a week. That's not me.
And then the problem is, as soon as you lose all the weight, you're done with, let's say it was Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
And you're done with the gym, too, because, like you said, it's not your thing. And, of course, you're going to go back up. Of course. You haven't learned anything.
But you go back up really fast. I can put on weight real quick, too.
Yeah.
And real fast, like abnormally fast. But it's like you kind of take yourself out of the game. It's like I'm not on a diet. I'm just not eating sugar, and I'm not eating grain.
Ever in the rest of your life.
Fuck it. And you know what? I eat everything else. I eat the steaks, eggs, and bacon, all that shit that they told you. I'm eating the way people ate 100 years ago.
Oh, man.
Like when they had,
on counters where no Negroes are sitting next to you?
Jesus.
I'm having shoe-fly pie at the front of the restaurant.
So no processed food.
I don't.
For the most part.
That corn syrup and corn fructose and all that bullshit.
You told me something about corn syrup.
Yeah, it's like in the 1950s they had overabundance of corn, so they learned how to put it in other things, and they made corn fructose and all this shit. So everything you have has sugar in it. You don't even know. When I quit sugar, and I'm talking ketchup is like a sugar bomb. You have a hamburger even without the bun, but you have ketchup. It's like having a Snickers bar on the fucking thing. You don't even know it.
Yeah.
And you get addicted to ketchup. You get like I have to have ketchup. So once I quit sugar, I went through withdrawals. 3 weeks in, I was going through like the DTs.
Jeez.
Unfucking believable. Because like I told you, when I quit smoking 2 years ago, I said I'm going to get fat. I told her I can't do this. I said in my head, I'll lose weight when I'm done with cigarettes. So now it's like I was ready to do it, but I just couldn't do it this time because I couldn't do the gym. I couldn't do diets. And then I talked to this guy and I got this book and I learned about food, and there's a few Netflix documentaries you can watch too. But once I learned about food, once I got this book and I talked to this guy, he was like nonchalant. Like, you don't have to go to the fucking gym. It's all bullshit. It's 90% diet. It's what you put in your body. You fat fuck.
You fat fuck.
Yeah, he's like from New York. So, but it's I quit. I'm just out of the game.
So what do you put on? I'm obsessed now. What do you put on your hamburger?
I use mustard. I use like mustard, but I make sure there's no sugar in it. But I love mustard. But
on hamburgers, that's still rough.
Here's the thing, though. When you let go of the sugar, right? You understand when you have all this bullshit. The sugar and the grains and the carbs and all that shit, it releases chemicals into your fucking body, okay, that you can't control. So it's like when you say, I'm going to have one Dorito, that's it. I'm going to have two, that's it.
That never works.
You can't do it because there's chemicals being released into your fucking brain that are telling you have to have another one. That's what they do.
Beautiful.
That's what they do. They put that shit in there, the sugars and all that stuff, so you have to have another one. So you have ketchup on hamburgers because you can't not have it. Once you stop it and you get off of the addiction of it, then you taste the hamburger and you're like, oh my God, this is, and you have an onion and you're like, the onion is sweeter than fucking sugar and it's real. It's something you can have.
You don't miss ketchup?
Nope.
How would miss ketchup?
I don't know. You don't. You don't miss it.
French fries? What do you do with French fries?
Oh my God!
Fuck
What do you do with French fries?
Fuck them.
Well, that's a grain, so you're not even eating French fries.
I'm not fucking with them anymore. I'm out of the game.
What do you do with French fries?
I don't play the game.
What if you just put some pureed tomato on your hamburger?
You're fucking queer.
You're fucking queer.
What's wrong?
That's what you are. You fucking queer.
Yeah, what are you fucking queer? Where'd you get pureed tomatoes? You fucking homo. What are you gonna fucking? You got a fucking storage in your fucking your CRV? You queer?
This guy agrees with you. We lost him.
Ah, shit.
He's dead.
Sugar's like cocaine. It does the same shit to your brain.
I never knew it. I just said, oh, I'm not gonna eat carbs, and I'm gonna eat salads twice a day, and I'm just gonna starve myself and go to the gym like a fucking lunatic and drink shakes and vegetable juice and fuck you. I eat more than I've ever eaten, but here's the thing: once you take the sugar out and the grains and the flours, your body works. It is something internal that happens. And you're not hungry because you're eating fat. So I have the egg yolk, and I have maybe bacon or whatever, and the fat, I'm not hungry for hours. I'm not hungry all day. Like, I have to remind myself to eat because the fat goes in and does what it's supposed to do.
Right.
As an animal, it makes you full. When you cook with Pam and egg whites, and yeah, it's healthy, I guess, but then you're hungry in 20 minutes, and you're fighting that thing. That's what killed me because I'm an addict. Not more so am I a fatty, but I'm an addict.
So you'd be hungry and be like, I'm going to fucking eat.
So I'm fighting that all the time, and you're going to fail. One day, something bad's going to happen in life. I went through Thanksgiving, didn't bother me because I can have turkey. I can have all the crazy shit out. Vegetables. Vegetables are fucking magic. Fruit, when you give up sugar, to have an apple after you give up sugar, you'll lose your mind how sweet fruit is and how amazing fruit is.
You know what I've had a resurgence in eating is a fucking a pear.
You're fucking right.
A ripe pear. It's fucking great.
Stupid. Have an Asian pear. You want to lose your dick? You want to jizz on your chest as you're eating? Have an Asian pear.
Yeah?
Yeah, the ones that come in those protective little white mesh.
Oh,
you know
right.
it's a good. You know it's a really good fruit when it has mesh protection.
When it's protecting the shit out of it.
Dude, I tasted a pear, and I totally agree with it. After you give up sugar and your whole body readjusts itself, and your tongue and everything, it's crazy. I feel like a unicorn is going to come out of like I'm in fairyland when you start tasting shit. Like, what the fuck is this?
You would have been eating by now.
Yeah,
on our show.
Yeah, I'm good.
We would be ordering you a big breakfast by now.
Yeah, I don't, but I eat a lot. I really do. I eat a lot.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like even when I go on the road, Thanksgiving, Christmas, I just came back from Bermuda. Fucking blows, by the way. Don't ever go to Bermuda.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
Fucking boo.
Isn't it windy?
Yeah, it's like going to North Carolina.
Right. It's not like everyone gets confused like it's fucking the Bahamas.
It's just what, North Carolina in the middle of the water?
It's 20 minutes off the coast to some shit.
Yeah,
and it's
fuck
English,
Bermuda.
English owned. There's not one. I didn't have one fucking good meal.
Oh, yeah.
Not one. One good fucking meal. And you can't rent the car. You have to take cabs.
Thank God you just told me that, because I've been kind of taking a peek. Because with the kids, I don't want to fly as far.
People
as
are great. People are great. Golfing was fucking awesome. The shows for Just for Laugh were amazing. The crowd, the people are
Wait,
fucking
you went to
great.
Bermuda to perform?
Just for Laughs, yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Love Just for Laughs. Yeah, it was great. But they won't let you rent a car, but they'll let you rent a scooter.
Oh.
I don't get that. You'll see, like, you know...
why would they let you rent a car?
Why not? Because
they can't figure out car insurance down there?
I don't know, dude. I'm like...
no one is allowed.
You're trapped. I was trapped at the Fairmont.
Wait, tourists aren't allowed?
Nope.
Locals are allowed?
Nope. They have cars. There's no rent-a-car. No casino.
Wait, why aren't you allowed to rent a car?
If you like tea.
Why the fuck would I go there?
If you like tea and fucking windy days.
Yeah, I hear it's very
water
windy.
shitty?
The water's fucking crazy beautiful, but not now. It's just like being in North Carolina, or South Carolina.
You got to go later.
Cold.
You can't.
You're not really escaping the cold too much.
You might as well go to Florida.
Right.
If you're going to go anywhere, because that's when it's nice there, it's nice there.
But the Miami.
Yeah, it was.
But you can't rent a car. That is so strange.
Very English, man. So you see, it's very rich, really fucking rich. Like that rich where you're just uncomfortable eating
Like
next to them.
royalty rich.
Yeah, you try to when you're eating soup, you push the spoon away from you.
They do it the proper way.
The proper way, because you feel weird.
And they're just like, oh, an American.
Yeah, and they have restaurants like Henry VIII. Oh, everybody tells you it's the best. You go there, and it's just, it looks like fucking hobbits should be walking in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's in the Shire.
Yeah, there's like bedpans hanging on the wall, some old English cunt face.
Mad cow disease beef.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck that.
You get the beef platter and liver and a blood sausage and mashed potatoes, and there's gravy
Some
on
bangers.
everything. Yeah,
Fuck
bangers.
that. Bangers.
Fuck you, mushy peas. Go mushy.
Bangers.
Yeah, it was.
Fuck that shit.
I left early. I came home early.
Wow.
I was supposed to come back yesterday. I came home 2 days early. I was at the Fairmont, too, but it was beautiful shows, beautiful people, great, nice. But if you I like going, when I go to an island, I get in a cab, and I want to own the place. I don't want you got to take a cab. I rent a car.
You rent a car, yeah.
And just go.
There, you got to rent the cab. It costs $30 downtown, $30 back. So it's $60 every time you want to go get dinner at a mediocre place.
Wow.
I don't know. I like when I go to the Bahamas and stuff, go to Atlantis or something, I just stay on their fucking,
Yes, you like
place.
that.
I like that.
No, I gotta move around.
I see enough of the fucking place on that horror drive. Anytime you go to an island, there's the horror drive in the van from the airport to the resort. And it's like, oh.
You feel so guilty by the time you pull up to the resort.
It's like, oh, this is it. The cab driver's trying to fucking distract you.
I don't care where you are politically. That ride will make you feel guilty.
Yeah. This cactus is indigenous to the... It's like, oh, he doesn't want me to look to the other way with the three children.
Yeah, they try to keep pointing you toward the water.
Working at a foundry in the front lawn.
See some lady with a mule with laundry.
Right.
Yeah, some guy selling cervece out of his front window.
Oh my God.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Wild dogs.
That drive from the airport.
Look at the dogs.
A million kids on one diaper between them.
Every dog has 95 nipples dragging on the sidewalk, right?
Just run down. And then you see them on their shitty local beaches that, of course, the big guys came in and said, fuck that. You guys can keep the shitty local beaches. We're taking over the nice ones.
You go through that fucking thing, and then they pull up to your luxury hotel. Welcome, checking in. Yes.
And you know it's the same people just with a nice uniform on.
Their beach has like styrofoam and fishing nets and old bleach bottles.
Just a lot of jagged big rocks that they couldn't get out of the beach.
Oh yeah, there's no sand on those beaches. They took
a lot of coral.
They took all their sand to put them in the beach by the resort.
The color of their water is so different because of all the coral and everything else. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You know.
But that's the thing too.
That.
When you're taking the cab to the resort, it's every cab driver knows every other. It's like pay attention.
Yeah. They're all waving at each other back and forth.
Yeah, that doesn't scare the hell. That's a gang.
I know. That's a gang.
I went to the Bahamas once, and everything is so different than New York. And we got in a cab, and the guy made a stop to talk to somebody.
Yeah, that's not legal.
And it was really creepy because it was like, a sort of a warehouse on the water type area behind a building. And I'm looking at my ex and I'm thinking, holy fuck, this is it. We're getting killed.
Imagine
and
if
he just chatted.
real...
He chatted for about 10 minutes and then came back in the cab like it was nothing and just goes, all right, yeah, where were you guys going again?
Do you understand?
Supposedly it was normal to do this.
This is like when I want to be like other people in these scenarios, because I know guys and I know women that would go, like Amy Schumer is confident in herself, and she would say no, you don't stop, keep going. This is ridiculous. But I'm such a people pleaser.
I just shut my mouth. Whatever you got to do. I'm not going to question it.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't going to be the guy questioning this.
Such a people pleaser. It's like we're stopping at a drug deal. I could get killed, me and my wife and my kid. But it's like, oh no, hey, sorry about that. No, it's cool. Whatever it's cool.
Me and my wife were in San Francisco, and the opposite. You ever get a cabbie that wants to drive about 100 miles an hour, and you're too scared to tell him he's going too fast because you know that's going to cause even more problems? Have you ever had that situation?
Yeah.
Like a scene from
where you know damn well you can't. You know damn well you cannot tell the guy to slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
You're petrified in the back.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing, like I got to learn how to do that shit, especially now with the kid. Like I'm outside at the airport coming home. It's freezing. The cabbie's, the guy picking us up, which is ridiculous, by the way. $200 to go to the airport now with a fucking kid.
Right.
Because I got 4 bags. I got the kid with you need a car seat. $200.
Crazy.
Anyway, so we, I yelled at the guy for the first time. I had to muster it up. I'm like, my kid's in the cold.
My kid's in the cold.
And he's like, I will be right there, sir. I'm sorry. I'm like, well, hurry, please.
Please.
You realize quickly that no one gives a fuck about your kid.
Nobody gives a fuck about
like
you
do.
Yeah. But
people want to take you on about the Bermuda thing.
All right, well, go ahead, please.
Or did you have something before that?
Well, I just don't understand Atlantis either. I mean, the whole.
I went a couple times. I liked it.
I think
I need to move around a little bit though.
I think if you love resort, and you love to go and do nothing, Bermuda, Bahamas, Atlantis, there you go. I like Aruba because you rent a car at the airport and you drive to your hotel. You can drive all around the fucking island. You drive yourself to the restaurants. There's parking. It's like you become almost like a local.
Aruba's that nice, huh?
Oh, fuck.
Brother Louise goes there every year, too. He's like, you got to go.
The best place ever.
I love just getting out of my hotel room, going down to the fucking pool area or the beach.
Pool.
The adult,
They got an adult pool at Atlantis.
Yeah, that area. And then at night, it's fucking dinner, and then hit the goddamn blackjack tables.
Yeah, but you can do that in Aruba. They just got a Four Seasons there.
Yeah.
They got a casino in every hotel.
Yeah.
High rise pretty much has a casino.
Yeah, my brother's in Aruba right now.
That's the place to go.
Well, you're shitting on North Carolina, so you got to deal with those people.
Oh, gee. Well, I didn't shit on North Carolina.
How about you start with Ronnie in North Carolina?
Let's go.
Ronnie.
Hey, Bobby, I'm a fan, dude, and you're shitting on my face.
But I didn't shit on North Carolina. I said, look at North Carolina.
Hey, don't you come down here to the Comedy Zone or whatever this place is down here in Raleigh?
No, you didn't understand me. What I said was when it's Bermuda, it's supposed to be tropical. It's supposed to be.
Got tropics.
What?
Ask Alfie. He comes to the tropics.
I'm a huge fan of the Outer Banks.
The hell?
Huge fan. I haven't been. I might just go back down there finally this summer.
But there's a difference between.
Love the Outer Banks.
We got beautiful wild horses.
If you're saying Bermuda is supposed to be one way, but it's like North Carolina, it's not insulting North Carolina, but it is insulting Bermuda. That's supposed to be
Bermuda.
But
it's North Carolina.
It's supposed to be a paradise. North Carolina is North Carolina. I know it. I'm supposed to go somewhere that's supposed to be magical.
If you went to go skiing somewhere and you said, "Oh, I went skiing, and the place was like Miami." It's not insulting Miami. I love Miami, but it's not the place for skiing.
Right.
Yeah, so just because you have
want to
that
go
accent,
tropical.
Right.
You need a little tropical.
Yeah.
All right, Ronnie.
All right, I still love you, Bobby.
I love you too, man.
Let's go to Tim on Long Island. He wants to take you on. He wants to talk about. Go ahead, Tim.
Hey, Bobby, big fan, but are you out of your fucking gourd? Right at the bottom of the hill from the Fairmont Inn is the Waterlot Inn. The best fucking steak you've ever had. I had a ribeye. I went there 2 nights in a row. It was so fucking good.
Okay. All right, you're right. That restaurant was name another 2 restaurants that were great.
I cannot.
Exactly. So fuck yourself, Ronnie from Long Island.
Or
was
Tim.
it Tim?
Whatever. Yeah.
Tim, there's one restaurant that's $1 million a steak, okay, to go down to. And hang on,
we're losing him.
Hey. All right,
Bad
listen,
phone, Tim.
listen, AT&T.
Yeah.
All right. First, and you have to wear a jacket.
Oh, I hate those type of places.
Fucking English.
And then you don't have one, and they bring out one with fucking dandruff on it for you.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why is this better than what I walked in with? Why do I have to wear one of your shitty jackets that I know you're not cleaning?
This is the crest of the Knights of St. Andrews.
Yeah.
You're wearing that fucking...
You got a piece of skin from some old guy's head.
Why is that better? How is that better? I came in with a nice collared shirt, but I didn't have a jacket. Now you're going to find me one in the back?
One fucking restaurant. It's right down the bottom of the hill, and it's outrageous prices.
Really?
Look, I don't give a fuck. I'll pay $60 for a steak.
You'll treat yourself.
I lived in New York. Living in New York.
Right. You get used to that.
You get so used to spending so much money that when you go somewhere else, it doesn't hit you as
It is
hard.
amazing sometimes.
Can we go back to you now living in the suburbs? Have you noticed the difference in prices yet?
It's crazy.
When I go down to Philly to see the in-laws and stuff, I'm like, what? I'm treating everyone.
I love it. I love
You could treat 10, 12 people on what it would cost for 2 in New York.
Yeah, what for takeout at a diner, you could take people out to a steak restaurant.
Right. It's unbelievable.
And look like a hero, yeah. It's
How bad we're getting ripped off living in New York City.
Well, I like it, though. I like that you get used to spending that money.
Right,
so
when
then
you leave.
When you do leave, it feels... it's like
you just made money.
Yeah, like you went to a third world country.
Yeah, you go on vacation somewhere, you get a week at a hotel, and you get the total, and it's like, really?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, it's like fucking man, nothing.
It's amazing.
All right, this guy wants to take you out with Bermuda, too. Frank in New York. Frank. A lot of Franks today.
Frank was back.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, guys. I wanted to let you know why they don't like bar. It's because they drive on the wrong side of the road. And if you get into a car accident, you could kill them. But if you're in a scooter, you're the only one who's going home dead. And
yeah, I don't like that. And in the wrong side of the road, I mean, I get it, but, a couple minutes, you can get the curve. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a fucking deal.
Get the hang of it.
Just don't go on the side of the road where the headlights are coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You let me rent a fucking scooter. It's like, okay, you can't pat the giraffe, but go hang out with the lion.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, go rub the lion's balls if you want. You want to feed him? And there's the roads there. There's no sidewalks. Okay, so there's room for the car. They chiseled these roads out of rock.
That's it.
There's room for the cars, and that's it. And then you got these fucking rich MILFs who are trying to speed walk in their shitty Pilates pants with their fucking pussy sweat stain going down their ass crack that are trying to walk. And so the whole island stops for these assholes, and you got to go around them. It's a fucking nightmare. Going to your hotel, you have to close your eyes because you feel like you're going to die.
Yeah, that's scary. I don't like those
They had
rides
one,
like that. in a
one
cab.
fucking good movie,
Like
The
that.
Deep. Remember that shit
Is that
movie?
it?
Jacqueline
Was
Bisset.
actually, Bissett and
It was just a whack job on the Golden Globes.
was she really?
You didn't see her
I
acceptance
was
speech?
in Bermuda. What happened?
Robert Shaw.
She won for a stupid miniseries. Who gives a fuck? And she just babbled.
Oh, yeah.
She was under the
It's like
influence.
Robert Shaw.
Drunk. Yeah, Robert Shaw was
And
in
then
there.
Lou Gossett Jr.
Oh, he was in there?
Remember he got his head bit?
Oh,
by
was
the
in the
eel?
team, yeah.
I haven't seen that in a
That
while.
eels really don't do that.
No.
They bit his head and popped it. Remember the
Right.
Remember that the electric eel came out, or the moray eel?
I just remember
fucking
her,
head.
snorkeling with just a T-shirt.
Oh, how fucking hot was she? And what's his name was in it too from 48 Hours.
Oh, Nolte.
Nolte was in it.
That's right. You're right.
And they went down for the jewels, and they found, what was it, heroin? What were the little bottles?
I think
Yeah,
morphine or
morphine.
heroin
I think
or
it was.
something.
I think it was morphine.
I always wanted those little bottles.
Oh, yeah, they looked great.
I like
little glass.
little mini Cokes.
Yeah.
Let me go to Tommy in Brooklyn. I like Brooklyn phone calls. What's up, Tommy?
Hey, guys. You know why it's so cheap outside to buy anything and in the city it's so expensive is you're paying the rent. Your apartment is worth a tenth of what it is. I mean, you could buy 10 apartments somewhere else for your apartment there in the city.
You're right.
When you're paying, that's, you're paying the rent. I mean, Williamsburg, which used to be hell years ago, and you'd buy a cup of coffee there for 50 cents, now it costs you, $9.
Right.
Right, that's it.
All right.
Yeah, it's the rents on everything are so ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the excuse the guy gave me when he wanted to charge me literally $35 for a 3-foot Cat 5 cable. I needed like a 3-foot piece of Cat 5 cable.
What is Cat 5 cable?
It's the Ethernet fucking network cable for your house.
Okay.
Because at my apartment I wanted to hook up my fucking Xbox.
Right.
So I just needed a 3-foot piece. I go into the store. I see it's coiled up. I go to the counter. $35. I'm like, what? I go, no. And I got like mad at him, and he goes, the rent at this. I go, look, you don't make it up on $35 for a Cat 5 cable.
Go into another business.
You fuck.
You cocksucker.
Yeah, so I bought it.
That's that.
Did you really?
I had to. No, I
don't
did.
care how much. I don't care how much money I have. That's the shit that.
No, I did not.
I
Fuck you.
remember when I used to smoke. I used to go to North Carolina because it's beautiful, and I get my cigarettes, $35 a carton. In New York, it was $115, $120 a carton. I had a drug dealer guy I would meet on a corner by the cellar. It's a black dude with dreads, and he'd have a trash bag full of cigarettes, 100-something a carton. I remember when I quit, I gave away $500 worth of cigarettes, the DeRosa and Dan Soda.
Oh. So you just made a shitload of money.
No, I gave it to him.
No, I'm saying you made a shitload of money by quitting.
Oh, my God. How much money I saved.
How much a month were you spending on cigarettes?
I smoked 2 packs a day at $12 a pack. I don't know, do the math. That's somebody with a... It's crazy. But here's the thing, though. You never... That money goes somewhere... I don't know. It went into chips. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it went
really
into pizza.
does just go somewhere else.
Like, it never...
Right.
I never saw
It
that.
never really
noticed the
appears.
savings.
Yeah,
You think it would appear on your kitchen table every morning?
Yeah, dude, like all of a sudden I would have this extra holy shit. Like I think it was $2,000 a month. I should have just had, but I never. It was I.
She's been like, "There's another $2,000. I'll put that away."
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Doesn't work
Never.
that way.
No, it just goes into some fucking stupid gadget, some iPad
Some
holder.
other useless shit.
Why don't we take a break? You got any new gadgets to turn us on to after the break?
I
want to see what you're into. I want to see what you're into.
I got a new thing I ordered that I'm very excited about.
All right, you're always ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I got a couple new things.
We end up laughing at you and saying you're an idiot, and then we all end up buying your shit.
Yeah, you really
Although
do.
the bandolier, I think that might have been a bust.
That was
I'll
probably
tell you what,
that was a bust.
A lot of guys got the bandolier.
But it's a bust. I don't see you wearing it anymore.
I love the bandolier.
No, you.
And with a baby, you want to talk about a bandolier?
Yeah.
Having a baby,
Yeah.
you can put all your baby wipes, the diaper, the pacifier, all the shit in the bandolier.
Boom, you got it.
The bandolier.
I'm telling you, dude, the fucking bandolier. And for traveling, the bandolier was the shit. I love my bandolier. I got you a tan one. I still have it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You know,
man.
I kept trying to give it to you, and you kept.
He kept running away. Yeah.
Do you know what Norton kept doing?
I don't want a bandolier.
I'd give him the bandolier every time he'd go over my house, and he'd leave it on the door on the outside.
That's hilarious.
So the next day I'd go to leave, and there'd be a bandolier on the fucking door.
That's hilarious.
Oh, is that good?
Yeah, I don't want a bandolier.
I'm giving you a bandolier.
I got an iPad because of you, I'm sure. I think you were the first with the iPad.
No, I was. First of all, I hooked you guys on Twitter. You guys told me to go fuck myself on Twitter.
I don't remember.
What? I absolutely remember.
I feel like
you yelled at me. You went 104. What the fuck? 140? Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Absolutely.
So we have you to blame.
Yeah.
For all this hate we get on a daily basis. Thanks,
No,
Bobby.
no.
That's a wonderful thing you did for us.
No, that's actually you too. That you guys created those fucking savages. Yeah.
Okay.
I have you to blame for those.
Yeah,
we all blame you guys for those guys. Hey, you fat fuck dumb cunt. I hope you
Always.
die on a bridge in Bermuda, you faggot. Thanks. Can you put a smiley face so I don't?
Never.
I don't want to find you and stab your throat. Yeah. No, I got some good stuff.
All right. Wait. No, I got to plug Bobby. Bobby's playing locally. This is really good.
Yeah.
Bananas, Hasbrook Heights, tomorrow and Saturday. Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. Fuck, I think I'm going to try to go.
Yeah. I got
I don't
Luis
think we're-
Gomez is coming too from my show.
I liked him on your podcast. I don't think I've ever seen his stand-up.
Very funny, man. Really funny guy. Yeah, he's
very cool. So, Bob Kelly, Bananas, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey this weekend. Go see Bob Kelly.
The guys have a dump on deck. They'll be right back. Opie and Anthony are back. On with the fart jokes. On Sirius XM.
Bob Kelly in studio playing Bananas, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, tomorrow and Saturday. Go see Bobby. My God. You working in a lot of kids stuff?
Yeah, I'm starting to write all the kids stuff. You know, it took a while because creativity, everything freezes. Everything's done when you have that kid.
Yeah.
And it's almost like you start to unthaw as the kid starts to sleep and be cool, and you have to worry about it dying and its dick falling off. 'Cause, you know,
You nailed it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm coming out of the deep freeze.
Yeah, right?
I had a tough time doing this radio show for a while.
Yeah.
A tough fucking time. And I'm finally breathing again.
Yeah, it's like you start to thaw out and become that guy you were.
Because all your focus is like, making sure everything is going all right.
Yeah, make sure the kid don't die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's literally that. And make sure you don't. You get so I have so much anxiety now that I don't have vices. I took away my vices. And then when you have a kid, the fucking anxiety goes through the roof. And my wife is one of those people. She's like, he's fine. Check his fucking temperature. I did. No, I want a thermometer in the kid's asshole, and I want to hear a beep.
And you want an app on your phone.
Yeah.
Where you can constantly check the temperature.
I have the app on my phone that I can watch them. I can talk to them. You know, and she'll shut it off because, like, I'll be there.
Oh.
And I'm on the road, and I'll hit the button. His pacifier fell out. She's like, "What?" She's scared. She's, "What the fuck?" Because all of a sudden something's
that's
wrong.
gotta be weird.
And she just shuts it down, and she won't answer the phone. But
that's hilarious.
Dude, I'm just starting to come out of that fog, and now this.
7-8 months is about right.
Yeah, it starts to
about right.
You start to be you again and joke again, and stuff's starting to happen. You start to see clearer.
Wait till you see your kid like just in front of, I don't know, the washing machine with all the detergent around him, and you're wondering how much did the kid eat and if it's poisonous. You start looking at labels really fast and calling those fucking phone numbers. And you're like, how the fuck did this happen? I'm watching all the time.
Yeah, like he's starting to roll now. So we'll have him in the bed, and then he'll roll. In like 2 seconds, he's upside down and by your feet. And you're like, what the fuck was that? Like, how did you do? Like, and he's seconds away of rolling off the bed
He
onto
sleeps in the bed with you?
Well,
stop that immediately.
All right, here's the deal.
Because my kid's up to 4, and we're still having a tough time getting him in his own room because we did exactly that. And now with the daughter, she never slept with us, and she's all good with her own room already.
Well, we had him in his own room, in his own crib, but then some shit happened, and we brought him in the bed again, and he just slept through the night. and it's a very lazy thing.
Did you talk about the shit that happened? I don't know.
What?
What happened?
Oh, he got sick.
Oh.
So we felt bad. He was all fucked up. And
can I tell you one that happened to us?
Yeah.
You think she's safe in her crib, and we're thinking nothing of it. We go in there one night, and she's in the pillowcase.
What?
She's
Inside
in the
of it?
Yeah. She's inside the pillowcase.
How old?
Like, I don't know, a few months ago.
Really?
They don't tell you that a pillowcase could be a problem.
Yeah.
They make special pillowcases for that very reason. I didn't know.
How about this? He got his foot through the fucking crib hole, the slats,
right,
and it got stuck. But now he's twisted, so he's gonna fucking twist like the death roll of an alligator. He's gonna twist his own leg off. So we had to go buy like a bumper, a mesh bumper for inside of the crib.
Well, you're a rookie. You should have had the bumper all along. That one you should have known.
But they don't. Why don't they just give the fucking bumper with the crib?
Gotta go bumper. You gotta go.
But you can't go regular. You have to go mesh bumper because the other bumper killed kids because they roll up and mush their nose and mouth on it, and then you wake up and they're blue. You're a little stone baby. So it's. But
you're working into your act.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I gotta slow this conversation down for a second. When you hear a comic is going to do kid material, I'm with all the guys probably out there moaning. It's like, oh God, who wants to hear this shit? But someone like Bobby, there's only a few comics that can pull it off in a way that makes it hilariously funny and a bit edgy.
Right? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's all fucking edgy.
Good.
It's all awful. It's all
awful.
But it's not awful in a way. You know, it's just real. Like, you know, I mean, it was pretty crazy to fuck for realsies. You know what I mean? To fuck a woman for the reason,
for the distinct,
biblically or scientifically. Well, I don't give a fuck what you believe, but like I fucked to make a life, which is what your dick is for. I mean, that's it. You have a dick, and jizz comes out of it to make
scientific jargon is.
It's to make a life. That's why every animal shoots jizz into a vag.
Right.
And somehow we made it into this fun thing.
Well, if it
because it felt so goddamn good.
It has to feel good, or people wouldn't do it, and it does. And then you don't perpetuate the species. So it's a delicate balance.
Yeah, but jizz to me was the enemy. I mean, jizz to you is the enemy.
The enemy.
Dude, your jizz could fuck your life up as you know it. Right?
Don't want throw your jizz around, no.
As soon as we realized how, good it felt, we said, fuck eternal life.
Yeah.
And fuck the Bible. This is good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they don't teach you.
That wasn't nice of God to make it feel so goddamn good.
But literally, it's like, what is it, a 6-second feeling for us, right? 6 seconds. And all the hard work that goes into just jizzing in a box. But
in a box.
I never, to be able to come inside of a woman and look in her face while you're coming and not see fear or anger and like, what the fuck are you doing?
Wow.
Is an amazing feeling to just leave jizz where it's supposed to go.
That's why there's a morning after pill.
Right.
It's a fun. Why do you jizz in chicks?
Huh?
Do you jizz?
No.
You jizz in a condom, right? Or you pull out?
It's big as a myriad of things that could happen based on alcohol consumption and where you are and who it is and
wake
what
up,
year it is.
Your dick is snailing out of a pussy.
Snail. Snailing. Oh, is that fucking great?
Ah, boy.
Oh, wow.
Snailing.
That's great.
I love it.
What is your preferred? Look, I come in my wife.
Everyone loves the ability to just shoot a fucking load inside someone, but sometimes circumstances dictate you must not. You must rip that fucker out.
Right.
But I've gone out with girls that have been on the pill, things like that.
I never did that. I never trusted. I would never come inside. I would bring it to the last. The fucking last second of. It's like literally just, I could feel it traveling up my vein. You could see the fucking rumblings going up, like the troops coming up the vein, right into the tip of the helmet, and just a splash of jizz hits her fucking, the back of her twat, and then rip it out and just throw it on her face like Mardi Gras beads.
I was so goddamn good looking that I knew that I knew I had to take it with me.
Yeah. Oh,
Fuck
no,
that.
like fucking E-Rock.
Well, E-Rock, would take the Nagel seed home with him.
E-Rock would come in a
Literally.
condom and then
He literally
tie it up and put it in his pocket because he was afraid the girl was going to squeeze it out into her pussy.
First of all,
like space food.
I would make sure it was disposed of, but E-Rock would take it with him. He would take it with him.
He would take it with him.
True story. He would
Take the
take it
Nagel
with him.
seed with you.
Why?
Tie up that condom
You
and
don't
put it in
leave-
his back pocket.
Would you sooner leave gold doubloons in the garbage, Opie? Of course you take that preciousness.
I don't understand, though. I mean, I'm pretty sure when jizz comes out, it dies, right?
I don't know.
Well,
There's been some stories over the years.
There have been stories. I think.
There's been
I
some
think you got
stories
a
over the
time
years.
limit. You got some time.
So you can jizz into a condom. If I'm a woman,
Right.
and I get the guy's...
We'll probably get a story
Jizz.
in a minute.
You
or two,
shove
yeah.
it in there. There's a chance.
There's a chance. There's been
There's
stories
a
over the
chance.
years.
So you'd have to put the condom in your pussy and then fix it like a mitten. Like
yeah,
yeah, and pull it back out,
like,
right?
Reverse it.
Yeah, and then
You could do that, or you could take like a turkey baster and
Really?
suck some up and then
I
shove
don't
it
know.
up there.
I don't know how much time we'd have to ask
Squeeze
Dr.
it out.
Steve.
No, sperm will live for 24 hours.
I thought the
Spermatozoa.
Let's have sex ed. I always thought it died when it hit the air.
I thought
No.
air killed it, like
Yeah,
AIDS.
No. No, sperm can live for like 24 hours, but of course in a dark, moist spot it'll last longer.
Right.
But
what about on a belly? How long does it
Well,
stay
if she,
alive?
if she took it and swiped her finger and then shoved her finger inside herself, yeah, something could happen.
What if she did this? What if she, if she said, "Come on my stomach," and it filled her belly button, and then she didn't, like, she went into the kitchen and got one of those little travel spoons you get at the airport,
right?
Like from Japan.
Or the little one that used to say the World's Fair on the back,
and dug it out,
right?
And then spoon fed her pussy like a cup of tea.
I think
That would-
you could be in some danger right there.
Really?
You
Get
could be in
Dr.
some
Steve on
danger.
the phone. Let's
those
find
things
out.
get swimming. They got a mission. They're on a mission. Those little fuckers.
I mean, look, the odds of getting a girl pregnant regular are
Right.
fucking astronomical.
I'm not saying it's probably
here
the
we go.
best way to do it, but
Dr. Steve. What's up,
Oh,
Dr. Steve? We're trying to learn about sperm now that we're middle-aged men. How long does it stay like alive after it leaves your penis? Let's say
Pretty much till it dries out.
Really? Even if it's on
I
a
mean, you
belly?
Huh?
It's on a belly, let's say.
Yeah. I mean, well, exposed to air, if it's spread out like the proverbial map of Hawaii, then it will dry up pretty quickly.
Right.
But if it's a puddle.
Is right. As long as there is liquid still existing, the sperm can live for quite a while. They, when you go to a sperm bank, you jizz into a cup. And they, that thing can sit there in the lab for an hour or two before they look at it, and then they look at it under the microscope and look for motile sperm and stuff. And so, yeah, they can last for a while. I don't know the exact numbers, and someone who works at a sperm bank might know. But and what they'll do in the lab is they'll add a little saline to it to keep it nice and liquidy, and those little fuckers.
That saline could do a lot of shit.
I love that saline.
Have you ever heard stories of like women grabbing a condom from a wastebasket after the guy leaves or whatever?
Sure, and
Are
just
those,
like Anthony said, you just put it in a turkey baster and just squirt it in there and hope for the best.
All right, here's the scenario. You have sex with a woman, you leave in the morning, now it's like late morning. She could actually go in that wastebasket, and there's still a possibility.
Oh, no, I don't know about late morning if it was the night before. But if you do like P-Rock where you jizz and then get the fuck out of there right away, then it could happen.
Yeah, because she goes. How about a couple hours later? You busted your nuts, and you're out cold within 5
Love 'em
minutes.
and leave 'em naked.
No, you're out cold 5 minutes later. Now she's wide awake because the women.
my
I guess
God.
that makes them hyper. She could get up and get some things done, huh?
Yeah, the longer the interval between the time that you ejaculated and she does that, the less likely it is there will be violence.
What if I got?
But I don't know the exact interval. I can find out.
Dr. Steve, what if I you just made me stutter. What if I got a pencil and mushed them all up and could you frothed them like a cappuccino?
No, there's
yeah. But they're microscopic, so it would be very difficult. Just imagine, okay, you go to an ant hill and you start stomping on them. You can never kill all the fucking ants.
How about if I put it in my NutriBullet?
NutriBullet?
Yeah, what if you made a nice, delicious shake?
Right. Wait, we got, hold on.
That's why I take, after I jizz, I take bleach and splash it on the girl like the front stoop on I Am Legend. Make sure.
Wait, we got,
it's all dead.
We got Army guys calling in.
That's why your pool is so hot. You dunk them in a jacuzzi and then dunk them in the pool to kill all the jizz on their body.
Yeah. We got Army guys calling in. Dr. Steve, stay on the line. We got Matt in Texas. What's up, Matt?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Long time fan.
Thank you.
Well, when I was stationed in Fort Sill, every weekend before we went out, the sergeants for the NCOs would tell us to police up your condoms after you use them, to put that shit in your pocket, because there was a big deal with the females in the area. They would take the condom out of the wastebasket if you left right away or if you passed out, and they would turn that shit inside out. And they were getting pregnant off the Army guys who swore they were using condoms, and these girls were getting pregnant. And,
So you guys were warned that the local girls were going to pull these shenanigans with the condoms.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking time. It happens everywhere, but that was like the worst place where it was happening.
Are condoms full of jizz allowed in the barracks, Private Pile?
Holding the jizz.
What the hell is this?
Wow, thanks for your call. Kurt in California, one more from the Army. Go ahead, Kurt. Kurt.
Yes, hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, back in the 90s, I was told by my platoon sergeant that, yeah, take the little bottle of Tabasco with you and drop that in the condom afterwards. That way if the...
And then eat it like an oyster?
He made a mistake and put it on the condom before he put it on.
Ow, ow, ow,
That's just
ow.
punitive. I mean, she could still get pregnant, but now she's going to burn like fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Teacher.
It's just punitive.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
So,
you, guys. I'm out.
putting the Tabasco in there is not going to help. It'll just be make her a real. Oh shit!
I like forcing her to take a morning after pill, like giving a dog a pill.
You put it in peanut butter?
Put it in the back of her throat, smash her face down, a rubber neck.
Get a teaspoon of peanut butter and put it in her tongue.
Yeah, there you go, honey.
I hung up on Steve by accident for real that time. Austin, Texas.
Oh, damn.
Call back, Steve. Austin.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Austin in Texas. All right. I see what's going on here.
Oh.
What do you got, buddy?
No, man, I was going to say I was a paratrooper at Fort Bragg with the 82nd, and they used to say the exact same thing in the safety briefings, man. You got to police up the jimmies.
Police them up?
Police that up.
Had no idea until today.
Yes. You got a lot of those women like fucking Officer and a Gentleman where they want to get pregnant.
What a fucking crazy person you have to be.
I DOR, but I can get a job at the fucking hardware store. Remember that fucking loser?
That's pure comedy, though.
Oh, is that correct?
That shit makes me laugh.
That scenario was the worst possible scenario for that woman. I DOR'd, but, you know, after a few years, I could work my way up to assistant manager.
She wanted an officer.
She's like, I want a fucking pilot, you cocksucker. Go hang yourself.
He's hanging in the closet.
Go hang yourself.
That's hilarious.
Oh, my God.
John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. You gave me a raise at the fucking paint store.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's very nice of you.
Steve, I didn't mean to hang up on you. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking great impression.
Right.
Thank you.
$4.
$4.
Yeah.
My hair.
Anything else on the sperm?
Good shit on it.
Steve, Dr. Steve,
Hey.
Weird Medicine, my favorite show on Riotcast.
Oh, yeah.
And
Hey,
you
thanks,
guys,
man.
your show.
Yeah, we're fighting for him.
actors.
You know
He's
that.
fucking-
Eventually, we're going to fight it out. You know that, right?
I don't know
so
why.
you better get in shape.
Well,
It's going down.
well, let's not get carried away. He's whatever's best for Dr. Steve. I don't know why his show isn't on TV. It should be a fucking. They have
really
fucking
good, yeah.
They have people trying to catch goddamn eels. And they're eel hunters.
I know.
And this show should be on
At
TV.
the very least, it should be syndicated across the country. It's perfect for syndication.
He should be a fucking a guy who does house calls.
Like the old days.
Remember the old days?
I actually do. I remember.
Did you ever have a house call?
Dr.
house calls.
Fuchs.
I do house calls.
But you for dead people?
No, I mean, they're still alive when I go to see them.
Oh. Well, they can't. They're not really ambulative, are they?
Right. Yeah, a lot of my patients can't make it into the office, so I go to their house.
I was sick as a kid. I think I had the mumps or something, and
fucking mumps.
And fucking Dr. Fuchs came. Dr. Fuchs came over. She was my pediatrician.
Right.
And I honestly believe she was like a Nazi war criminal that got out of Nazi Germany and came over. But yeah, she used to, and with the old school doctor bag and everything, the black doctor bag. Yeah.
I had mono when I was a kid, and my doctor, her name was Dr. Cocaine.
Dr. Cocaine. Dr. Cocaine?
You can't have a doctor named
Cocanne, but she pronounced it cocaine.
That's great.
That's a horrible name.
What the fuck are the mumps? Sounds like a shitty neighbor.
It's like you get like swollen glands.
Yeah, it's
under your jaw.
Viral infection of the parotid glands, which are salivary glands in the right at the angle of the jaw.
And if you're older, if you're past puberty and get them, you can go sterile, right?
Yeah, then it not only affects that, but it affects your testicles as well, and you get viral orchitis.
Oh, Jesus.
Although my testicles are swell, they didn't swell. Thanks.
You have swell testicles.
They're swell.
Dick Van Dyke.
They sure are.
Wait, we got to ask him about the tit thing from how we started today's show.
Oh, right.
Listen to the replay today.
The drugs.
What was it called again, Sam?
Gynecomastia.
Gynecomastia. And then you wanted to see this, Bobby?
It's hilarious.
You got to Google image gynecomastia.
No, this is hilarious.
It is hilarious. It's boys and men that get tits because they...
But this is more than man boobs.
Yeah,
this
look
is
at
like,
that guy's tits.
Look at these guys' tits.
What
Look
the
at that
fuck
guy's
is
tits.
that? What is that?
Ew.
Are you kidding me?
Those are just all nipple.
This is real. Look at that. That's a guy.
What?
This goes way further than fucking man boobs.
Dr. Steve, what do you have on
Bob,
this?
You don't have it. I don't have it.
They're very popular amongst the incarcerated, from what I hear. But also, they you can get it from a drug called cimetidine, which is Tagamet. You can buy over the counter. You can get gynecomastia.
Wait, Tagamet like the fucking heartburn shit?
Yeah, that's one of the
give
things.
you tits?
I mean, it's just one of it. It's rare, but it can happen. And marijuana is another one that can cause gynecomastia.
What the fuck?
The buxom boys of Denver. I can't wait.
Isn't that wild?
That is fucking crazy.
There's a commercial running now. If you took a certain drug, this could happen to you, and they want the lawsuits.
If your young child, if your young son got tits.
What if you're married to a guy who gets those
gynecomastia?
Yeah, what do you do? How do you say? You know what I mean?
Think of this guy like trying to go to the pool.
How do you fix it?
Well, it's like doing a breast reduction on a female.
I fucking tell you, boss, I got to take the day off because my husband has to get a breast reduction.
Oh, is that
nothing more humiliating than a doctor taking a Sharpie to your body and showing you what he's going to do for you?
We'll do this.
And you see over here what we're going to do.
Now, what we could do.
Right, he's
drawing on you like a general in World War II.
Do you have to take a gone or just a little more perky?
Drawing like a 3-year-old on your body to fix your man boobs.
Yeah.
Right. Fuck it. Look, he has.
I'm sorry. If they're not big hangers, they'll do a liposuction on them.
There's some hangers we're looking at here.
Yeah, there's an X.
But then there's some like real pert ones.
Let me see the pert ones.
The one right there.
Up top there.
There's some
one
perties.
Pretty pert.
Yeah.
I didn't say pretty. I said perties.
Those are like little 13-year-old titties.
That's
when
what
they
I
just
said.
come
That's
in.
Those are new ones.
New buds.
New buds.
Buds blossom.
So what are those ones right there? What are those ones? Those are fucking. Oh, you can't even play basketball ever.
No, you can't do
You
anything.
can't risk being.
You can't do anything.
Shirts and skins.
You can't risk being skins.
Right.
You're just ace bandaging your tits before you go out. How embarrassing.
But that was growing up. That was always humiliating. Why did we
It was
have
usually
to play
the fat
shirts
kid.
and skins?
Shirts and skins. All
It's
right,
like,
I'm like,
what?
nah,
We can't figure out 2 different color T-shirts yet.
Well, you can't just look at their face and go, "He's not on my team."
Right.
Hey, I know all these people.
All the guys with afros are on the other team.
On the winning team.
All right, Stevie.
All right, boys.
Steve,
Good
take
job,
it easy,
Dr.
buddy.
Steve.
Thank you,
It's
Doc.
Weird Medicine on Riotcast and on this fine satellite channel.
NDM Saturdays for now.
Yeah, we're still figuring it out. And to the Eastside Dave people, relax. We're figuring it out.
Glad to have a show, and I'd love to see Eastside Dave come back.
He will.
Yes.
He will be back.
Is he coming back?
Of course. He was never going away.
Yeah. We love Eastside Dave.
I don't know what he
really
said, but
great.
exactly what they told him is happening. They were just taking a hiatus to just try to figure shit out.
Right.
Yeah.
We're stripping the whole channel down, and then we're sort of rebuilding it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was neglected for so many years. So.
That's great.
All right, Dr. Steve. Thank you, brother.
All right, boys. Thank you.
All
Nice
right.
day.
Oh, Ant shut his
I'm
laptop.
slamming my laptop down.
He just called it. That's
You know
it.
what
Is that
that
it?
means?
That's it. When he called it.
That's it.
Sam just fucking got excited.
Oh, I know.
What's going on?
Sam's like,
That means more time for his post show.
It's more time for his
Sam's
post show.
post-show.
Hey, do we
But
have
then
the
he
Jerry
gives me
Springer
this.
thing to end?
Yeah.
The Bob and Sam show's coming up.
Jerry Springer was in, and he's doing the final thought today.
It's Sam and Bob.
That's the Bob and Sam show. We'll work on it.
Bob.
I'm
Bob.
here every day. So.
Bob.
It's the Bob and Sam show.
It's the Bob and Sam show.
Can I tell you about
What?
something called love? Yes. Are you in it? Are you getting engaged? Oh, boy. You need to go see Steven Singer. Go to his website. You don't have to see him in person. IHateStevenSinger.com. Online, he's got beautiful Ready for Love collection of engagement rings. Oh, boy. Steven offers great quality at amazing prices. He blows the competition out of the water.
Okay. I see what you
Yes, right out of the whatever water that is. Nobody does jewelry better than Steven Singer. He has better prices, better selection, better service, better styles, better service, and an unbelievable, unbeatable warranty. All adding up to the best value possible for your engagement ring. For example, Steven has what is called a GIA 1 carat certified cushion cut diamond set in a beautiful setting, and that starts at only $3,900. That's an amazing deal. Find out why the competition hates him, but women adore Steven Singer at IHateStevenSinger.com. On the phone, it's 888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER. Visit him. He's actually a live person. He's at the other corner of 8th and Walnut in Philly. Steven Singer Jewelers. Check out Steven's jewelry today.
And I think we're going to end with Jerry Springer today, right?
Oh, yeah?
He's got a final thought.
Does he? He was on the show today, and he's got a final thought. Oh, before the final thought, Bobby killed it today, man. Thanks, Bobby.
I love
I'm
Bobby.
good. Glad to be back on it. Been on a while, man.
I know.
I missed you guys.
And way too
that
long.
was fun.
And in the very near future, we're going to feature you on our podcast.
Yes. Oh, my God. Is she pregnant as fuck now?
Oh, yeah.
Nicole. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
What's the podcast?
Well, you do a podcast now.
Where?
iTunes.
We're killing it.
I know you're killing it, but
An hour
where?
a week. Some of our archives we just throw up there with little themes. Like this week, it's Jim Norton hates animals. Beautiful.
That's great.
Maybe we'll have you, I don't know, throwing up for an hour.
That's
Whatever.
great.
So it's doing
Super
very well.
Puke. Can I name it now?
Super Puke with
yeah.
Bob Kelly Super Puke. Write
go.
that down, Sam.
Super puke.
Write it
Bob
down.
Kelly Super Puke.
Super puke.
I like that.
Super puke. He's super
Puking.
puking.
But every Wednesday our podcast comes out.
Some kid just wrote on the thing. He wrote, "This is my rifle. This is my cum. This is for fighting. This is for yum."
Oh God.
I gotta do what's his name?
That's a good one.
Jared Ganser.
Bob Kelly will be at Bananas in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey tomorrow and Saturday. Go see Bobby.
Fucking Jersey.
And Robert Kelly, of course, on Twitter. And, of course, Riotcast.com, where he does his podcast a few times a week.
Yeah, a couple
times a week with Bob Kelly. I'm a little behind. I'll get back on it.
Yeah, you got to come on again.
I would love to.
You know what, Dad?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Here's Jerry Springer with our final thought today.
I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for listening to the Opie and Anthony Show. You know, as always, we as people enjoy the things we
Real. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, let's do this. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, look at that.
Your media destination.
Another show.
Another show. Yay.
Look at us go.
Yay.
Wow.
Another show. That's right.
Yeah.
Mars is gone, huh?
Where's Mars?
I can tell.
He's,
Yeah, it's a little.
As soon as I turn on the mics, I can tell if Mars is here or not.
Yeah. Somebody else.
They're all right, but it's just not.
It's different.
It's a little different.
Just a little different.
Where's
Takes
Mars?
you a little while to get used to.
He's having surgery. He's out for like a couple weeks.
What? My
What?
rotator cuff.
What kind of surgery?
I don't know. I think so.
shoulder surgery or something.
You were going to say soldier.
I know.
You were going to say soldier surgery.
Was it from his MMA?
I think so.
Was it from his MMA?
Yeah, a little wear and tear.
Yeah, it'll happen.
I don't like the sound of the mics, but we'll deal.
A little bassier than usual.
Right?
I'm not sure.
I don't need bass on my voice. I got a fucking kick-ass voice, man.
Yeah, you got to take the bass off.
My voice fucking rocks.
Yeah,
it's
just
amazing.
treble it up.
Right. Didn't always rock.
No, we've heard some tapes. Fantastic.
Anyway, we are here and you are there.
Yeah, that's the arrangement.
And we got Jerry Springer in like 10 minutes.
What?
Give us time to breathe before you start bringing these people in.
Jerry.
Why is Jerry coming in at 7?
What is Jerry pushing?
I don't know.
Anyone?
I have no idea.
Sam, you know what he's pushing?
Is he still doing the Jerry Springer show?
Look at this fruit.
Why is Sal running down the
hallway?
He's bringing you your Jerry Springer prep.
Thank you, Sal. Sal, why is Jerry Springer coming in today?
What's he pushing?
His new TV show called Tabloid.
What?
He's got a new TV show.
Isn't that his TV show?
Why didn't he stick with the Jerry Springer show? That's my first question.
Tabloid. Are they going to chant?
Doesn't sound nearly as good as Jerry.
Tabloid, working with outrageous characters, bearing all of the twists and turns and macabre motivations behind eye-catching criminal accounts. Tabloid unearths the most mind-blowing headlines of your favorite.
Is this
favorite checkout line magazines exposing the biggest stories?
Isn't this a current affair?
He's trying to take on. He's trying to take on TMZ. What's wrong with this guy?
Is that TMZ, right? Yeah.
Fucking go retire, man. You did the Jerry Springer show. What are you doing? The first episode, the kids are not all right. The teenage years are challenging for most people, but Esme Zhang copes with pressures from her parents in a particularly bloody way. The blame. Right.
Especially young thieves. I'm sure it'll be very.
He's taking on the bling ring. That's 3 years ago.
They already made a movie out of it. It came out. It's coming on.
Jerry Springer, the opera, is currently playing in Seattle. Jerry is not in the play, so.
Jerry.
According to contribution reports for the political committee Charlie Christ for Florida, Jerry Springer donated $10,000 to the committee on December 31st. Springer had his name.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy. He is the executive producer for the Steve Wilkos show. That damn thing is still on the air?
I guess.
He sucked on our show. He was a bore.
Well, and
I remember thinking, there's no way this guy's going to fucking make it.
Search will take him over.
How is that show still on the air?
What, Search?
Steve Wilkos.
It's not a game, people.
He was the mayor of Cincinnati for 1 year in 19.
Wrote a check to a hooker.
Right. He worked for Robert Kennedy at the age of 25. He was working for him while
doesn't Jerry listen to the show on his way in?
Yeah, he does. We love you, Jerry.
Jerry.
Make sure you bring some kind of dessert for us this morning, or some kind of some kind of treat.
Sure.
Prep sheet should say he once called the Opie and Anthony show and begged them to stop having their listeners vote him through on Dancing with the Stars.
That's true.
We absolutely had power. I don't know if we still do. Who knows? I don't know. You think we have a little power left?
We got the knuckleheads.
Little juice.
All right, the knuckleheads. They're going strong out there.
The knuckleheads. Yeah, the knuckleheads. I watched it.
But I heard one last night. I got to write this shit down. I'm getting too fucking lazy. Because now we got to find it. There's a drug that can make you grow breasts.
Yes.
But that's their whole thing.
That's the lawyer.
If you took blah blah and you're growing breasts, give us a call.
Yeah.
But I can't. Can you imagine making that phone call? How awkward that would be.
Hello, I just saw your ad on TV. You don't want to say it.
Right.
I saw your ad on TV about that drug.
Right.
And I'd like to get some a consultation.
Because they're going to ask a million questions.
Yeah. So are they firm and perky, or are they big sloppy tits that you grew from that medicine?
Did you wear a bra at this point?
And then you'd have to be in the office all embarrassingly unbuttoning your shirt and showing the lawyer your tits.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that whole scenario.
Oh, how embarrassing.
It's too embarrassing to.
Yeah.
And then you got to go to court eventually. And
Do you think could you imagine a grown man standing there with his shirt open, holding it open to the lawyer, his tits out, and he's like, he's crying.
This to me.
You did it,
your drug company.
His tears are pouring down his tits.
But I think they would allow you not to have to show them live in court. They probably would have a big picture, though, the big reveal.
Right, the picture.
This is how he looked before the drug. And now what you're about to see.
Yeah.
But that would be the holy shit moment, and then you would get your cash finally. Can you find that commercial?
That's a good one.
It's about growing breasts.
Yes.
If you took a certain medication.
Does anyone else know about it? Oh, wants to talk about the drug. This guy might know.
Oh.
I love drug commercials. They're hilarious. Greg in Boston, what's up?
What do you say, boys? It's been a while. I haven't talked to you since you were up here at AF days.
Ooh. And how do we know you from the AF days?
I used to play with Itchy Fish, bass guitarist, did some other bigger local cover bands. I was a bassist for them. So
Itchy Fish.
I remember Itchy Fish.
Itchy Fish.
Old Ziggy. I think he's a caller for you guys.
Yeah, I remember him, of course. What is he up to?
Last time he was doing, work on cars. I haven't talked to him in years. But
Yeah.
I know. But Resperidol's the name of that drug you were talking about.
What is? Yeah. Okay. Yes, that sounds familiar. What is it again?
R-E-S. I don't know how to spell it after that, but Resperidol.
You got that, Sam?
Resperidol. If you've taken Resperidol and you've grown breasts.
Resperidol or something
you
like
have
that.
big fucking tits.
One more thing before I go. Frunkus!
A little frunkus for everybody. That's wonderful. Thanks.
Wow.
We'll put that on a shirt for you.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, maybe that's
we might have it.
Attention parents of boys who took Risperdal. Risperdal, a medication for the treatment of ADHD, autism, and bipolar disorder, has been linked to gynecomastia, a medical condition in which boys develop female breasts. Perfect. Bad drug today if your son has taken Risperdal and been diagnosed with gynecomastia or has grown female breasts.
The stock photo of the kid sulking in a corner because he's got tits.
Consultation, call 1-800-BAD-DRUG now.
And there's your phone number, 1-800-BAD-DRUG.
Bad drug.
Oh, my God, that's great.
Put what is it?
Gyno.
Put it in Google Images. I gotta see this.
Yeah, gyno.
Is it just a little plumpage around there, or do they get full-blown tits?
Gynecomastia images. Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
The nipples get bigger.
Oh, they get
womanly breasts. They get Bud-like.
They do get
They get. Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Which one? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no. He can't take his shirt off at the pool.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's got nice tits.
Yeah, he does.
Come on.
Is that from this drug?
Look at those.
Oh, my God.
Go down. No, the other way.
Which way?
To the right. That's like nubs.
Yeah, that's like
my God.
That's like what a 13-year-old girl would look like.
And that's on a poor boy. Oh boy, God. Is he getting just fucked. Oh, God.
The drug was taken off the market, so there's class action lawsuits right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
People who made that drug must be so pissed that there's a commercial just about getting money from them.
It's like, you're the monster that made that drug.
This guy wants to talk about Celino and Barnes.
Injury attorneys?
Yes. Derek on Long Island, go ahead.
Yeah, I know. It was just funny. I'm like Anthony. I can remember all these musical number shit. The number was 800-621-2020.
That was the one.
And right after that, you're going to hear, Dad, what do I do with all this scrap metal? Just tell her to call Two Brothers Scrap Metal. Right after that.
They get you remembering about their business, though.
Yeah,
those something right.
Those little jingles, they fucking put the phone number right in your brain.
Right.
That's it.
Absolutely. All right, boys, punching out.
All right, man.
Good job. I want to talk about this female breast thing more. Springer's here already. We just started our show. How needy is this guy?
He's an old man. He's an early riser.
Oh, my God. How long do we have him for?
As long as you want him.
Oh, my God. It seemed like a good idea yesterday.
I know.
I even retweeted the guy because he's excited to be on our show.
It's going to be great. We'll talk to you about MC Search.
Can we get you guys prepared for the telling us you got to go?
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can, like,
do you want to say what's the safe word?
There is no safe word. The safe word is get the fuck out.
Okay, all right. That's not safe.
What's wrong with you guys?
Oh, boy.
I want to look at some of this. How do you say that word again? Gynecomastia. Gynecomastia.
Keep scrolling.
Gynecomastia. Do you have any gynecomastia videos? Oh my God!
Oh, what a sloppy-titted mess he is.
That looks like an old lady's breast.
Yeah, they're hanging.
They're long and wrong.
Oh, look at the nice perky ones.
Which ones you like? Oh my God, banana tits.
The guy's got banana. It's like bad enough that you grow tits, but you don't even grow nice tits.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. Well, that's
the big puffy nips.
Yeah, that look like they're a bit swollen from a little excitement.
Oh God, that guy can't take his shirt.
This shit really happens just from taking a drug?
That's terrible.
You can't even wear a T-shirt. Your titties pop.
No, you got to wear like fucking a bulletproof
That one looks like
vest and
Ziggy's
a parka.
nose.
Oh,
the old Ziggy cartoon. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
See if there's a video.
Poor bastard.
Wait, we got a guy that has gynecomastia.
No.
I'm starting to learn how to say it. I think it's gynecomastia. Andy in Indiana.
Gentlemen.
Hey.
Hey, sugar tits.
Hey, I had it in high school. I got that shit cut off, though. But, yeah, they called me weasel tits in high school.
Why weasel tits?
Because my nipples were all swelled up, and I wrestled. So they called me weasel tits. They'd fucking stick out of my singlet and shit. It was pretty embarrassing.
How did you get it? Sorry, we just found a video where the guy is doing a selfie video and he's topless and he looks completely ridiculous.
2 flapjack tits.
It's called My Gynecomastia, Man Boobs, in parentheses, and Me.
Okay, he's going to talk about it. How long is this video?
It's 4 minutes, but we'll punch out.
All right. Anyway, Andy, how did you get yours?
I was a chubby boy growing up, and it just happened.
Oh, so it wasn't from a drug or anything?
No. I had it just naturally.
Okay.
Did anyone ever pin you down in the locker room and titty fuck you?
No.
How embarrassing would that be?
That'd be embarrassing.
Kids can be brutal, though.
They can be cruel.
They can be brutal when they're tit fucking you in the locker room in front of the rest of the boys.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You and your tit story.
Let's go to Chris in New Hampshire. Chris, I want to talk about gynecomastia, he says. It's a teenage boy's dream. I can play with my tits while jerking off.
Oh.
Go ahead, Chris.
This is perfect. I mean, when I was a 14-year-old kid, all I could think about were boobs. So now I got my own pair and I can whack off. This is awesome.
You think you'd do that, or you think it would just be shame?
Of course, it'd be just
shameful.
You'd be crying in your room every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be crying because I had great boobs.
Good one. Thanks. Let's see the first part of this video.
All right.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Chris here.
Uh-oh.
And hello.
I'm detecting something.
I'm giving you a little free show.
I think he's mysterious.
Sorry if I offend you. Oh, believe me, there's a good purpose to this video.
He's standing in front of a mirror.
I'm making this video just to
Floppy, hairy tits.
make a statement.
Hmm.
I'm not depressed.
You gotta be. Yeah. You look like a
Not at
fool.
all. Yes, I'm sad. But I'm not depressed. What I am, however, is very frustrated.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
I'm frustrated with the cards that I've been dealt. And I'm frustrated
It's a 7-deuce offsuit.
that a person with my issues
Mm-hmm.
would look for help just to find that someone with my issues sees other people with my issue.
What a bore.
Yeah, really.
You got female titties and you make a boring video?
You're boring.
What the fuck?
You're boring.
Is there any other ones?
I think he's got other issues besides the tits.
A little mysterious.
A little mysterious.
Some would say that's not an issue, though.
It's not.
Remember. Remember that.
Justin here, and today I want to talk about self-mutilation.
What?
And how gynecomastia led me to actually kind of hurt myself.
This ain't
So I've heard a lot of stories out there, first off, so I'm going to state those first.
Yeah.
Where people have, gone to the point where they've almost committed suicide, or they cut themselves. Some people have even wanted to just shave off their chest and things like that with a knife. And I don't have an extreme story like that. But I do have experience with self-mutilation in the fact that I used to take duct tape and wrap it around my chest. And this started at the age of about 12, 13 years old.
Right at the
and it was
point
right
where you were
after I
molested.
found out that I had a problem.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that I had a problem, and I thought it was completely natural until a girl came up to me and she said, "Ha ha ha, what's wrong with your chest?"
Ha ha ha.
So right after that, every single day before school, I used to walk in the backyard.
Apparently,
and I would go
if you
inside
have
the-
tits, it makes you a real dull guy.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
It just takes all the fucking thrill out of your life.
Let's say hi to Steve in Connecticut. Steve.
Yes.
Yes, my man boobs swing like a pendulum.
Jesus.
Yes.
All right. We're big fans of characters on this show.
Yes.
Where's Jerry Springer?
I'll bring him in.
A Jerry.
Is he in our brand new green room? Oh, that's right. We don't have a brand new green room yet. What?
Screen protection that's just for guys. Now it's your turn. Get my training tips at guardyourmanhood.com.
Welcome. He's trying to sell it, man.
He is selling it like it's all man to piss yourself.
I respect the fact that he's trying to sell it, but...
Yeah, he's like, he jumped in.
Right.
And he's like, this is what they want from me. I'm giving it to them.
The fact is, it's panty shields for guys.
It's panty
shields for guys.
You're making a little wee-wee during the day.
Right.
You don't need a full diaper, but perhaps you just need a panty shield.
It's a panty shield.
What a disaster.
Oh, fuck.
Throwing tits, pissing yourself.
Shit.
It was terrible. So what's up?
I left my underpants with a horrendous racing stripe.
No.
Laying around.
Uh-oh.
That's something you got to keep to yourself. I usually wash it out myself in the sink.
The wife's going to pick it up and be like...
I pray she doesn't. That's not good, man.
Oh, man.
But it was... I guess my underpants were like stuck in my crack all night.
Oh, my God.
And this was a horrendous racing stripe. Like just a big, thick brown crayon right down the middle. And usually I get right in there and I wash it out in the sink. I take my palm like old school, like I'm down...
Scrub down by the river?
Like I'm down by the river with a rock, and I just fucking scrub it out. And then throw them nice and wet into the hamper.
Nice.
But I just realized that, fuck, I was too tired when I woke up. They're just laying there.
Oh, she's going to pick them up and be like, give it that little...
I got to ask.
Shake and DJ MC search yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, I watched them going back and forth between white person and black person at it was a fucking alarming rate.
And,
it was fantastic.
And is he getting things done on that show, or is he proving that he's just trying to do the Jerry Springer show?
He's fixing problems. This guy is actually making a difference. And, it's the same. And I noticed yesterday, you could literally take the same guests day after day and just maybe dress them different.
Right.
And no one would notice. It's the overweight, sassy black woman.
Right.
And she's not happy with her man.
That doesn't know how to keep sperm out of her vagina.
Right. Has no clue how to keep that sperm out of her vagina.
How about you start there? How about you block that shit?
So they both, they have a chow together. They have a chow.
What's a chow?
It's a kid, a son or a daughter.
Why is it called a chow?
Like a little dog?
No. Like she'll go, and he the father of my chow.
Oh, chow.
Chow.
Oh, I gotcha.
Chow.
I thought it was
no.
I thought it was chow.
Well, it
like
is chow.
Let's get some chow.
My chow.
Oh, it's chow.
Chow.
Yeah, add a little eye in there, just a little bit.
Not really.
No.
I've heard it straight up chow.
Chow.
Like a fluffy dog.
Right, like a fluffy dog, a chow.
All right, so they got a chow together.
Yeah, and it's just her getting mad at him.
Yeah.
Him getting mad at her, and then MC Search.
Yeah.
Solving the whole fucking problem.
Yeah. Is he?
And they'll go home and really really assert themselves to making things better and change themselves.
Oh, you think they're going to change their life around after an hour?
An hour,
goofy
maybe,
show?
Of Search, right?
Really? Oh, good for him. He must have
It's not a game.
superpowers.
I don't know what it is. Search looks into the camera during breaks, and he's like, "Don't go nowhere," and he's all mad.
Right.
He's just all mad at the camera and the show and everything.
You know what that's about? He's pissed off he never had a second fucking hit.
He didn't have a second hit after fucking...
That shit's coming out finally. I gotta do this shit. 'Cause we couldn't figure out another song after Pop Goes the Weasel.
Pop Go the Weasel.
So you don't go anywhere. This is all I got.
Don't go nowhere. And then they it's just like, it's kind of a test show.
Yeah.
Still. It's
Is
not
it?
picked up yet.
Oh,
I think it'll get picked up.
We got to push it over the top.
I know. I think it'll get picked up.
This world needs Search, making believe he's solving problems.
But the fucked up thing is, they don't have any sponsors yet.
Uh-oh.
So when he goes, "Don't go nowhere," and then they go, "Coming up on Search," and they show like a scene from the next segment,
right?
And then they come back.
Really?
Yeah, like...
Doesn't it have commercials?
Well, maybe one. It's like, Salino and Bonds, injury attorney, and then they'll come back.
Oh, it's local shit.
So I'm very pissed that Salino and Barnes changed their number.
You knew their number?
Well, that's some stupid song. It's like knowing the fucking...
867-5309.
Well, it's like that one.
That's the... Oh, and I know...
or it's like...
666-666-666...
777-77.
I don't know.
Or it's like if you have an annuity, but you need cash now, call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now, 877 cash now.
I don't know.
No?
I only know 867.
J.G. Wentworth is huge.
And I could get a car by just dialing a lot of sixes. That's all I know.
Yeah, Salino and Barnes, injury attorney. Call 1-888-2020, and now it's like 888-888-888-888-888.
How do you lose your number?
I don't know.
You protect that shit.
You gotta keep the same number.
It's everything to you.
Those fucking lawyer jingles, because that's all that Search has on his for commercials.
Right.
Are like shyster lawyers that are trying to find.
Right.
And they all decided they need a song to try to get their number out there, and they're so bad. Epstein and Schwartz, call them.
Is that a real one?
No, but it might as well be.
Speaking of the lawyers, it's funny you mentioned that. I like the lawyers that pick that specific thing that could happen to you.
Oh, yeah.
That one thing.
If you've had a hip replacement and it's cracked in your pelvis.
Right.
Yeah.
If you had a pelvic mesh.
Oh, I love the pelvic mesh.
And it's leaking. Give us a call.
They're terrible.
But it's so specific to one stupid thing that could happen to you. Oh, yeah, of course, Cars for Kids. Thank you.
Yes, you know that
get
one.
lost. We don't need you.